हेलो वेलकम बैक टू ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी, अ फैन चैनल फॉर ऑल टू सी। और मुझे मालूम है काफी लोग वेट कर रहे थे। आई हैड टू मूव द स्ट्रीम जस्ट बाय 5 मिनट्स बिकॉज देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपनिंग। हम ट्रांसफर मार्केट की तो बात करेंगे एब्सोल्युटली, बट जनरली स्पीकिंग इट्स अ सुपर संडे, अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग। और हाँ, आज तो स्पोर्टिंग बनांजा होने वाला है, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम ऑब्वियसली द लंदन डार्बी, एक और लंदन डार्बी जो हम रिसेंटली अच्छा नहीं किए थे, आई नो, बट वी आर गोइंग टू हैव दैट। सो वी आर गोइंग टू सी क्या लाइनअप है, टैक्टिक्स देखेंगे, वील टॉक अबाउट मुद्रिक, यस, एज थिंग्स स्टैंड द मेडिकल्स आई बिलीव हैव बीन डन, प्लस ही हैज साइन इन द लास्ट 20 मिनट्स। तो हो सकता है वो अनवेल हो जाए आज स्टैमफोर्ड ब्रिज में, वही है प्लान एज पर फैब्रिशियो रोमानो। बट सबसे पहले सब लोग को शाउट आउट एब्सोल्युटली जो भी जुड़े हैं, और सब लोग प्लीज हिट द लाइक बटन, एब्सोल्युटली हेल्प्स द चैनल। और साथ साथ में अगर आप कम्युनिटी पोस्ट भी लाइक कर सको तो यार एवरीवन विल नो दैट वी आर लाइव और वील बी हैविंग अ लॉट ऑफ डिस्कशन। बाय द वे, हाँ, आई नो दैट इज एल क्लासिको, मैंने प्रॉमिस किया था आई विल डू अ लाइव, बट इट वाजंट पॉसिबल। तो हम थोड़ा बहुत उसके बारे में एब्सोल्युटली बात करेंगे, लाइक यू ऑल नो। और कोई बता सकता है एल क्लासिको कहाँ आ रहा है क्या टीवी पे इंडिया में? पता नहीं, लेट मी नो इन द चैट एवरीवन इफ समवन नोज। बट थैंक्स अनमोलदीप as always. Tiger Beast as well, absolutely flying high up in the sky. We'll keep the blue flag flying high from Stamford Bridge to Wembley. We'll keep the blue flag flying high. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant way again. यार मैच डे है, आई नो, चेल्सी इन द मड, आर्सेनल इन द मड ऑलवेज, आर्सेनल फैन सॉरी, लेकिन यू नो व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग, कॉन्टेक्स्ट यहाँ पर फुटबॉल और नॉन फुटबॉल कॉन्टेक्स्ट है थोड़ा सा। लेकिन द फैक्ट बीइंग दैट मैच डे है तो कहीं ना कहीं पॉजिटिव वाइब्स आते हैं, और विद अ न्यू ट्रांसफर, वेदर इट्स यार पागलपंती के नहीं, थोड़ा बहुत डेफिनेटली आते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ पॉजिटिव वाइब्स। और आई एम एक्साइटेड, आई डोंट नो अबाउट यू ऑल, होपफुली वी कैन चेंज दैट, वो पिच पर भी हम अच्छा करें और जीते अगेंस्ट आर लंदन राइवल्स एक और इन क्रिस्टल पैलेस। बट एवरीवन यार, whoever is celebrating पोंगल आज, हैप्पी पोंगल, हैप्पी संक्रांति। अगेन आई नो कोई लोग कल सेलिब्रेट किए, कोई लोग आज सेलिब्रेट किए, एंड उससे याद है भाई, पतंगे पतंगे उड़ाए, किसी ने उड़ाए पता नहीं, लेट मी नो इन द चैट। राइट साइड, चलो बा पागल हो गया, पॉटर वेरी बैड डिसीजन, यस रूपक, यस वही देख लेते। चलो संजीव, उत्कर्ष, यश, प्रीतम, भाई सुभाजी, सब लोग को शॉर्ट आउट भी है अलॉन्ग विद द शॉर्ट आउट दैट ऑलरेडी गिवन। लेकिन यहाँ पर जल्दी से मैं देखने वाला हूँ लाइनअप, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट वेरी हैप्पी विद द लाइनअप एज वेल। आई एम, जहां पर मैं देख रहा हूँ रूपक का कमेंट, आई एम 100% अग्री, नॉट जस्ट राइट फुल बैक, लेफ्ट फुल बैक भी, यस आई नो कुकुरे इज प्लेइंग लाइक शिट, आई नो दैट। लेकिन हाउ कैन यू प्ले लुइस हॉल इन अ बैक फोर? आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड एट ऑल। लुइस हॉल इज ट्राइंग, ही विल प्ले फॉर द बैच, यंग बंदा है, बहुत ही काइंड ऑफ जील होगा उसके पास, लेकिन वी ऑल नो दैट लुइस हॉल इज अ मिडफील्डर। मैं बोल बोल के थक गया भाई, लुइस हॉल इज अ मिडफील्डर, एट बेस्ट आप उसको लेफ्ट मिडफील्ड खिलाओगे, यू कैन नॉट प्ले हिम एट फुल बैक, इट डजंट मेक सेंस, अनलेस आप बोल रहे हो मुझे कि नहीं चुकुमेका विल टक बैक और ज्यादा विंग बैक खेलेंगे, वो भी खुद नहीं है विंग बैक। हो सकता है इन अ सेंस कि जियश प्लेज विंग बैक, ये जरूर मैं देखूंगा। आप लोग बोलिए व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट इट? आई थिंक देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी जियश प्लेज राइट विंग बैक, चालोबा माइट नॉट बी फुल बैक, हो सकता है विल गो बैक थ्री अगेन। बाडियाशेले डेब्यू, यार इट इज अ डेब्यू ऑफ न्यू साइनिंग, हाँ अनवेलिंग ऑफ मुड्रिक इज एनीवे ड्यू, बट बाडियाशेले का डेब्यू अच्छा लगेगा अगर इफ ही एंड सिल्वा काइंड ऑफ कनेक्ट टुगेदर फर्स्ट फ्यू मिनट्स में ही, और वो बहुत जरूरी है हमारे बैकलाइन के लिए। बट हो सकता है बाडियाशेले लेफ्ट सेंटर बैक, सिल्वा सेंटर बैक, Chalobah right center back with Ziyech playing right wing back और Hall playing left wing back. That is slightly better in my personal opinion. अगर हम लोग वैसे जा रहे हैं for this particular game, क्योंकि यस स्टैमफोर्ड में खेल रहे हैं एंड अगेंस्ट क्रिस्टल पैलेस जो अच्छा नहीं कर रहे हैं themselves as well. तो इट्स नॉट नीडेड बैक थ्री, लेकिन लुइस हॉल इज फुल बैक भाई, इट्स लाइक कॉलिंग ट्रबल, क्योंकि यार ओली से आप देख रहे हो राइट साइड क्रिस्टल पैलेस के बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर है भाई। ओली से आपको याद हो तो भाई एफए कप गेम में हमने एक्चुअली ऑलमोस्ट काइंड ऑफ गिव इट अप अगेंस्ट क्रिस्टल पैलेस, ही प्लेड रियली वेल लास्ट सीजन में, और ही इज एन एक्चुअल प्लेयर। सेम चुकुमेका के बारे में बोलूंगा, ग्रेट टू सी चुकुमेका स्टार्ट, बट लेट्स सी इफ वी कैन कंप्लीट द 90 मिनट्स, क्योंकि यार मुझे लग रहा था, सब लोग को पता है कोवाचिच हैज नॉट बीन इन फॉर्म, और वो मेंटली वहां नहीं है पिच पर, तो आई कैन सी व्हाई कोवाचिच इज नॉट देयर, मैं बेंच में आऊंगा। लेकिन माउंट हैवर्ट्स अगेंस्ट स्टार्टिंग, भाई लेट मी नो अबाउट दैट इन जॉर्जिनो कैप्टन, और ऑफ कोर्स गैलेगर एक्स क्रिस्टल पैलेस प्लेयर यार, और आज ये भी न्यूज आ रहा है क्रिस्टल पैलेस विल एक्चुअली बिड फॉर गैलेगर दिस समर, तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दैट? लेकिन हाँ, अभी मैं कमेंट्स लेने वाला हूँ सब लोग का, और अगेन भाई सब लोग जल्दी जल्दी से लाइक बटन दबा दीजिए, it just takes a press of a button, certainly we can have a lot of likes in so that people will know that we are live। और हाँ, as I said, एक tweet automatically जाती है, if you can retweet that with this link as well as if you can just like that community post भी brilliant रहेगा। संजीव हेलो हेलो, कैसे देखते भाई? Another loss is on the way. Hall at left back, Chalobah at right back, Mount, Havertz, Gallagher on the pitch. We are doomed. भाई प्रीतम इतना जरूर बोलूंगा, as much as मैं बहुत disappointed हूँ गैलेगर से, especially after the World Cup, क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था गैलेगर विल बी अ ब्रेथ ऑफ फ्रेश एयर सीजन हमारे लिए, और लग रहा भी था इनिशियली जब शुरू किए थे टूकल सीजन एज वेल एज पॉटर. आई थिंक इट वाज नॉट टू बैड, सच में बोले तो. आपको याद है तो इट वाज पॉटर्स फर्स्ट मैच अगेंस्ट क्रिस्टल पैलेस इन दिस प्रीमियर लीग कैंपेन फॉर चेल्सी. ठीक है, तो पॉटर का पहला मैच अगेंस्ट क्रिस्टल पैलेस ही था प्रीमियर लीग कैंपेन, और हमने जीता था विद अ लास्ट मिनट विनर बाय गैलेगर, ऑफ कोर्स नेक्स्ट क्रिस्टल पैलेस प्लेयर. तो आई एम होपिंग कि यार, कंसिडरिंग कि क्रिस्टल पैलेस है, थोड़ा सा बैंटर एलिमेंट आता है व्हेन यू आर ऑन द पिच, विद योर गाइज दैट यू हैव प्लेड फॉर अ सीजन. तो होपफुली दैट टर्न्स ऑन और वो परफॉर्म करे, पासेस दे भाई, वो पैनिक मत हो, क्योंकि यार कहीं ना कहीं एज अ सब्स्टिट्यूट आई थिंक इज ओवर जेलस. लेकिन हाँ, माउंट हैवर्ट्स आई एग्री. प्रॉब्लम है कि हमारे बेंच में ऑप्शंस नहीं है ज्यादा प्रीतम, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. इंजरीज आर अ रीजन, उसका क्लियर रीजन है, और मैंने बताया था प्रीव्यू में भी दैट आई कैन सी इन दिस गेम माउंट और हैवर्ट्स शुरू करेंगे. हाँ, लेकिन नॉट विद हॉल एट लेफ्ट बैक. हो सकता है आगे, लाइक आई सेड, जिएश माइट प्ले राइट विंग बैक और हॉल माइट प्ले लेफ्ट विंग बैक, वो हो सकता है. भाई एल क्लासिको नहीं आ रहा भाई, क्या है यार, इतने सारे स्पोर्ट्स चैनल्स का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेने का फायदा क्या है, बट कोई नहीं. हाँ, लालीगा तो आता है, लालीगा तो मैं देखता हूँ भाई, एमटीवी और स्पोर्ट्स 18 में देखता हूँ, लेकिन कप गेम्स कैसे ही है भाई. इतना फ्रंट थ्री प्लेयर्स लेकर क्या करेंगे हम लोग, चेल्सी को समझ नहीं आ रहा है. राइट बैक इज मैंडेटरी इन माय ओपिनियन. सुभाजीत, राइट बैक हम नहीं ले रहे. कल मैंने बात किया था, यस हमें चाहिए, हमें लेना चाहिए. वो बैक टू बैक सीजन में हम मिस्टेक नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन वो कर रहे. मुझे नहीं लगता हम लेने वाले, लेकिन जहां तक मैं सुन रहा हूं, अगेन रिमेंबर, हो सकता है गैलेगर आज खेल रहा है बिकॉज चेल्सी वांट अ बिड फॉर हिम, हु नोज, जस्ट सेइंग. वो एक पॉसिबिलिटी है, दैट इज द पॉसिबिलिटी पीपल. हो सकता है जॉर्जिनियो एंड गैलेगर आर प्लेइंग बिकॉज वी नीड अ बिड. कहीं ना कहीं ट्रांसफर मार्केट में वैल्यू हाई हो जाए विद वन फैंटास्टिक परफॉर्मेंस. आई नो, आई एम सेइंग वो होता था इन प्रीवियस ईयर्स. तो दैट माइट बी अ पॉसिबिलिटी, लेकिन व्हाई वुड यू रिस्क अगर आप खेलने वाले हो, बेचने वाले, तो दैट इज आल्सो देयर. लेकिन हाँ, होपफुली लेट्स होप सुभाजीत कि रीच जेम्स इज बैक इन 2-3 हफ्ते, और दैट इज व्हाट इज एंटिसिपेटेड. तो लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट. लेकिन हाँ, 2-3 हफ्तों में लग जाएगी हमारी, प्रॉपर लग जाएगी, बिकॉज यस, एस्पिलिक्वेटा इज नॉट रियली अ स्टार्टर आजकल. यू ऑल नो, एटलीस्ट शुडंट बी. Preetham, I understand. कोई नहीं. RP says blue is the color footballers game. We are all together. Winning is the game. So cheer us on through the sun and rain. Cause Chelsea is the name. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. मैं बोलूंगा that has to be. भाई कैसे भी खेले ना Chelsea, we have to back. लेकिन we have to hope and pray कि यार things are right और वो motivated हो यार. It's a derby after all, a Stamford Bridge. क्या लगता है Stamford Bridge rocking होगा compared to last 2-3 matches? क्योंकि for me, हाँ, मिक्स्ड रिएक्शंस काफी हुए मुड्रिक के साइनिंग से, बट द फैक्ट इज इट्स अ न्यू साइनिंग और इट्स अ टॉप साइनिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ, अगेन भाई जो लोग भी बोल रहे हैं मुड्रिक इज वेस्ट ऑफ मनी, आई strongly disagree with that. I think the guy is an actual top talent. I genuinely believe that. और हाँ, he's not as experienced, absolutely, and it's not जो हमारा first priority था. लेकिन will he upgrade our front three? Absolutely he will. So I think Stamford Bridge should be rocking. I hope so rocking है, and that should help Chelsea hopefully. Good book suggestions, Indians Kauza. Nice to have you as always, bro. लेकिन मैं आई एम नॉट अ बुक रीडर. आई ऑलवेज सेड दैट इन द स्ट्रीम. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू क्लेम टू बी वन. तो मैं honestly speaking, what how I have learned, or at least I think I've learned, is because of watching football from the late 90s, from 2000s. I started watching literally every match. लेकिन साथ साथ में मैं खेलता भी था, obviously not just FIFA but actually on the pitch. तो that was something which helped me मेरे engineering days में, as well as beyond. तो मैं बहुत खेलता था as well. तो it's a combination. जो over the years you kind of pick things. That's all. Pudin, कैसे हो भाई? Nice to see you as always. हेयर स्टाइल लंबा रखेगा लुइस हॉल तो मुद्रिक लगेगा. आई जस्ट रियलाइज सिमिलर. यस यस, एक्चुअली हाँ यार. पुदिन नॉट टू बैड. अब देखो यहाँ पर मैं डाला भी हूँ, इफ नॉट रॉन्ग, लेट मी जस्ट शो इट. आई थिंक थोड़ा सा दिख रहा है, चलो कोई नहीं. यहाँ पर राइट बैक चालोबा इज ग्रेटर देन मिलिटाओ. ओके, अनूप इज पॉजिटिव देयर. आई डोंट थिंक सो दो. आई डोंट थिंक सो. लेट्स सी. भाई अनूप, आई अग्री कि बंदा बहुत ही लो ऑन कॉन्फिडेंस है, बंदा बहुत ही रबिश खेल रहा है, बट डिफेंसिवली मैं थोड़ा सा, मतलब ज्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा सा ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट हूं इन कम्स टू कुकुरेया कंपेयर टू लुइस हॉल डिफेंसिवली. ऑफेंसिवली मैं अस्यूम कर रहा हूं कि यार I'm just hoping कि चुक्कूमेका ने आज दिखाना है कि क्या है उसका एबिलिटी. Let's see. Let's hope for the best. A reminder that London is blue. Prakash, we have to get there. It's work in progress इस season. बहुत दूर है अभी वापस से, लेकिन टेक्निकली हाँ अभी तो यार we are मतलब in London at least the only Champions League holders you can say, as well as basically the Club World Cup holders currently as well. So that is something that we'll always keep hopefully for the, और इसलिए शायद हमने अलाउ नहीं किया आर्सेनल को लेना both जाओ फेलिक्स एंड मुद्रिक. I don't know. Really scared for today's both matches, Barcelona and Chelsea. Abhinav, I think Barca Real Madrid will be some game. सच में अच्छा रहेगा. अंकित भाई, पॉटर के कोई टैक्टिक्स नहीं दिखते हैं गेम में. आई 100% अग्री, लेकिन आज लग रहा है कि यार आई फील, लेट्स सी, मैं रॉन्ग हो सकता हूँ, आई फील कि लुइस हॉल होगा विंग बैक एंड जियेश होंगे विंग बैक एज वेल. व्हेन वी आर डिफेंडिंग, व्हेन वी आर अटैकिंग, वी माइट गो फॉर द बैक. Potter has not tactics in the game. Neither he has any day about the signing. Mudryk was never a Potter signing. Otherwise, Chelsea would have been in contact with Shakhtar before Arsenal. Clueless. Overload 141. I don't know what reports you're watching. Check out our own channel. हम लोग का खुद का चैनल चेक करिए. आई थिंक जैसे ही इनफैक्ट वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा था उसके दौरान भी हमने एक स्ट्रीम किया था. रिमेंबर दैट. उसमें भी मैंने बात किया था जाओ फेलिक्स टू चेल्सी. वी वर ऑलरेडी लिंक्ड, वी वर ऑलरेडी इन टॉक्स. It's just that हम तैयार नहीं थे to pay so much for Joao Felix. Mudryk obviously came by. क्योंकि along with basically say Joao Felix getting suspended, हमारे पास इतने सारे injuries हुए. Plus the fact is it's no secret यार, Mudryk is Champions League में along with Kvaratskhelia he has stood out. He really has. मैं झूठ नहीं बोला, सच में. तो you will have an eye on him, लेकिन हाँ वो हमारा नंबर 1 टारगेट नहीं था. Now that Rafael Leao extend कर रहे हैं along with Milan, तो आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैन नॉट टू गो फॉर हिम. अगर हम लोग देख रहे हैं इफ पॉटर वांट्स, एंड अगेन मैं अस्यूम कर रहा हूं यहां पर कि पॉटर को एक और अटैकर चाहिए, क्योंकि इवेंचुअली पॉटर वांट्स टू गेट रिड ऑफ सम प्लेयर्स, और दैट मे इंक्लूड हावर्ट्स, लाइक पीपल आर सेइंग, दैट मे इंक्लूड माउंट, हु नोस. ओके, दैट पैलेस फ्रंट थ्री विल स्कोर गोल्स. 100%. अगर लुइस हॉल और चालोबा अगर फुल बैक्स खेल रहे, आई कैन सी गोल्स कमिंग सर्टेनली. और हाँ, जो भी लोग लेट जो ज्वाइन कर रहे भाई, लाइनअप मैं दिखा देता हूं वापस से. यहाँ है लाइनअप, आप देखिए. द फैक्ट इज जाहा और ओलिसे भाई तगड़े बंदे भाई. जाहा और ओलिसे. चालोबा ही इज नॉट इन फॉर्म, इज नॉट इन कॉन्फिडेंस. तो मैं काफी सरप्राइज हूं दैट चालोबा इज प्लेइंग एंड प्लस ही इज प्लेइंग एट राइट बैक. लेकिन हमारे पास ऑप्शंस क्या है आप देखो यहाँ पर. मे बी यू कैन आर्ग्यू दैट सेजार एस्पिलिक्वेटा इस गेम के लिए होने चाहिए थे, बिकॉज 1-on-1 ही स्लाइटली बेटर डिफेंडर देन चालोबा राइट बैक. लेकिन वही जैसे मैंने बोला दैट इट माइट बी अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैट Chalobah might be a right center back, और थोड़ा हाइट और फिजिकलिटी चाहिए अगेंस्ट लुइस, अगेंस्ट जाहा. लुइस साहा बोल रहा हूँ, लुइस साहा तो एवर्टन के था भाई. अगेंस्ट जाहा, विल्फ्रेड जाहा. सो ओलिसे बट विल बी प्रॉब्लम. और वहीं पर बार्डेशेले, होपफुली वो लेफ्ट फुट काम आए और ही कैन काइंड ऑफ समटाइम्स प्ले एट लेफ्ट बैक कवर फॉर लुइस हॉल जब लुइस हॉल ऊपर जाए. तो आई थिंक tactically I can see some reasons why Bardeshile और Hall are playing, क्योंकि Bardeshile अगर खेलता है with a left foot, that will give a possibility for Lewis Hall to bomb on थोड़ा सा जब हम अटैक कर रहे हैं. But again defensively I think Lewis Hall पर डिपेंड नहीं कर सकते. Bardeshile has to do more. Again टफ है on Bardeshile considering उनका एक डेब्यू मैच है भाई, तो I think it's difficult. But remember it's just not Gallagher जो क्रिस्टल पैलेस के लिए खेले. मार्गेही यार, मार्गेही इज वेरी मच एक्स चेल्सी मैन यार, तो वो है कैप्टन ऑफ क्रिस्टल पैलेस, सो दैट विल बी इंटरेस्टिंग एज वेल. लेकिन अगेन उनके पास और ऑप्शंस है. एडसन एडवर्ड, ही इज अ गुड फॉरवर्ड. मटेटा इज अ गुड फॉरवर्ड. तो काफी है, मतलब कपल ऑफ गुड फॉरवर्ड्स दैट दे हैव ऑन द बेंच. सो आई थिंक इट विल बी एन इंटरेस्टिंग मैच, और मुझे लग रहा है गोल्स होंगे. इट्स गोल्स गलोर. यस, चेल्सी आर नॉट स्कोरिंग. मेरा प्रेडिक्शन, मैं आऊंगा वापस, लेकिन आई फील दैट देयर विल बी गोल्स फॉर श्योर. तो चेल्सी, कम ऑन. या बिल्कुल. अगेन सी, इतना नेगेटिव होने का फायदा नहीं. हाँ, एक चीज होता है, आप बेसिकली थोड़ा लो प्रोफाइल रख रहे हो, नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग मच, एंड देन चेल्सी डू वेल, यू फील गुड. आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट एब्सोल्युटली. मेरा भी होता है, जैसे बेसिकली यू डोंट एक्सपेक्ट मच इन एग्जाम्स, और बर आप अच्छा करते हो तो भाई आप खुश होंगे ज्यादा. दैट इज समथिंग दैट आई अंडरस्टैंड. बट आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज अ रीजन टू बी एक्सट्रीमली नेगेटिव, क्योंकि एज इट इज द सीजन इज गॉन. भाई चेल्सी फैंस एंड न्यूट्रल्स, डू लेट मी नो, आप कहां देखते हो चेल्सी को फिनिश करते हुए एज थिंग्स स्टैंड. मतलब वी आर इन द मड. लेट्स बी वेरी रियल. चेल्सी आर इन द मड, और कोई मतलब मेरे को कोई तरीका है नहीं बोलने का. चेल्सी आर इन द मड. इसीलिए हम डेस्परेट मेजर्स ले रहे हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ द ट्रांसफर विंडो. क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे जो एग्जिस्टिंग प्लेयर्स है वो या तो बैच के लिए नहीं खेल रहे, या तो भाई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टॉक्स चल रहे हैं उनके, या तो कुछ तो चल रहा है. तो वी नीड फ्रेश प्लेयर्स जो ज्यादा मोटिवेटेड है, जो आके दिखाना चाहते हैं कि भाई मैं स्टार्टिंग 11 में आ सकता हूँ, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग। तो इसलिए हम ट्रांसफर्स कर रहे हैं, यस एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ एफएफपी पॉसिबली इन द फ्यूचर, अभी के लिए लेकिन अमोर्टाइजेशन से आई थिंक विल बी ओके। बट आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पर, यस बाय द वे नॉर्थ लंडन अभी भी आज, तो आज रिमेंबर टॉटनहम एंड आर्सेनल हैव लॉट टू प्ले फॉर, बट चेल्सी आर 10th पोजीशन, 10th पोजीशन, क्रिस्टल पैलेस 12th है। तो आप देखो अगर क्रिस्टल पैलेस आज जीती है चेल्सी के साथ, दे कैन बी इक्वल ऑन पॉइंट्स विद चेल्सी। इट्स क्रेजी यार टू थिंक ऑफ इट। और देखो हम, आई नो एज मच एज मैं बोलता हूँ चेल्सी भाई द बिगेस्ट क्लब इन लंदन, लंदन इज ब्लू एंड ऑल दैट, लेकिन एक चीज मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, इस सीजन में दिस इज समथिंग मैं प्राउड नहीं हूं, आर्सेनल, टॉटनम, फुलम, ब्रेंटफोर्ड, 4 लंदन क्लब्स आर अबव चेल्सी एज थिंग्स स्टैंड। भाई हम लंदन में भी टॉप 4 नहीं है, दैट्स अ रियलिटी चेक। तो इसलिए शायद हम डेस्परेट मेजर्स जा रहे हैं, इज व्हाट आई एम अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बट वी हैव टू बैक आवर टीम एज मच एज पॉसिबल। Okay, let's see. I understand Burley wants to back Potter and he's ambitious, but he's not signing players that Chelsea need like central midfielder and right back. He's working like Bartomeu after the Neymar transfer. Laser die, देखिए, I understand your point. कल भी मैंने 2 घंटे almost बात किया था. Why are we all assuming and why are we negative that next 16 दिनों में जब transfer window actually open है, why are we assuming कि कोई आएगा नहीं? Just please tell me. Yes, हो सकता है that प्रायोरिटी वो हो और हमें वो लाना चाहिए था पहले सेंट्रल मिडफील्डर एंड देन मे बी अ फॉरवर्ड और एन इवन राइट बैक बिफोर। यू कैन डेफिनेटली आर्ग्यू, आर्ग्यूमेंट भी नहीं है, प्रोबेबली यस मैं बोलता हूँ, हाँ आंसर है उसका। बट वी ट्राइड एंजो के लिए और ही डिडंट कम। यस यू कैन से यू कैन स्पेंड एक्स्ट्रा 20-30 मिलियन उसमें, लेकिन याद रखिए मुड्रिक का जो ट्रांसफर है 100 मिलियन इज देयर, लेकिन इन टर्म्स ऑफ पेमेंट स्ट्रक्चर इज डिफरेंट। हम साथ में 100 मिलियन देने नहीं वाले, हम 100 मिलियन कमिटमेंट कर रहे हैं, डेफिनेटली क्लोज टू 100 मिलियन, बट पेमेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी डिफरेंट है, तो वहां पर इट हेल्प्स राइट फाइनेंसेस। तो थिंक अबाउट दैट। मीनवाइल वी आर टॉकिंग टू अदर मिडफील्डर्स प्रीटी श्योर। और आप लोग बोलेगा निजार कंसेला का ट्वीट था कि भाई हम रजिस्टर नहीं कर पाएंगे और एक प्लेयर अगर आता है ओवर द एज ऑफ 21, तो व्हाई आर वी अज्यूमिंग कि ओवर द एज ऑफ 21 है? व्हाई आर वी अज्यूमिंग कि एंड्रे सैंटोस इज फिनिश्ड आर्टिकल नहीं है? मतलब व्हाई आर वी अज्यूमिंग दैट? एंड्रो सैंटोस आई नो लाइक चुकुमेका हो सकता है वो इंप्रेस कर जाए, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग पॉसिबिलिटीज है। मीनवाइल हम जो कैसेडो और एक्सेट्रा से बात कर रहे हैं वो लोग मान नहीं रहे होंगे, द अदर पार्टी इज नॉट अग्रीइंग। अगर हम ला रहे हैं एक सेंट्रल मिडफील्डर, इट हैज टू बी अ क्वालिटी मिडफील्डर, इट कैन बी रूबन नेवेस, आई होप सो, आई डोंट माइंड दैट, लेकिन हो सकता है दे आर नॉट अग्रीइंग। तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हम अज्यूम कर रहे हैं कि यार सेंट्रल मिडफील्डर में पॉटर इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है। अगर किसी को लाते हैं, what they have to do Chelsea, they have to deregister a player in the Premier League this season, और quite possibly, इसलिए मैंने पोल भी डाला है, it is quite possible that Gallagher might be sold as per the news in the last few hours. It is possible that Ruben Loftus-Cheek will be either sold or deregistered. It is possible इस सीजन के लिए अगर हम लाते हैं एक सेंट्रल मिडफील्डर। राइट बैक भूल जाओ, आई थिंक यहाँ क्लियर है, इट्स नॉट द राइट थिंग टू डू, बट राइट बैक इट इज क्लियर कि पॉटर होप करे कि रीज जेम्स विल बी फिट इन कपल ऑफ वीक्स, एंड दैट्स इनफ फॉर हिम। I don't know. Let's see. Again, Tiger Beast, thanks for saying that. Damn, Chelsea added Mudryk's Instagram in their bio. Crazy. Yeah. कल रात को ही हो गया था मुद्रिक, तो बहुत ही crazy था, you know. प्रियांश बोल रहे हैं Havertz starting again a striker. I think Potter has lost it. प्रियांश, ऑप्शन क्या है भाई? आप सच में आप एक्सपेक्ट कर, चुकुमेका has played a few games for Chelsea, थोड़ा सा ब्लड इन हुआ है भाई। यहाँ पे फोफाना को बेसिकली आधी घंटा मिला एज अ सब्स्टिट्यूट। Do you really expect Datro Fofana to start for Chelsea? मतलब वो भी शायद लोन पे जाएगा अगर बेसिकली आते हैं यहाँ पर तुराम और यू नो व्हाट यू से नोनी मडुएके, अगर वो आते हैं देन दातो फफाना माइट गो ऑन लोन एज थिंग्स स्टैंड। लेकिन मैं वापस से दिखाता हूँ यहाँ पर लाइनअप। आप लोग बोल रहे हैं भाई हावर्ड को ऑप्शन क्या है यार? ओबामयांग है ऑब्वियसली इज एन ऑप्शन, वो बेंच पर है तो स्टार्ट भी कर सकता है, लेकिन ओबामयांग ने क्या दिखाया है हावर्ड से ज्यादा? मतलब आई नो चांसेस हावर्ड को ज्यादा मिले, दोनों अब प्लेइंग हॉरिबली, लेकिन मे बी पॉटर हैज हैड हम लोग अज्यूम कर रहे हैं भाई, पीपल वी आर अज्यूमिंग अ लॉट, वी जस्ट गो बाय व्हाट वी थिंक इज ट्रू। मे बी आई जस्ट गिव द बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट टू योर मैनेजर। यस मैं खुद बोल रहा हूँ पॉटर आउट में मैं इंक्लाइंड हूँ, लेकिन इफ ही चेंजेस द रिजल्ट्स, इफ ही चेंजेस द गेम प्ले और साथ साथ में हो इन मे बी अ फ्यू वीक्स, आई एम ओके टू वेट। बट वो लग नहीं रहा है अभी, वो अग्री करता हूँ और उसको ज्यादा चेंजेस करने, लेकिन उसके पास ओबामयांग और दातुर फफाने के अलावा कोई था ही नहीं अप फ्रंट, और ओबामयांग के साथ बात किए होंगे एंड आई एम अस्यूमिंग कि पॉटर स्टिल थिंक्स दैट ओबामयांग इज नॉट हिज मैन इन द लॉन्ग रन, तो उसको खेलने से फायदा क्या है, व्हाट आई एम गेसिंग। वी माइट डिसएग्री, लेकिन मैं बोल रहा हूँ व्हाट इज द रीजन जो हो सकता है। गौरव बोल रहे हैं प्रॉब्लम फॉर अस इज वी नेवर प्ले मैच विद सेम इंटेंसिटी, इफ वी प्ले फर्स्ट हाफ देन यस बिल्कुल, one half FC is something that we are also what Manchester United was in the last few years under Ole and under Ragnick especially. Clearly Gaurav वो एक problem है हमें, that we should keep that intensity high. Maybe मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि इसलिए शायद Kovacic coming off the bench आज makes sense in a strange sense, क्योंकि चुकुमेका का थोड़ा सा physicality है ज्यादा, और चुकुमेका बीइंग अ यंगस्टर अलॉन्ग विद हॉल में भी ज्यादा चांसेस ले ऑन द लेफ्ट विंग, इसलिए मतलब थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है पॉटर ने, और अगर थिंग्स डोंट गो वेल वी एटलीस्ट हैव अ सीनियर गाय लाइक अ कोवाचिच कमिंग ऑन, तो इंटेंसिटी कीप्स ऑन एटलीस्ट, इफ क्वालिटी नहीं तो वो समथिंग दैट मैं देख रहा हूँ कि यार मिक्स एंड मैच कर रहे, थोड़ा देखते हैं। एम्बापे कॉपी मोड्रिक, भाई एम्बापे तो नहीं बोलूंगा रूपक, इतना ही तो नहीं जाऊंगा टू बी ऑनेस्ट, लेकिन सच में पीपल, मैं यहाँ क्लेम नहीं कर रहा मैं यूक्रेनियन लीग देखा हूं, लेकिन इतना जरूर बोलूंगा दैट द गाय इज अ स्टार, अ फ्यूचर स्टार, आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑल यहाँ पर, मे बी आई एम द ऑड वन आउट, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ही इज अ सुपरस्टार, द गाय इज फॉर रियल, भाई बंदा इंप्रूवमेंट भी किया है बहुत एक साल में, दैट टेल्स मी अ लॉट। स्टार्टिंग 11 बनाते हो विदाउट इंजरीज एंड सब्स टू, डैम लेट्स सी, मैंने कल किया था यहाँ पर, मैं दिखा सकता हूँ, लेट मी जस्ट टेक अ सेकंड अगेन, डू लेट मी नो अगेन भाई, अगेन मोड्रिक अनाउंसमेंट ड्यू, तो मैं उसको इंक्लूड किया हूँ एज एक्सपेक्टेड, और सब लोग ये भी बोलिए, मैं कल किया था वापस से दिखा देता हूँ बिकॉज मुझे पूछ रहे हैं यहाँ पर, भाई दिस इज व्हाट स्टार्टिंग 11 फॉर द टाइमिंग इज, ऑफ कोर्स स्टर्लिंग स्ट्राइकर नहीं है, लेकिन बिकॉज हमारे पास हैवर्ट्स है, मे बी आप बोल सकते हो हैवर्ट्स वहां खेले, इवन ही इज नॉट अ स्ट्राइकर, इंकुंको आएंगे उस पोजीशन में, और जीएस जाएंगे मेरे ख्याल से, विल सेल हिम इन द समर एंड स्टर्लिंग विल मूव टू द राइट हैंड साइड, ये होगा इवेंचुअल लाइनअप, अस्यूमिंग कि कांटे और रीस जेम्स फिट है ऑब्वियसली, और जेन चिल्वेल भी वापस आ जाए, और फिलिक्स अगर हम साइन करते हैं बाय द समर, दिस इज व्हाट द लाइनअप लुक्स लाइक, व्हिच इन फैक्ट it's not a bad lineup honestly speaking, इंकुंको को ला दो तो I think it's a pretty good lineup anyway. हैवर्ट्स माउंट फिर से स्टार्ट, वही भाई काफी लोग हैवर्ट्स माउंट यार, आई नो दे नॉट ग्रेट बट ऑप्शंस क्या है, भाई सब लोग लाइक कर दीजिए, पुदिन थैंक्स फॉर मेंशनिंग दैट यार, मैं भूल गया था भाई, सब लोग लाइक कर दीजिए, एब्सोल्युटली हेल्प्स। ओके वी फिनिश 9th और 10th, इंडियंस का बोल रहे 6th, बिप्रा टेंशन मत लीजिए यार, बिप्रा आर्सेनल फैन है भाई, बिग अप टू बिप्रा, एब्सोल्युटली आई लव बिप्रा फॉर दैट रीजन यार, नो मैटर व्हाट, मैं कितना भी बैंटर करता हूं भाई, बिप्रा इज हियर एंड ही अंडरस्टैंड्स द थिन लाइन बिटवीन बैंटर एंड टॉक्सिसिटी, तो भाई मच लव टू बिप्रा, ऑल द बेस्ट टू आर्सेनल, इतना जरूर बोलूंगा दैट ऑल द बेस्ट टू आर्सेनल नॉर्थ लंदन डार्बी में, आई थिंक आज मतलब स्पर्स के साथ आर्सेनल, आइडियली मैं चाहूंगा एक ड्रॉ, और एक क्रेजी ड्रॉ हो जाए विद लॉट ऑफ रेड कार्ड्स, वो आइडियल सिचुएशन होगा बिप्रा, लेकिन आई हियर यू, जो लॉस हुआ इन टर्म्स ऑफ फिलिक्स और वापस से मुड्रिक, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई यू आर काइंड ऑफ गटेड, लेकिन कोई नहीं, आप फर्स्ट हो, इनफैक्ट मैंने टेबल दिखाया था भाई, मैन सिटी हारी है कल, याद रखिए, तो यस मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड आर इन द रेस बट कम ऑन यू आर स्टिल फेवरेट्स। ओके यहाँ पर टाइगर भी बोल रहे हैं अंकित भाई, टुडेज मैच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर जिएश, हैवर्ट्स एंड माउंट टू एटलीस्ट two or at least one of these three will be sold. हाँ, I think two of them will be sold summer में. Tiger Beast, I agree with you 100%. I think हाँ, डिपेंड्स कि हैवर्ट्स का कितना बिड आता है, क्योंकि अभी भी काफी यंग है, मतलब वैल्यू इज नॉट टू बैड, क्योंकि टेक्निकली आज भी यार ही हैज सम गुड मोमेंट्स एट बेस्ट, ठीक है। जियश आई थिंक वर्ल्ड कप अभी फ्रेश है, तो आई थिंक इट्स इनएविटेबल कि जियश टू सोल्ड होंगे, बिकॉज आई अगेन इज ही अ स्टार्टर फॉर चेल्सी 38 गेम्स के सीजन के लिए नेक्स्ट ईयर, नहीं मुझे नहीं लगता, और वो चाहते हैं स्टार्ट करे, तो आई डोंट सी दैट वो कहीं ना कहीं मिसमैच होगा। भाई FTW भी इन द हाउस, भाई सब लोग जो भी देख रहे हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अगेन आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू लाइक दिस स्ट्रीम यार, लाइक हो जाए भाई, 150 लाइक हो जाते हैं क्विकली तो बढ़िया रहेगा, लेकिन सब लोग अगर इफ यू आर न्यू टू द चैनल डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू हिट दैट सब्सक्राइब बटन, इट्स जस्ट अ प्रेस ऑफ अ बटन। यस ऑलमाइटी स्पोर्ट्स प्लस पे आज नहीं था, लेकिन होपफुली विल बी बैक, मैं सोचा था आज रात को वॉच लॉन्ग करेंगे एल क्लासिको का ऑन ऑलमाइटी स्पोर्ट्स प्लस, लेकिन आई थिंक दैट टीवी पर नहीं, तो देखते हैं उसके बारे में, लेकिन FTW भी उनका भी चैनल है भाई, सब लोग शाउट आउट है उनको भी। भैया एन अनबायस्ड क्वेश्चन फॉर यू फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव, बट डू यू थिंक दिस मनी स्प्लैश वुड वर्क फॉर चेल्सी? FTW भी इमीडिएटली तो नहीं, आंसर इज अ नो, लेकिन यहां पर लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोजेक्ट इज व्हाट पॉटर इकबाली एंड को बिलीव इन, मैं बिलीव नहीं करता अभी विद पॉटर बीइंग देयर, बट आई थिंक बर्ली इकबाली उनको बिलीव करते, तो विद दैट आई कैन सी कि क्यों हम लोग जा रहे हैं विद द फ्यूचर सुपरस्टार्स, these are potential future superstars. हाँ, हमने लैम्पार्ड के अंडर भी लिया था, आई रिमेंबर, ऑब्वियसली यू नो हावर्ट्स वाज दैट गाय जो लगा था भाई हमें नेक्स्ट बैलन डोर विनर मिलने वाला है, ही इज गोइंग टू बी अ बैलन डोर विनर इन अ फ्यू इयर्स. आई वुड नॉट से इट्स इम्पॉसिबल अभी, लेकिन इट्स क्लोजर टू इम्पॉसिबल अभी वो चीज. बट हमेशा गलत नहीं होता. होपफुली वी आर होपिंग कि यार ऐसा स्प्लैश जो है कहीं ना कहीं वी हैड टू डू बिकॉज वी हैड टू डू समथिंग एल्स. एक सेकंड भाई, निश्चित भाई मॉड बी केयरफुल. निश्चित अपॉलॉजीज यार, गलती से हुआ होगा, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर. निश्चित निश्चित, लेकिन बिग अप आपको, आपको भी शाउट आउट है भाई, कैसे हो. एंड डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू यू नो ऑफ कोर्स भाई, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, प्रेडिक्शन लीग मैंने इस बार किया था, लेकिन बाकी लोग ने नहीं किया पार्टिसिपेट. लेकिन रिमेंबर देयर इज अ प्रेडिक्शन लीग हैपनिंग फॉर मेंबर्स, तो निश्चित करना है. बाय द वे मेंबर स्ट्रीम भी करना है अपने को. शाउट आउट है आपको भाई. मॉड्स बी केयरफुल ऑफ whom you're deleting and not. डोंट डिलीट एनीथिंग, मैं बोलता हूँ, अनलेस इट्स रियली बैड. और मुझे बोलिए अगर आप डिलीट करना चाहते हो एकदम, लेकिन कोई नहीं. Thanks for that always. Apart from 3 players in this lineup, Hall, Chukwuemeka and Badiashile, all of them are going to be sold. Oh, प्रीतम चलो, what a comment bro. ये comment से देखते हैं भाई, हमने कल डिस्कस किया था who will be sold etc. आपको लगता है everyone will be sold? Really? हाँ, मतलब थियागो सिल्वा will end his career और probably he'll head to Brazil before retirement. हाँ लगता है. केपा अरिज़ाबलागा यार कौन लेगा यार, इतना एक्सपेंसिव गोलकीपर कौन लेगा. और ही इज नॉट टू बैड टू बी ऑनेस्ट, इट्स जस्ट दैट ही इज नॉट अ नंबर 1 फॉर अ चेल्सी लेवल. सच में बोलो तो एट द वेरी टॉप लेवल फॉर एन एंटायर सीजन. तो केपा मुझे लगता है सोल्ड तो नहीं होंगे. ही विल बी अ सेकंड चॉइस. आई कैन सी मेंडी गेटिंग सोल्ड as much as people do not like. Gallagher, yes, I agree. चालोबा I don't agree. चालोबा yes, पॉटर इतना बैक नहीं किए चालोबा का, लेकिन अभी लास्ट 2 मैचेस में ही इज बैक्ड हिम एज वेल. आई नो ऑप्शंस कम है, फिर भी चालोबा हैज प्लेड ओवर एस्पिलिक्वेटा आज यार. प्रीतम याद रखिए, अगर हम बैक 3 भी खेल रहे हैं, एस्पिलिक्वेटा इज नॉट अ बैड बैक 3 ऑप्शन एक्चुअली. अगर हम बैक 3 खेल रहे हैं, एस्पिलिक्वेटा वुड हैव बीन अ डिसेंट राइट सेंटर बैक, लेकिन एज अ राइट बैक ही इज लॉस्ट इट. तो कहीं ना कहीं आई थिंक चालोबा हैज बीन बैक्ड. आई डोंट थिंक वो सोल होंगे. देखिए, when it comes to चालोबा, गैलेगर और चुकुमेका एज वेल, जो आपने ऑलरेडी बताया प्रीतम, लेकिन आई कैन सी ये लोग इवेंचुअली होंगे स्क्वाड मेंबर्स. याद रखिए, देयर आर 5 सब्स्टिट्यूशंस. आई थिंक दैट दीज आर इंपॉर्टेंट स्क्वाड मेंबर्स. देखो चेल्सी में आइडेंटिटी क्या है प्रीतम, वी आर स्टिल रीबिल्डिंग आवर आइडेंटिटी. ठीक है, दैट रेजिलियंस जो चेल्सी वॉल हमेशा रहता था, दैट इज समथिंग कोर, वो मिसिंग अभी. तो देयर हमें चाहिए सम पीपल एटलीस्ट हु अंडरस्टैंड चेल्सीज कल्चर, हु अंडरस्टैंड इंग्लिश फुटबॉल. और चालोबा, गैलेगर, मेसन माउंट, चुकुमेका, यू नो बेन चिलवेल जब आ जाएंगे, रीस जेम्स ऑफ कोर्स, भाई ये लोग आर एसेंशियल आई थिंक इन द स्क्वाड. आई एक्चुअली बिलीव दैट, नॉट इन द स्टार्टिंग लेवल. आई डोंट मीन, भाई मैं तो बोलता हूँ जो भी नाम लिए ना उसमें से खाली फुल बैक जैसे बेन चिलवेल, रीस जेम्स डिजर्व करते हैं जब वो फिट हो टू प्ले इन द स्टार्टिंग 11. बाकी लोग नहीं. भाई पॉटर इंटरव्यू दे रहे, कोई लोग सुनकर बताओ भाई क्या बोल रहे. पॉटर, इट बी ग्रेट टू हियर यू ऑल. Tuchel didn't able to convince some players even after UCL, Club World Cup, Super Cup, but how Potter is doing it पता नहीं यार, देखते हैं. आई थिंक इज मनी टॉक्स यार, वो वाला चीज और कुछ नहीं है. भाई सब लोग अगेन जैसे मुदित बोल रहे भाई, थैंक्स फॉर दैट. अरे भाई डेरियन क्या हाल है भाई. हाइप तो भाई हमेशा रहते हैं, वो अलग बात है कि बाद में टाइट इशू हो जाता है. हाइप तो हमेशा रहता है भाई चेल्सी गेम्स के लिए. स्पेशली आप अपने क्लब को हाइप तो करोगे यार थोड़ा बहुत. आई नो थोड़ा सा आप पेसिमिस्टिक हो सकते हो एट बेस्ट, स्पेशली जब क्रिस्टल पैलेस के ऐसे फॉरवर्ड है भाई. देखिए आयु, ओलिसे, जाहा, ऐसे भाई दैट्स क्रेजी. लेकिन याद रखिए यहाँ पर क्लब आज स्टैम्फोर्ड ब्रिज आज थोड़ा रॉकिंग रहेगा मेरे ख्याल से, होपफुली. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, फुटबॉल ब्लडी हेल भाई आज क्रेजी है यार. वन ऑफ दोस नाइट्स, इट्स लाइक चेल्सी, बार्सिलोना, आर्सेनल, भाई इतने सारी चीजें आज एब्सोल्युटली. और बाय द वे शाउट आउट दे रहा हूं, आई नो इट्स अ क्रिकेट स्ट्रीम भाई. विराट कोहली अनदर सेंचुरी, 3 in 4, ग्रेट. बट एनीवे, थियागो सिल्वा, ओके. चेल्सी फैंस आर delusional. अरे भाई बहुत स्ट्रांग है आपका. won't even question their owners and board decisions even after knowing that they are irrational, whereas rational Chelsea fans are questioning the board. चलो भाई आपकी ओपिनियन है. ओवरलॉर्ड 141 कहीं ना कहीं आई थिंक ऑनेस्टली मैं बोलूं एकदम स्ट्रेट वर्ड्स में, ओवरलॉर्ड 141. मैं देख रहा हूं आप काफी सारे नेगेटिव कमेंट्स दे रहे हो कल तक, आपका व्यू पॉइंट है, चलो फेयर इनफ. व्हाट आई वुड एक्चुअली से इज, फॉर वंस मैंने ये नहीं बोला है कि यार इट इज द एब्सोल्यूट वन थिंग दैट वी नीडेड टू साइन मोड्रिक, एटलीस्ट इफ यू आर एमिंग टू मी. पता नहीं आप किसको एम कर रहे हो, ठीक है. एक बार भी ये नहीं बोला. क्या मैंने बोला है कि क्या मोड्रिक हमारे फॉरवर्ड लाइन को अपग्रेड करता है? 120% करता है भाई, 120% करता है. क्या मोड्रिक इज अ फ्यूचर सुपरस्टार? आई बिलीव इट्स 99%। आप देख लिख कर देखो, विल बी अ फ्यूचर सुपरस्टार, आई एम टेलिंग यू। यस, आई माइट बी प्रूवन रॉन्ग, ये मेरा ओपिनियन है, हैविंग सीन फुटबॉल फॉर 25 years and having seen Modric perform in the Champions League, which is the highest stage of football, bro। ठीक है, इतना बात बोल रहा हूँ। फिलिक्स, आधी घंटा में समझा दिया फिलिक्स की ही इज एन अपग्रेड टू आवर लाइनअप, देयर इज नो टू वेज अबाउट इट। हाँ, हमें सेंट्रल मिडफील्डर चाहिए, राइट बैक चाहिए, बट आप अज्यूम कर रहे हो ओवरलॉर्ड 1-4-1 along with 1-4 few more people। आई नो मैं थोड़ा एजिटेटेड हो रहा हूँ, बट होना भी चाहिए भाई। आप लोग क्यों अज्यूम कर रहे हो कि 16 दिनों में हमने कुछ नहीं करना है? हाँ, 16 दिनों में हम नहीं करेंगे, तब हम बात करेंगे यार, तब मैं रैंट करूंगा उसके बारे में। अभी आई हैव टू बी हैप्पी बिकॉज मेरी क्लब ने, दैट इज माय ओन ब्लडी क्लब, माय क्लब हैज एक्चुअली डाउन्ड आर्सेनल ट्वाइस इन 1 week। आई एम एक्साइटेड ब्रो, ऑब्वियसली आई एम एक्साइटेड, क्योंकि मुझे मालूम है मैं प्री अब्रामोविच एरा से देख रहा हूँ फुटबॉल, ठीक है? तो इफ आई एम सीइंग फुटबॉल फ्रॉम प्री अब्रामोविच एरा, आई नो हाउ मच आर्सेनल यूज्ड टू डोमिनेट चेल्सी, आई एब्सोल्युटली नो इट। एंड मुझे मालूम है कितना बैंटर होता था पहले। मेरे बहुत फ्रेंड्स हैं आर्सेनल फैंस, ओके, 20 सालों से जो हमने किया कंसिस्टेंटली, दैट इज काइंड ऑफ गोइंग अवे। तो ये मौका मिला यार, और उसके लिए नहीं, द गाय अपग्रेड्स आवर टीम, सिंपल एज दैट। मेरे पैसे नहीं है, मेरे बाप के पैसे नहीं है भाई, it's not my paise, it is my point of view, so let's not say delusional and stuff, bro। I think there is a thin line that we need not to cross, let's be very honest। I am highlighting a comment क्योंकि यहां पर मैं क्लियरली बताना चाहता हूं भाई, कोई भी ट्रांसफर करते हो आप, कहीं भी जॉब में जाते हो आप, इट इज नॉट अ गारंटी दैट थिंग्स विल वर्क, बट यू हैव टू टेक अ रिस्क, यू हैव टू मेक अ स्टेटमेंट। और यहां स्टेटमेंट किया है। यस, यू कैन से टॉड बर्ली एंड को आर डिल्यूशनल, एब्सोल्युटली आप बोल सकते हो, वो फीफा मैनेजर खेल रहे हैं, मैं डिसएग्री नहीं कर रहा, बट यार क्लियरली आप अज्यूम करें कि हमारी बोर्ड यहां पर बैठ के बेसिकली एज इन पापड़ बेल रही है, नहीं भाई। They are doing something। I have my trust in my board because that's my board। Yes, I do। It's a new board। मैं उनको benefit doubt देना चाहता हूं। I am not convinced with Potter ball। उनका फिलॉसफी नहीं समझ में आया मुझे अभी तक, बट अगर उसके पास बढ़िया प्लेयर्स मिल रहे हैं, अगर उसके पास इंजरी प्रोन प्लेयर्स वापस से फिट होकर आ रहे हैं, आई वुड एटलीस्ट सी कि चलो अगर वो अच्छा करता है तो आई विल बैक हिम। अभी के लिए आई डोंट हैव एनी ऑप्शन, डू आई? यहां पर अगर मैं बोलूंगा कि यार नहीं यार, सेंट्रल मिडफील्डर नहीं साइन किया, पागल है चेल्सी बोर्ड, पागलपंती कर रही है भाई। मुझे मालूम है, मैंने 25 सालों में 50 ट्रांसफर विंडो देखे भाई। I'm not bragging, वो एक फैक्ट है, इट्स अ फैक्ट। आई हैव सीन 50 ट्रांसफर विंडोज। ट्रांसफर्स हैपन ऑन January 31st आल्सो, एट डेडलाइन, जस्ट बिफोर डेडलाइन। तो रुकिए भाई, आप लोग सब ओवर रिएक्ट मत करिए। Let's be positive, and opposition fans who are trying to put ourselves down, let's not do that। Yes, we are in the mud in terms of football, but in terms of transfers, I won't take that anyway। People are saying why Havertz, striker, Fofana, no Oba is pathetic, no Broya, we don't have any option। Exactly, रियलिस्टिक हो जाते हैं यार, मतलब हमारे पास ऑप्शंस क्या है? एनीवे, थियागो सिल्वा को फॉरवर्ड खेला दो भाई। ये एक चीज पॉटर से मैं अग्री नहीं करता। पॉटर टुवर्ड्स एंड ऑफ मैचेस, आई थिंक अगेन, आज जैसे कुलीबाली खेल सकते थे फॉर एग्जांपल, नहीं, लेकिन कुलीबाली बेंच पर है। अब कुलीबाली इज अ गाय जो लास्ट मैच में मुझे लग रहा था ही इज द काइंड ऑफ गाय जो फॉरवर्ड जाके खेल सकते हैं इन द लास्ट फ्यू मिनट्स, अगर हम चेस कर रहे गेम को। वो चीज जो रूडिगर करते थे कभी कभी, दैट इज समथिंग दैट पॉटर इज मिसिंग, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग कि पॉटर, जूरी इज आउट। मैं कन्विंस नहीं हूं पॉटर से, मैं डायरेक्टली बोल रहा हूं, बट अभी जो है उसके साथ खेलना पड़ेगा भाई। आज मैच है, अभी तो चेंज नहीं कर सकते ना, पॉटर आउट अभी नहीं बोल सकता हूँ, नया मैनेजर लाओ किक ऑफ के जस्ट पहले। तो यार मैं बेवकूफीपन नहीं करता, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट। कोई नहीं, क्रिस्टल पैलेस भी सो रही है। आई वुड नॉट से दे हैव बीन ग्रेट, ऑन एंड ऑफ रही है। पैट्रिक विएरा मैं बोलूंगा काफी अच्छा किया इन टर्म्स ऑफ द सीजन, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं आई थिंक देयर फॉर्म इज नॉट ग्रेट। मतलब इनफैक्ट हाँ, स्लाइटली बेटर है चेल्सी से ऑन पेपर। चेल्सी ने लास्ट 5 मैचेस में आई थिंक एक ड्रॉ किया है, एक जीता है और 3 लॉसेस है। क्रिस्टल पैलेस के लास्ट 5 में 2 विन्स है बट 3 लॉसेस है, तो थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है। लेकिन क्रिस्टल पैलेस हैवंट बीन डूइंग वेल ईदर। लेकिन उनके स्ट्राइकर्स, आई थिंक ओलिसे इज समवन हु इज इन गुड फॉर्म इन माय ओपिनियन। हॉल के साथ मैं अग्री नहीं करता हूँ विद पॉटर, देरेन आप जानते हो मेरा एब्सोल्युटली। क्या वेस्ट हैम रेलेगेट होंगे? डेक्लन राइस निश्चित रेलेगेट का डाउट है। चलो भाई सब लोग, अभी यार 12 मिनट बाकी है, तो लेट्स एक्चुअली टॉक अबाउट दैट। हाँ, बाय द वे एक और मैच हो रहा है न्यूकासल का, न्यूकासल फुलम हो रहा है, वो भी अच्छा मैच होने वाला है। पीपल डू लेट मी नो उसके प्रेडिक्शंस मीनवाइल। न्यूकासल आप देख रहे हो 4th है, फुलम 6th। वाओ, फुलम ट्राई फॉर द टॉप 5 स्पॉट्स पीपल। भाई हो सकता है अगर बेसिकली फुलम जीते न्यूकासल के साथ और टॉटनम अगर हारे आर्सेनल के साथ, तो भाई फुलहम विल गो ओवर टॉटनम, वाओ फिफ्थ, बट क्रेजी सीजन यार। रेलीगेशन देखिए, यहाँ क्वेश्चन था रेलीगेशन के बारे में, यहाँ पर मैं देख रहा हूँ वेस्ट हैम, एवर्टन, साउथहैम्पटन। देखिए आई थिंक लैम्पार्ड विल बी आउट, एज मच एज मैं काफी बैक करता हूँ लैम्पार्ड को, आई थिंक ही इज अंडररेटेड, लेकिन भाई डिफेंसिवली इज नॉट गुड, ही इज नॉट द काइंड ऑफ मैनेजर जो एवर्टन को बेसिकली बचाए सीजन आफ्टर सीजन। आई थिंक इज नॉट दैट काइंड ऑफ मैनेजर विद दैट एवर्टन का प्रेशर। तो आई थिंक लैम्पार्ड आउट होने वाला है, एंड आई बिलीव एवर्टन अदरवाइज विल गेट रेलीगेटेड, अगर वो लोग नया मैनेजर नहीं लाते तो। मेरा प्रिडिक्शन यहाँ है इन टर्म्स ऑफ रेलीगेशन, आई एम सीइंग भाई साउथहैम्पटन एज मच एज उन्होंने सिटी को बीट किया, आई थिंक दे आर गेटिंग रेलीगेटेड 100%। सेकंड, मैं बोल रहा हूँ यहाँ पर, यस पीपल माइट डिसएग्री, लेकिन अभी भी मुझे लगता है नॉटिंघम फॉरेस्ट रेलीगेट होगी। यस नॉटिंघम फॉरेस्ट काफी इंप्रूव की है, हमने खेला था नॉटिंघम फॉरेस्ट के साथ में, लेकिन आई थिंक दे विल गेट रेलीगेटेड। इट्स आई नो वेरी फार, दे आर व्हाट 5 पॉइंट्स अवे फ्रॉम रेलीगेशन, लेकिन यार अभी आधा ही सीजन हुआ है, पीपल फॉरगेट भाई, आधा ही सीजन हुआ है, इट्स 19th मैच फॉर मेनी टीम्स, तो आई थिंक इट्स अ लॉट टू प्ले फॉर, इट्स अबाउट फॉर्म एज वेल। और तो तीसरी टीम होगी वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट होगा, लेकिन आई थिंक इट्स बी बोर्नमouth, आई थिंक बोर्नमouth होगा। तो नॉटिंघम फॉरेस्ट, बोर्नमouth और साउथहैम्पटन मेरे ऑप्शन है अभी। आई थिंक एवर्टन वेस्ट हैम जस्ट अबाउट कर लेगी सेफ, वेस्ट हैम के पास तो है बंदे ऐसे भी है, आई नो एंटोनियो के पास हम जा रहे थे, लेकिन और डेक्लन राइस समर में हम शायद जाएंगे वापस, और माइट बी अदर क्लब्स, लेकिन अभी के लिए दे हैव दोस प्लेयर्स, आई थिंक दे हैव इनफ क्वालिटी। एवर्टन दे नीड टू चेंज मैनेजर, नहीं तो यू कैन रिप्लेस नॉटिंघम फॉरेस्ट विद एवर्टन। ये है मेरा प्रेडिक्शन, आप लोग भी बोलिए इन द चैट। यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं आप क्या बोल रहे हैं। और so disappointing to see Havertz and Mount. Hall at left back is also a managerial blunder. Yeah, Hall at left back I 100% agree. Havertz, Mount, maybe आप क्या कर सकते हैं, मे बी चुकुमेका को थोड़ा लेफ्ट फॉरवर्ड खिला दो, और विड्रॉन फॉरवर्ड खिला दो, और आप कोवाचिच को खिला सकते थे, और हैवर्ट्स माउंट में से एक जन को खिला सकते थे, एक जन को खिलाना ही था, बिकॉज पॉटर डज नॉट बिलीव इन ओबामयांग उससे ठीक से बात नहीं कर रहा, और 100% नहीं दे रहा पिच पर, एनीवेयर क्लोज, लेसर देन व्हाट हैवर्ट्स इज आल्सो गिवन, इसलिए शायद वही है, आप बेसिकली बिटवीन द डेविल एंड द डीप ब्लू सी है, सिंपल, आपको एक सेलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा, तो आप हैवर्ट्स के साथ गए हो, अजिंक्य ये है। Will some manager play this mods in their mids in their original position for once? Banter FC. पता नहीं क्या बोलेगा यार, बल्कि लेते। Lone Wolf in the house. Nice to see you, bro. Always. Mudryk is a star. भाई, he will be a star. अब वही है. Hopefully sooner than later हो जाए. देखते हैं भाई डेरिन क्या बोल रहे हैं। Why are people reacting like our attack is so good and we score 5+ every match? Not you अंकित भाई, talking in general. I agree overpriced but we need a spark in attack. बिल्कुल, मैं वापस से दिखाना चाहता हूँ समथिंग दैट आई थिंक मैंने दिखाया था कल परसों, 2 स्ट्रीम्स में बैक टू बैक मैंने दिखाया था। ऑलमाइटी स्पोर्ट्स प्लस पे हमने स्ट्रीम किया था कल, और आई हैड इवन आई थिंक स्ट्रीम ऑन ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी कल रात को, इमरजेंसी स्ट्रीम की थी मुड्रिक। तो यहाँ पर देखिए मैंने एक दिखाया था, और मैं वापस से हाईलाइट करना चाहता हूँ, और वो एक चीज है, आई थिंक एज मच एज डिफेंस हैज टू बी वर्कड आउट इन टर्म्स ऑफ टैक्टिक्स और कॉन्फिडेंस, फॉर्म, फिटनेस इन मिडफील्ड, दीज थिंग्स वो हमेशा ड्यू है, और ट्रांसफर्स भी, लेकिन साथ साथ में ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते जैसे डेरेन ने बोल रहे दैट वी आर डूइंग वेल, वेरी वेल। ओके, यहाँ देखिए भाई, रियली फॉर पीपल सेइंग दैट वी डोंट नीड अ विंगर, वी डोंट नीड अ अटैकर, रियली आप स्टार्ट देखिए, मैं और बताने नहीं चाहता, आप स्टार्ट देखिए। आई डिसएग्री विद दैट स्टेटमेंट, आई थिंक हमें चेंज करने सर्टेन प्लेयर्स, वी नीड टू डू दैट इवेंचुअली। आप अगर एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि सब आकर समर में चल जाएंगे और सब समर में आ जाएंगे, तब ऐसे नहीं होते भाई ट्रांसफर, फीफा नहीं खेल रहा अपन। जब अच्छा प्लेयर अवेलेबल होता है, जब आपको पता है कि एनीवे आपके रफाएल लियो नहीं आने वाले, और अभी अगर मुड्रिक अवेलेबल है, अगर क्वारेस के लिए अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो वी आर गोइंग विद मुड्रिक, दैट इज द थिंग दैट वी हैव गॉन विद। फिलिक्स ऐसे भी ऑन लोन है, रिमेंबर, इट्स नॉट अ लॉन्ग टर्म थिंग। हाँ, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। नॉर्मल कंस्ट्रक्टिव क्रिटिसिज्म 100% चलता है, एंड इसलिए मैं मॉड्स को भी बोल रहा हूँ, डू नॉट ब्लॉक एनीवन अनलेस यू क्रॉस द लाइन। तो आप वो मत करिए, डेफिनेटली आप अगर अग्री नहीं करते, यू आर मोर देन वेलकम, इट्स अ फैन चैनल फॉर ऑल टू सी, मैं ऐसे नहीं बोलता हूँ, लेकिन जहां मैं डिसएग्री होऊंगा तो मैं तो डिसएग्री होऊंगा, और आप अगर डिसएग्री होंगे तो होंगे, तो इधर वे इज फाइन, मैं रीजनिंग दे रहा हूँ अपना, और मैं अग्री नहीं करता अपने बोर्ड से टोटली, आई डोंट अग्री, लेकिन ऐसे नहीं बोलूंगा दैट इट इज एज इन totally out of the box or totally unnecessary नहीं बोलूंगा, it is to some extent necessary. Hello to Harjas, Adri, चलो interesting, thanks for sharing that भाई। नेक्स्ट कौन आ रहा है? भाई मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, नेक्स्ट आ रहा है भाई, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ पर आई वोंट माइंड अगेन, यहाँ पर फॉर वॉट एवर रीजन राइट बैक से लिंक नहीं हुए, तो कहीं ना कहीं डुजॉन स्टेलिंग को ला दो, मैं तो बोलता हूँ भाई किसी को लाओ, लेकिन लुक्स लाइक पहले पॉटर और जो मैनेजमेंट है, दे आर ट्राइंग कि मेडिकली पीपल आर फिट इनफ टू कम बैक, और दे आर होपिंग कि रूबन लॉफ्टस चीक और कांटे में से एक जन काइंड ऑफ कैन बी एन ऑप्शन इन मिडफील्ड से बाय द एंड ऑफ फेब्रुअरी एटलीस्ट, ठीक है, वो मुझे लग रहा है एज थिंग्स स्टैंड। और मे बी इट राइट बैक, दे आर थिंकिंग दैट रीस जेम्स इज बैक बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस मंथ, वही लग रहा है और कुछ नहीं है। हाँ भाई, रियली सुशांत, मैंने ज्यादा यूट्यूब चैनल को देखा नहीं, क्योंकि आप देख रहे हो मैं कल रोज दो दो स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ आजकल, लेकिन अगर ऐसे है तो भाई आई डोंट नो व्हाई दे आर ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग। यस, इट इज फीफा मैनेजर, होता है भाई। अगर आप लोग, पता नहीं यार सुशांत, मतलब इतना जरूर बोल सकता हूँ, आई कैन नॉट स्पीक फॉर अदर्स, बिग अप टू एवरीवन यहाँ पर, मैं मेरे बारे में बोल सकता हूँ। मैंने भाई 50 ट्रांसफर देखे, एंड आई एम नॉट इवन जोकिंग, इतने ट्रांसफर विंडो देखे, और मुझे पता है दैट अगर आपको कुछ करना है अगेंस्ट योर कंपटीशन, आपको बीट करना पड़ेगा कंपटीशन को। बट ये भी पता है कि जो फुटबॉल होती है वो ट्रांसफर्स में नहीं जीती जाती, वो पिच पर जीती जाती। तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे दे हैव टू परफॉर्म, इसलिए पॉटर बॉल थोड़ा सा मैं बोलूंगा नेगेटिव ज्यादा कंपेयर टू द ट्रांसफर्स। मैं आई एम मोर नेगेटिव ऑन पॉटर बॉल कंपेयर टू द ट्रांसफर्स। आई डोंट थिंक ट्रांसफर्स हैव बीन बैड। हम लोग सब अज्यूम कर रहे हैं दुनिया में कि भाई जैसे मुड्रिक ने लास्ट एक साल में ना अपना नाम बनाया है एट लेफ्ट विंग पोजीशन, why are you all assuming कि Andre Santos नहीं कर सकते in midfield? Why are you all assuming कि Chukwuemeka cannot upgrade his skills by playing 90 minutes आज, और वो improvement नहीं दिखाएगा week by week? We are all assuming. भाई again remember, late 90s early 2000s में Chelsea used to have a lot of people from the academy. We had restarted that under Lampard. अभी कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है Potter is one of them जो back करेंगे. So let's hope for the best. Nice to see Moin भाई। सब लोग अगेन लाइनअप हमने दिखाया था, डू लेट मी नो योर प्रेडिक्शंस। मैं यहाँ पे बोल रहा हूँ गोल्स गलोर होने वाले। यस, चेल्सी स्कोर नहीं करती, बट द फैक्ट इज अभी कंपटीशन आ गया है, तो आई कैन सी, रिमेंबर दिस इज द फॉर्म दोनों टीम्स का घटिया फॉर्म है, स्पेशली चेल्सी का। और डाबी मैचेस हमें चाहिए पैशन देखने को। लेकिन लुकिंग एट दिस लाइनअप, लुइस हॉल, चालोबा, क्वेश्चन मार्क, बार्डिशले, डेब्यू, चुकुमेका भी स्टार्टर में हमें खेलते नहीं हमेशा, जियश कमिटमेंट फॉर 90 मिनट्स क्वेश्चन मार्क थोड़ा सा है, बेंच इतनी स्ट्रांग है कि नहीं क्वेश्चन मार्क है चेल्सी का। तो कंसिडरिंग ऑल दिस, मैं बोल रहा हूँ चेल्सी 100% करेगी कंसीड 2 गोल्स। यस, आई एम नॉट पॉजिटिव अबाउट द गेम एज मच एज मैं पॉजिटिव अबाउट द लार्जर पिक्चर। जनरली मैं थोड़ा एक्साइटमेंट रख रहा हूँ, बट आई फील कि दो गोल्स कंसीड करेंगे, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग इट्स अ ड्रॉ, बिकॉज मुझे नहीं लगता 3 गोल्स ऑल ऑफ अ सडन मारेंगे। हमें एक गोल मारने में तकलीफ हो रही है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ 2 ऑल। तो चेल्सी 2, क्रिस्टल पैलेस 2। आई एम स्टिकिंग टू माय प्रेडिक्शन जो मैंने कल किया था, आप लोग भी बोलेगा डेफिनेटली। Okay, we have Prasanna in the house. Prasanna, what's up, bro? Long time no see. क्या हाल है?
Yeah, just got off the women's game stream and we stole a point. I don't know how. We still are on
Okay.
top of the table. At least I got a joy to see a team that has balls mentality. Yeah.
That is what he needs. See, that is the thing. So I know on the pitch it matters. जो हम pitch पे करते हैं वही matter करेगा लास्ट में। हम whatever we do in transfer market, whatever we do off the field, whatever Potter ball is not working, his attitude is not good. In terms of men's team, इतना ही जरूर बोलूंगा that at least Todd Burley, Iqbali and co are showing the balls and at least trying to back the manager. I'm assuming, or they
Yeah.
are saying कि भाई ये ले लो, और Potter is backing them, one of the other. So quickly, I know match is about to start, but quickly your reactions on the transfer, because there's not a lot of negativity flowing around. But what do you think overall? I am still on the fence, but more on the positive side. But where are you? And of course about the match today.
I mean, funny we need a midfielder and a right back and we're still going for attackers. That says all you need to know. But as long as that does not hinder us getting a midfielder and an attacker, I'm happy with that. But still going into this game, good to see Badiashile starting. Chalobah at right back. We have kind of been screaming for that to happen. Luis Saul at the left. But Mount, Havertz, Jorginho and all starting, I'm not pretty confident. We might score. I think we will. But I think 1-1. I think 1-1 will happen.
1-1. I'm going for a 2-1 and Zedare with all the funny banter. How to lose money in 10 days, easy ways to become a beggar. By Zedare, billionaire ऐसे नहीं बनते.
No. Like, Ball is never becoming a beggar. He earns enough money in the MLB. He earns enough money in franchises. So don't even think
I
of
mean,
that.
Prasanna is first-hand proof of that. By the way, big up to Michael Talks Football. Michael, I did see you in the chat. So nice to see you as always. By everyone in the house, do let me know your final predictions, and of course Newcastle and Fulham also let me know predictions. By the way, big up to Viali here, the late Viali, rest in peace, and of course all the thoughts
Yes.
go to his family. There's a lot which is going on today and this week for Viali. Of course, the Chelsea players, I believe they had trained in
Really
special
night kid.
jersey.
Yeah.
Correct, as in we all know that. So I think one of the greatest forward that we've had, and one of the greatest player managers that I think greatest player manager that probably English football has seen.
I
Simply
think
put, I
all the
don't think.
previous players are also coming on. You see Mark Hughes, all of them are coming onto the pitch itself, so that's great to see.
Hmm. Okay, so chalo bhai,
Yeah, man,
let's see.
I have to jump. So it was nice being on here. So I'll
Sure,
probably
no
be here
problem.
at full time.
And you're
I'll let you
welcome
know.
again if you want to come on. I'm
Yeah,
willing to
yeah.
watch
I'll let
along
you know.
post match. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so people, let me know in the chat. भाई सब लोग लाइक कर दीजिए. क्या हुआ? लाइक्स बहुत कम हो रहे भाई. इतना गुस्सा भाई, इतना गुस्सा अच्छा नहीं है. लाइक कर दीजिए भाई. 75 likes, really? Come on, we can double the likes. Thanks Bipra for reminding, as well as the others, by sub mods and members especially. Todd Wally is a owner. He can do fan, as we can have different reactions. We can't expect from Todd that he'd bring what we want. Even he's thinking hard. But yeah, again, it's easy for us to just complain all the time. But let's see. Okay, by Michael is coming on. Okay, let me just send the link to Michael as well. Michael, sorry, I saw your message late. I know Shrey is waiting in the background. Let me just add him in a minute. But yeah, again, people do let me know the predictions for Chelsea, Crystal Palace and Newcastle Fulham as well. I know मैंने lineup नहीं दिखाई है यहाँ पर Newcastle Fulham की, but again big up to Viali. भाई श्रेय क्या हाल है, कैसे
Really
हो?
sorry भैया, late होने के लिए, and really apologies to the chat as well. And कैसे भैया?
नो प्रॉब्लम ब्रो, ऑलवेज वेलकम योर ऑल गुड. मैं देख रहा हूँ इतनी नेगेटिविटी फैली हुई है. हमने खुद बहुत बात किया ट्रांसफर्स में ओवर द लास्ट फ्यू वीक्स. आई नो ये फीफा मैनेजर खेल रहे हैं, हाईजैक मोड खेल रहे हैं, वो सब अग्री करते हैं, बट मैं उस पर अड़ा हूँ. आई थिंक द पीपल आर बिट टू नेगेटिव, बिकॉज आई थिंक विद ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू एवरीवन, आधे लोग ने आई थिंक मुड्रिक को देखा नहीं है. भाई द गाय इज अ फैंटास्टिक प्रोस्पेक्ट. ही इज अ फैंटास्टिक प्रोस्पेक्ट.
मैं सैडली इस पे वीडियो बना नहीं पा रहा क्योंकि ऑफिस काम से आज संडे को भी काम करना पड़ रहा है, लेकिन मैं एक ही चीज बोलूंगा, लोग ये समझ नहीं रहे. एक तो एंजो की डील में आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ पे ना अंकित भाई हम ट्रांसफर्स का समझते नहीं है. उन्होंने बोला है 60 मिलियन फिक्स्ड, तो 60 मिलियन में भी किसी को नहीं पता कि स्ट्रेट अवे आप कैश दे रहे हो 60 मिलियन का, वो भी इंस्टॉलमेंट में है. एंजो की डील स्ट्रेट अवे आपको 120 मिलियन देनी है. तो एक तो बात नंबर 1 है.
द मनी
और अंकित
एस्पेक्ट
भाई,
ऑफ इट,
आपको याद है हम अपनी टीम में पिछली बार कितना परेशान हो रहे थे? लाइक याद है जो हम लास्ट मैच फुलहम के साथ था ना, फर्स्ट मैच अगेंस्ट फुलहम, एंड बिग अप टू माइकल एज वेल.
Michael, right timing, bro. Sorry, bro, I saw your message late. Michael is like, come on, as in, I've already gone through crazy madness with Liverpool. Chelsea are like, giving me all the bonkers stuff possible. Michael, while the match has started, quick reactions from you as well. I know you want to speak about Mudryk, and of course, I'm assuming Liverpool. How are you?
Ankit, I told you about Liverpool. We're going to lose 3-1. It was worse. It was 3-0.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it was... I'm done. I'm done with Liverpool.
Oh man, beginning chance. What is this? Are Chelsea actually starting on the front foot for once?
Conor
Chukwuemeka
Gallagher.
with a run.
Chukwuemeka... Hey, you guys actually might be scoring a goal today. Would you believe it? An open play goal. Not from set piece like it's always been.
I have a scoring too, because I think Stamford Bridge hopefully will be rocking for a change. The fact that Burley's gone mad, and Stamford Bridge, you know how it is.
Oh, he's definitely got mad, Ankit. That's for sure.
It's madness. That's the only way to put it, right? As in, there's no two ways. Okay, that should have been a goal by Chalobah, man. They missed it. What a corner chance, yaar. Lewis Hall, see, that's where he missed Chilwell. Oh man, Lewis Hall with a cross. What a clearance by Crystal Palace. I think was it Gay, the captain, ex-Chelsea man? I don't know. But yeah, as in, Michael, please let me know your thoughts, bro, about Mudryk.
I think it's a good signing. Except for the price.
Exactly.
The price is stupid. Like, nobody can, like, come on, man. It's 100 million for a guy who's played 30 professional games. But the player is what you need. You need this player desperately.
Yeah.
So I actually think it's a really good signing, and it's for the future. Like, yeah, he might not be good immediately, even though he makes his debut against Liverpool. Bro, he's scoring a goal. Guaranteed. Against our defense, he's guaranteed to score a goal. So, overall, you need pace. in behind, you just need a midfield to give him the ball. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
You just need to get a midfielder, which I think still Todd Bowley's going to get. You're going to try and get somebody like Caicedo or Enzo still in this transfer window. So once you get that, look, I think it's good, bright future for Chelsea. Like, right, you're not going to win the Premier League or Champions League next season. So might as well just build for the future, get them chemistry, and just have to see if Potter is the guy. So Mudryk, overall, good signing.
Ziyech, oh man, Ziyech almost got it. Yeah, as in, I'm very glad that Michael has stepped onto the stream, Michael, because see, a lot of times our knee-jerk reactions when it comes to the fans, including us. Let's be honest, we all react a lot of times. Honestly speaking, like Michael, why I'm kind of pointing out Michael here, because I know that European football, as in Michael, is something that he has very close to his chest, and that's what even I believe in. Michael, we have actually spoken on Champions League streams, and not about those matches. It's he's like one of those who changes games by the scruff of the neck. He has that potential. That is something that we needed, like a Felix has, right? As in, we don't want someone who's just, with the flow goes on, who's one of the several options. Someone who stands out. I think, Shrey, please correct me if I'm wrong. Chelsea has been a club, whether we like it or not. When Hazard was there, when Hazard left, we haven't replaced Hazard as much as Pulisic has come, and Pulisic has that potential at best. But we need that star quality somewhere down the line. And Hazard came very young. I know I'm comparing with Hazard, but I think Mudryk he has more strength than Hazard. I think he can do excellent. I genuinely believe. Shrey, what do you think?
I think for me, Ankit, also the thing is that in the last stream also, you and I were banging our head into the wall like if we had a ball, because we all were frustrated to see Havertz and Mount up front, because no disrespect, but it's such a slow attack. It's a very, very slow attack. And I think a lot of Chelsea fans are having a lot of good dreams of Havertz, Mount and Felix. They won't work. These three won't work together. The pace won't be there. Power won't be there. The tenacity won't be there.
Wow, we're playing some good football, by the way. Mount, oh man, one more corner. Talk about Mount. Here's Shrey and like, okay, maybe you.
Yeah, and I think today also we are playing well because we are getting that pace from behind from Luis Hall. And today Connor is playing. So Connor provides a bit of tenacity there in terms of the pace. But I will say one thing. The thing that Chelsea are trying to build in the future is I think they're trying to have Mudryk at the left wing, which is a good one. At least he can provide you a bit of like aggression, the way he goes with the pace, the dribbles. That's the thing we have been missing. A bit of scare. Like with Chelsea, the thing is we don't have a player that occupies 2 or 3 defenders. Like, I know people will laugh at me, but I'll rather have Werner in my team right now than Havertz. That's how, like,
no, it's true. It's true.
Falling.
I think Werner, at least as in he's going to miss. But like, say, I don't know, Michael, where are you on Nunes? Like, Nunes kind of reminds me in a strange way of Werner, because as much as he misses, and I know that people will question, but the guy gives his all and he's running for like crazy.
Exactly.
And apparently chances will come eventually, right?
Yeah, exactly. He'll eventually start banking in the goals. But I'll give him credit. He's the only one who's shown any sort of fight in Liverpool. Everybody else is just a bunch of pudding right now. They're flat as heck. And I'm done with the team, man. I'm done. I'm actually done with Klopp. I'm done with him, man. There's no fight anymore. Yeah, I'm done with him.
The gesture yesterday, was it to say that as in sorry, or was it like...
Yeah, it was say sorry to the fans because of the absolutely god-awful performance. That was the worst performance I've seen since Roy Hodgson times. We were dominated for 90 minutes up against a bunch of Seagulls. Shout out to the Seagulls, but come on. Really? Liverpool Football Club. I'm done. There's no going back anymore.
And especially the fact that, come on, and Gross is playing right back, and Liverpool hardly had a chance, man. As in,
no, we didn't have a corner. Ankit, we didn't have a corner until the 90th minute.
Wow. That's crazy. That's a crazy start in itself. But Del Boy Gunner TV, how are you? I hope you're well as well. By the way, what are you calling as an Arsenal after yesterday? Pretty sure now they're even more favorites.
Let's see about today. I mean, United are in the title race still.
And it's an away game, I know, but the Arsenal fans are like, come on, as in week getting beaten to Felix and Mudryk. I know that what matters is this season anyway.
Yeah, it's not looking the greatest for Arsenal. They need to sign somebody.
Jorginho,
they need squad depth.
God. See, this is the thing. We need a midfielder for that reason. Like Shrey has pointed out, like, we need that thing.
What is Jorginho doing? Oh, God.
He's trying to play Kung Fu against Zaha, man. Come on. It's nowhere close to what he can. Okay, question to the panel. On what basis can you claim that Mudryk is a good player? The guy has played 43 matches in 4 years in Ukrainian league, scoring just 12 goals. He's still unproven, so why the hype? Okay, I think Overlord, you've been saying so much since yesterday. I have said, I've tried to explain you like umpteen number of times. If you're not getting it, I'll get a neutral perspective. Michael, you want to take that one?
Okay, so why do you think Arsenal were pushing so hard to sign this player? Why do you think they were about to spend 85 million? Now, okay, is Mudryk worth 85 million? Of course not. No. But Shakhtar looked at what Antony and other players have gone for, who haven't really got a lot of experience compared to Mudryk, and just said, "Hey, if you want him, pay 100 million."
Nice.
Arsenal were not willing to do it. And look at, has Arteta really missed on any signings recently? No. So if Arteta rates him, and if you can get the best out of him, I think Mudryk can become a star. I generally think it. Now you can say, oh, he doesn't have experience, this sort of stuff. I think that's just more hate right now. I think it's more bitterness. Yeah. Maybe this guy's an Arsenal fan, who knows? So maybe he's just bitter because I think this
is not a Chelsea fan, that I'm 100% sure. But anyway, everyone is welcome. See, Shrey, before I go to you, if I can just add to what Michael said. See, remember, sometimes as fans, I know, Overlord, you use the word delusional. I think we have double standards ourselves. I'll tell you why. A lot of Chelsea fans, including me, question the board that, as in, come on, always we are going for like the top names in world football only. And here we are going for someone at that price. But correct me if I'm wrong, people who know early 2000s when we used to recruit, when, Jose Mourinho had just come in, I think Roman, etc. wanted Ronaldinho to come in, but Jose was like, "Nahin, just give me these players and this is what I want," right? As in, pay, don't speak. I think in a very strange way, I know it's not exactly the same, but Mudryk comes in that category where he has that level of potential, but he's not, say, an Mbappe. He's not that, right? As in, it could have been easier for Boli to say that, come on, as in, Rafael Leao, yes, AC Milan are going to, give him a new contract, he's signing a new contract, but if he give 150 million, we are getting him. Simple as that. But he's not doing that, right? As in, pretty sure if we had told AC Milan, considering they don't have money at all, we'll pay in 5 installments, I am sure that they would have got tempted. But we are not going to do that. We are going with Mudryk, who is kind of not an unknown quantity, but he's somewhere in between. That is what we need. So when we are finally going for such players, yes, at a crazy price, that we don't agree. That I agree with you, Overlord. But we're at least going for players who are like not your obvious superstars. So simple as that. So I don't know. As in, Shrey, please continue.
Yeah, for me, on Mudryk, the only thing I want to say is I think the people have to understand that we are not signing him in terms of goal assist. He's not going to come and immediately put us into a top 4 or next year we're going to be title contenders. That's not going to happen. Like, this is a future signing, which I think we have to understand. Like, he's saying that he's a Saka replacement. He was being signed to be a replacement for Martinelli, so Arsenal can have a good competition at that place. And I think they missed out on that. And
what a mistake! Oh my God! Oh my Kepa savior, but not yet. Kepa is out of place. Oh my God! Thiago Silva saves us. Man, Bardesile is giving us Koulibaly vibes, but I know it's a little harsh. Lewis Hall again getting beaten. Lewis Hall is, I don't know why. As in, first of all, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but looks like we are playing like 3 in the back, or do you think like Lewis Hall is playing full back itself?
No, Lewis Hall is playing full back.
Oh man, I don't know why. As in, I know Kukure has been horrible as well, but come on, Lewis Hall is not a full back. I don't know why. Bardesile and Lewis Hall. It's the same mistake that Potter is making. I don't know, again and again. Anyway, we got saved. We just escaped. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, exactly. We saw this comment. Yesterday was perfect. United winning and Liverpool losing. Devesh, United fan in the house. But are United in the title race, people? Shrey?
I think I see, for me, today's victory can also change. Like, if Tottenham beat Arsenal, then it's even changed more, because then it's just like 8 points between Arsenal and Tottenham as well. So I think it's going to be very interesting the way it goes. But I still think that United are not in the title race because they are such a thin squad. They have a very, very thin squad, and one injury and they could again be back to like fighting for top 4. So I think they're not in the title race. And I think why put a pressure? Like, you enjoy your team's victory, enjoy the way Ten Hag is playing. United are more probably looking at the team that plays with intensity, plays for the shirt. Why need to bring that pressure of a title race? Like, Ten Hag also doesn't want to bring that. Enjoy this, enjoy his development, and keep playing the way they are. And they're looking a very good team to watch. And the manager has impressed me. Like, Ten Hag, I thought he's got to be very strict on his philosophy. Like, I won't change it, but he has. In big games,
Ziyech
he
is
has.
balling. Come on. Oh no, man. Ziyech almost got a through ball to Havertz. Yeah, then I agree with that analysis. Yeah, Shrey. Anup, thanks for sharing this. Yeah, Real Madrid fans. Yes, you will be probably first-hand kind of proof there that the guy actually had good games. And again, I know that he plays Celtic. If I'm not wrong, he did well in that game. Then against Real Madrid. As in, again, you can say 6 games you're talking about. It's not too much, but at least there is that potential, and before he kind of is got by the Real Madrids of the world, we have gone and got him. Simple as that. There's no two ways about it. But anyway, Badeshile not ready. Ankit bhai is lost. Michael, Badeshile, man, as in where are you? Like, how much have you got a chance to look at him? Like, Monaco.
Yeah, I actually quite like Barishile. I think it's his best attribute is his passing. That's his best attribute. So, I mean, look, he's still very young. I mean, he's been thrust into the Premier League because Koulibaly just hasn't worked out, which I'm shocked by. I can't believe how bad Koulibaly has been for Chelsea. So, if he makes a couple mistakes in his first game, you can't just go onto the guy. He needs time to adapt to the pace of the league. Like, it's a way different pace to the Ligue 1. It's a very physical Ligue 1, but the pace is different. Like, the Premier League is so high intense. I just think he'll become a good center back. You just got to give him time. And that's why he got a 7-year contract. It's not about now, it's about the future.
Yeah, exactly. But again, he's been counted in under 21 people. That's interesting because he's still very, very young, just like a Guardiola was. Obviously, Guardiola was the first target. But now that you're seeing, that's why I asked the back four or back three. Like, do you see Badishile doing enough in the back four? Oh wow, Ziyech balling. Whoa, man, Ziyech is like having an awesome game. I swear. I just hope that he finishes. But anyway.
Oh! I'm a little bit behind, but that was insane by Ziyech. Holy cow.
As in Ziyech has that. Imagine if, as in you have, again, we are linked with Madueke, then Ziyech, there's some positive competition after long. I know midfield, right back again will come to. But I think at some point you need that competition. It's almost like the players in Chelsea were quite comfortable. I that's what the vibes I got.
I agree.
They didn't care. Let's see.
I agree. I think though Pulisic is done. He's done at Chelsea. I think with this signing, he's done. Yeah. Unfortunately, from my perspective, but he's done.
He wants to start, and now the writing is on the wall. It's
it is. Yeah, they just got to try and they got to sell him off for like 40 million to some Serie A or Bundesliga team. I think that's the only way. You're not going to get back the money you bought him for.
Ziyech, oh my god, losing the ball finally. But yeah, so just coming back to it, like back three system, Badeshile. Where are you on this, Michael?
He could work in a back two. Preferably he would probably be in a back three just to get acquainted with the league. But you're gonna have to adapt soon, so might as well just thrust him into a back two. Show his attributes like right now, because you guys are mostly in possession against Crystal Palace. Looks like they're just sitting back and allowing you guys to have possession. So let him show his passing ability. I actually think he's very similar to Koulibaly, very physical, speed. So yeah, I think he works best in the back two.
अच्छा, by the way, सब लोग जो भी है, again I request everyone to like this stream, and I have tagged Michael Talks Football and Shrey FC in the description, people. So don't forget to definitely subscribe to them in case by chance you've not done by now. And again, do hit that like button and do share if possible. Ashish is asking for the El Clasico predictions, Super Copa. I don't know. So Shrey, क्या बोल रहे हो? Real Madrid, the leaking goals here.
I think they'll find a way to beat Barcelona because I've not been impressed so much with Xavi. Like the way Barca are going right now, I think they could do much better with the squad they've got, and I think he's under pressure as well, Xavi. Like with the money they have spent and hoping the levers and everything.
Havertz shit touch. Oh man, Havertz, man, he frustrates the hell out of us at times. He frustrates the hell out of us. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so you're going for Real Madrid. I'm going for Real Madrid. मैं just about. I think it goes to extra time and then penalties, right? If I'm not wrong. So yeah. So Michael, you're saying Barca or Real?
No, Madrid on pens. That's how I see it going.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think they have the winning mentality. I just feel that when it comes to cup competitions, that's the bottom line. Okay, let's see. Rudiger hat-trick within his saying a bit too much. Rudiger kind of plays everywhere. At times, you never know. But yeah, GK absolutely. Michael OP as well. Shrey OP ho jaye in the chat. Man, Crystal Palace are like literally playing only on counter as expected. But I have to say that our left-hand side could be a little bit better. I don't know, man. Again, Lewis Hall maybe might be one of the reasons, but interesting, Kovacic is not playing. We didn't discuss on that. Like, Shrey,
he had a pretty poor game against Fulham. He was pretty bad.
In fact, terrible.
Yeah, he was terrible. Even though I really love Kovacic, but he was terrible against Fulham. So, but that's I think that's a good side of Potter. Maybe he's showing he can be ruthless. I mean, he can't drop Mount and Havertz because you guys don't have any other options. Like, who else are you gonna play? Aubameyang? Come on, really?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Aubameyang is simply not playing for the club. It's so simple. Like anyone who's watched football for a long time clearly knows that he isn't. But anyway, Shreya, as in Kovacic, the fact that we don't have width, and he's one guy who kind of takes on people as well. Like, you surprised?
I think I'm a bit surprised because I still think the midfield needs a bit of balance, and I think he could have done a good job today because he could have carried the ball. But again, his performances have been bad. Like since he has come back, I think there were rumors as well. I think around the World Cup time that he wants to leave Chelsea, he wants a new surroundings. So the performances look like a player that doesn't want to be here. He's waiting for the Champions League games. He's going to bring his A game there, and then he's going to leave. So I think Kovacic, let's be honest, is the best midfielder. Until N'Golo Kante is injured right now, he's the best midfielder. But his performances have been at a level that's unacceptable for Chelsea. But the problem is what options we have got. Like
Oh man,
Jorginho hasn't been good this
Olise,
season.
man, this guy is a fantastic player. I really like his attitude, man. As in, this guy is a superb. As in, I remember when was it the FA Cup semi-finals, right? Last season we lost, and I remember he was like
No,
totally
we lost the finals, FA Cup final.
Yeah, it's a
no
Liverpool.
semi-finals. We lost to we beat Crystal
We
Palace.
beat
Sorry, we beat
Palace.
Crystal
Yeah,
Palace.
we beat Crystal Palace.
So Olise lost. As in, that's what I'm saying. So his reaction was like he was not able to take it. He was not able to take the loss.
And
to
Olise,
Chelsea.
I believe, was our
Hey,
academy
go
player
on.
as well. So
Oh man, Kepa saves us just about. Oh my god, we are terrible in defense still. We are terrible, man. Nothing improves.
What is Kepa doing on that cross again? Oh, this guy's he's a
Why don't we
calamity.
just clear? Why don't we just clear? Why are people modern day defenders so obsessed with just playing out so much? I understand to some extent, but come on. When you get the ball at times, you just have to clear it. I thought it was
I
it was
think
a
Kepa.
10% goal.
I think the problem with Chelsea is we've got two goalkeepers. One cannot really pass a ball even to save his life, and other one cannot claim a cross. Like that's the atrocities we are in.
We're all in the
Mount is
mud.
not a
We're
winger.
all in the mud, guys. It's okay. We're all in this
But at least
together.
I think Liverpool have at least they have Alisson like one positive. We have two goalkeepers who are.
Without Alisson this season, we would probably be in a relegation battle. And that's not even joking. He has saved us on so many occasions.
See, that's the thing with this physicality. We have to be very careful. I think we are missing that. Again, Chaloba playing it. And then we've almost gone to a three at the back system now. See, when we're defending, right? So I can see Ziyech kind of dropping really deep, and Chaloba is coming a little bit more central. So it's almost like we are three at the back when we're defending and four at the back when we are attacking. Man, this guy is balling. Oh man, Kepa again save. Man, Chelsea has lost it. Again, remember, Chelsea, bhai, a few minutes we are like great, and then that's it. When the opposition
save.
starts putting pressure, we just forget and everything happens.
But the problem there was Botticelli, he had to come to, I think it was to defend Zaha. So then nobody's tracking the run of Olise. So he's free. It's just poor defending from your point of view with the midfield, actually. I think the midfield really didn't cover any ground. And who's the CDM? Jorginho, who has no legs.
Yeah. Again, Chukwuemeka is not really a defensive midfielder per se. So
No, he's not. He's more of attacking.
see, that's the thing. See, as much as Kovacic has not been mentally and physically there, really, the fact that it's a London derby with those physical players out there for Crystal Palace, I'm a little bit surprised that Kovacic is not there today, honestly speaking. Or I was expecting maybe a Mount to play kind of deep. But yeah, as in I think Ashish Mount is never a winger. It's just that we used to kind of try to fit him in particular positions. By the way, Havertz has a chance. Havertz is a loopy. I think it's offside. The number of times Alisson saved even last season, I lost count of. I don't know. I think David De Gea has probably saved more points for Manchester United than maybe, as in the best of the best players for certain teams. I think certain goalkeepers, you have to give it to them. But Alisson, man, I think recent games, like, are you convinced? Michael?
Ankit, come on, Ankit. It's Alisson. I know he's at a torrid time, but look at the team he's playing
But
with.
he's making some, as in, big errors. Which is,
Yeah, it was just a big error against Wolves. Yesterday, he could do nothing with the goals. I mean, Danny Welbeck turned into prime Pele yesterday and scored a royalty of a goal. So, I don't think... I mean, Alisson just made the mistake against Wolves. That's pretty much what I can think of. I mean, the defense is just atrocious for us, both of ours. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Next week is going to be like 4-4. If you guys can score, Mudryk will probably score a hat trick or something.
It will be a high scoring game. I can see a lot of goals coming in for sure because
Yeah.
both defenses suck. Pudin, come on, yaar. Much love to you, Pudin. I hope you're joking. Pudin, come on. The guy has literally got 20 minutes for Chelsea. But he's too young right now, and we don't have anyone better in Koulibaly on the bench. GK is like, meanwhile, Arsenal paying installments for Pepe.
You guys actually should have just started Fofana. If you're just gonna go inexperienced and young, just start Fofana. Might as well get him in and play Havertz in the position that he's used to. He's not a false nine guy. He does not want to be winning aerial duels. He wants to get on the ball as much as possible. In the false nine role, he can't do it.
See, but the way I have seen Fofana, again, I'm not going to claim to have seen Molde all the time, but I think in a possession based team, I don't think he's going to be a starter for us. He's going to be a plan B, is what I see. So I can see why, as in, again, I don't totally agree with that Potter is not starting him and starting back-to-back games Havertz. But I can see why Potter has done that because Havertz is at least kind of doing that for a good few weeks, and it's kind of unfair almost to expect Fofana, which is not his first trait, to kind of do that for 90 minutes. Gallagher, and then we need to get our gameplay again. Hall is inexperienced in Badiashile first match. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Again, we are not learning. Like, again, Conor Gallagher is dropping deep. We all know Conor Gallagher is not a player that comes to deep and he keeps the ball well. Like, today, there were so many opportunities. He's lost the ball so quickly. And Potter, again, is not learning again.
Option
Again,
नहीं ना
he's not
Shri,
learning.
क्योंकि we have
He
Jorginho
should
in
have played
midfield.
Kovacic today. There was no option. He should have gone with Kovacic today. He could not play Conor Gallagher in the
That is why I
midfield.
put that question, because for me, the fact is they have physicality, or then you have Jorginho. मतलब, Jorginho is very good in what he does, but he's nowhere a fit close to it even. By Thiago Silva with the header of the corner. Oh man, what a shot and what a save, man, by Guaita, bhai. Anyone Guaita in FPL, by Thiago Silva with a brilliant volley. Absolutely brilliant, world-class volley, I would say, of the left foot. It was almost ping-pong ball in the box, and Thiago Silva got a brilliant save by Guaita. Pretty low down, huh? It was not an easy save to make, to be honest.
That was a nice save. How the heck did he see that as well through all those bodies?
Overlord, pretty sure you're a Barca fan, yeah? I'm surprised that Manchester United haven't got tempted by buying back Depay. Actually speaking, honestly, I know that Weghorst is not too bad for the plan B, but I was thinking Depay probably fits as a potential plan A at times. But anyway, I don't know. What do you think about? One second. I hope there's no card. Gallagher getting injured. Shrey, क्या लगता है भाई? Memphis Depay, where do you see him going? Atletico Madrid, a good fit if he goes there? I don't think so, man. I don't know.
I think for me, he's most probably going to stay at Barcelona. I cannot see any more offers arriving because Atletico has well is very uncertainties regarding Atletico regarding the manager and all this stuff. But
Bad tackle,
the
huh?
problem is, I think we can really do without a player like him.
I don't know. Michael Depay, man, as in surprise. Premier League hasn't gone for him yet after almost being available.
It's Depay. What are you gonna get from him? Honestly,
Injury prone, but he still has that experience. I think he's improved as a player for sure, right, over the years.
yeah, he has. But like, what team really needs him? And his wages, I don't know how much his wages are. That's a big problem as well. So, Depay, yeah, he's okay.
I think Overlord is suggesting why not Arsenal.
Yeah, that would be a good option off the bench. That would be a good option. But I think Memphis wants to start. That's the thing.
Is it for Arsenal or is it for West Ham?
Good point. I mean, I think Depay just wants to play. I don't think he wants to sit on the bench anymore. He just wants to go and play some football somewhere. Where that is, I have no clue. If he went to
Gallagher,
Atletico,
man, brilliant
why?
run. Gallagher, come on, pass, do something. Come on. Gallagher wins a corner. Nice run, actually. It was not a supposed expected Gallagher run on the wing. Lekin Gallagher wins a corner. Again, we are doing good on the pitch at times, but in transition, we are hopeless. We're literally hopeless in transition because of Jorginho just being there and no one else. If Gallagher goes on the runs, imagine Gallagher would have lost the ball. It would have been a counter ready to be pounced on by Crystal Palace. Okay. भाई दिल्ली का प्लान पता नहीं यार, करते यार, मतलब लेट्स सी व्हेन माइकल कम्स टू इंडिया विल प्रोबब्ली विजिट. Michael, Shrey and Ankit will probably make a trip. Let's try and do that. Uh, Depart to Burnley. Oh, come on,
Actually, you
Irish.
know what? That would actually make sense because they're playing some nice football under Vincent Company. It's not the
Yeah,
old
they
school
are actually.
Burnley where they just cross into the box. They're actually playing good possession style of football. It's not. It's wonderful to watch.
But still, I think, like Michael said, he wants to play. But I think it's probably first time. Or Havertz, man, it's not working. Timestamp is 27-14-15-16-27-17, 27-18. They wish. And I'm not putting timestamp screenplay because the YouTube folks are really strict during the World Cup times. So I'm removed that. I don't know. Shrey, you must be behind Shrey and Michael both, is it?
I think I'm like 30 seconds behind you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it must be like I'm probably like 10 seconds behind. Oh, that's a good ball.
What's the reason players getting injured frequently nowadays? Lack of discipline. I don't know. Is it nowadays anything? I don't know. Shrey, Chelsea, may do you see a obvious, as in, reason there? Is there something that you would point out?
I don't think there's a lack of discipline. Like the owner came and he went like a football manager FIFA here, removed every staff like we all do in the games and removing all the staff and bringing his own staff in. And you're going to sack the whole medical department. And then this is only once that's going to happen. And we also have a lot of injury prone players as well. So Reece James was injured last season as well. Ben Chilwell suffered an ACL. So let's be honest, Ben Chilwell might never come back as a player. We know he was. And that's a scary part. We have got so many
I
injury
wish
prone players as well.
that doesn't happen, but yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly. So
I
I'm
hear
dealing
you.
with it.
मतलब, because of multiple injuries, somewhere down the line, I think we have taken risks. ज़्यादा players के साथ, तो we have probably got them earlier than expected, and that's probably
And can
backfired.
we have a bit of question on Potter? Like, why was Ben Chilwell
Hall,
played
man,
against Dinamo
Hall,
Zagreb?
Hall.
Why he was played against Zagreb when he did not need to be played? We were qualified, and why Reece James was
Reece
rushed
James
back? Like,
in Milan.
liability has to be on the manager as well.
I hear you. I don't know. How about Liverpool, man? Liverpool, Michael, have a lot of injuries still. As in, it's Liverpool is happening every second season, right? Almost.
We have no club doctor at the moment. That just explains
Yeah.
everything.
Probably.
And I think it's just his intense style of football that's been going on for many years is now taken away. And look at them. They're dropping like flies. All the players. Nunes, Van Dijk, and then Thiago, Keita. We have too many injury-prone players. Get them. Oxen. They're talking about giving a contract extension to Ox and Keita. Are you kidding me? Come on. These guys can't even stay on the pitch for 10 minutes. All we would do is just pay their medical bills. It's just it reeks of stupidity by Liverpool if they're going to give these guys contract extensions. But yeah, I think also it's just there's been so many games in the last 2 years. It's taken away on these players. There's been no discipline from the league or the UEFA or FIFA. Hey guys, we got to take care and control these players because they're just dropping every second. But no, more games, more money. That's what it seems like to me. So I feel bad for the players. It's just too many games.
Yep. यहाँ पर एक क्वेश्चन था यार, श्रेय फॉर Chukwemeka. Do you see Chukwemeka working as of now? How is Chukwemeka done? 30 minutes gone.
I think for me, Chukwemeka has not really been overly involved in the game, and I think that's to do with because he's for me playing a bit too wide. Like against City, it worked because we narrow the system. Like against Manchester
Kepa gives
City,
away corner.
and I think we narrowed the system, and Chukwemeka will only work if we narrow the system down. He has to be closer to the attacker and the near to the midfield. He's not a winger,
Yeah.
and
See that is
that's
why
where
I
the
think what Lewis Hall is trying. If you see the first 10 minutes, we played like a back four, but if you see the latter part of the 15-20 minutes, I can see Lewis Hall kind of being wide. So I'm guessing that might have some. I'm hoping Potter has seen that, and that's why he's doing that. But again, Lewis Hall also losing possession because strength is not enough. Ziyech, I think, has really worked on the other side though. I must say, Ziyech has worked, and the fact is Ziyech and Gallagher strangely are getting a nice combo going. Hopefully that continues, but at the cost of maybe Jorginho, being pressurized. Gallagher again dropping deep, by the way. Okay, so we are literally going like 3-4-3 when we are defending. But now, if you see again, we have gone for it the back when we are attacking. Crazy, bro. It's like what Tuchel is trying towards the end. Should Chelsea make? Yeah, I'll ask Michael this one. As in, what do you think, Michael, about Zakaria? I think, like, for me, he's done well, but I think 30 million for Zakaria, would you say it's worth it?
I I mean, he's done well. I don't know. I mean, he could be a good squad player. He's done very the only reason why he's done well is
come on, goal. Havertz, come on, man, my ass, bro, come on.
Oh, here
How
we go.
could he not finish that?
Let's see here. What happened?
What a great chance. Ziyech is balling.
Ay, caramba.
Come on. And that is the only time that you expect to score a goal. For sure, even Kai Havertz, bro, I love you, but you cannot do this to me. Buddy, I've been backing you like crazy. You can't this. And how could he not get that on target? I have no idea.
Oh, how did he not score? That was brilliant.
God.
That was a brilliant cross by Ziyech. How did... All he needs to do is just get a little tap on it. Oh...
He's
this guy,
not a striker.
he's so out of
Bingo
confidence. He's so out of
Bingo
confidence.
bombing
Yeah.
Bingo bombing. I'm done with this guy.
I love Kai Havertz, man. I feel so bad for what he's going through right now.
He's a baller, bro. See, that's
a
the
baller.
thing, Michael. I've been literally been quarreling, arguing with my panel, with my chat a lot of times that the guy is a baller. As in, I've seen him in Bayer Leverkusen proper, like a full season. I know that he was like balling.
I've been backing him a lot of time, but Ankit, we all are losing it now. Like, this is getting to a bad level now.
See, but that's the thing, Shrey. He's not a striker. He's not a goal scorer. Forget it.
What is Ankit bhai? But a lot of people say on the internet he's a winger. Some people say he's a number 10. Some people say he's a false 9. Some people say he's a Tricosta. Some people say he's a Mezzilla. Like, what exactly is his position?
No, he's a number 10. He is the number 10. I'm 100% sure I would put him in the number 10.
Ankit should have a vision. Like, he could not pass Aubameyang in this season 3 times. Against Arsenal, it was 1-on-1. Against City, it was 1-on-1.
Yeah. I'm not going to defend that.
And we'll find it.
Correct. No. See, his performances have been shit. Let's be honest. But we are talking about the player he is, and why he's losing confidence? Because he's not a goal scorer. Come on. Again, a great chance. How is Chelsea not scoring? I think Bardeshile and Havertz kind of got into the way of each other and neither headed the ball. It was a nailed on superb corner from Hakim Ziyech, who's been the best player on the pitch by a mile. And I mean by a mile. Yeah, Ziyech, I think he's probably playing for a move. I don't know, Michael, what do you think? As in, I still question his, commitment to Chelsea. I don't know why. But
I think he's leaving too. To be honest, that's why you guys are going for Madueke. I think he's gone too. He probably wants to just play first team football all the time.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's playing for a move. He has like 2 weeks to kind of get a move for himself. Is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna leave in the January transfer window. I see him leaving in the summer. Just like I think you guys are gonna have like 10-15 players gone in the summer. It's gonna be great. If you thought last summer window and this transfer window were crazy, this summer for Chelsea is gonna be even more madness.
Yeah. Anyway. Lord, this question doesn't make sense, bro. Much love to you for coming on and obviously, questioning that, but it doesn't make sense. Come on, as in, if football is so easy, it's like basically asking, like, if say today, Crystal Palace beat Chelsea, they are a better footballing club than Chelsea, as in, and if they basically go on to beat Arsenal, as in, they have to be the champions, as in, come on, it doesn't work that way. As in, again, you invest in potential. Simple as that. That's the bottom line, Overlord, and that's the simple point. Messi, I think the guy is priceless, simply put, but it's a different market. As in, when Messi was 22, as in, come on, it was a different market. I'm pretty sure that we cannot even compare that. It's very difficult to say that. Anyway, I found this idea where you restrict opponents from getting space between center and keep less gap in midfield, play compact and allow them to go on the wings for Chelsea and Liverpool. GK. I'll go on to Liverpool to Michael, but before that, Shrey, correct me if I'm wrong. This is something that Chelsea have been doing under Tuchel, the way that we are doing what GK has pointed out. Problem यहाँ पर मुझे ये दिखती that current wing backs are not wing backs. They're not really full backs either. So we have those people out. So that is why we are getting beaten in transition because, and that's why we are rather having, say, a Mount and a Chukwuemeka trying to be a little bit more defensive. But I don't know what is the solution. Yeah, is there a solution for that right now?
I think right now we have no solution. Like our wing backs, like we're a team that we are still a team that can play a very good back three formation, but you need wingers for that. And Cucurella, Lewis Hall again. Defensively, Lewis Hall is not aware about the defensive. He's a young guy, and you cannot really criticize him for that. He's a young guy playing right now as a midfielder. He's naturally a midfielder who has to play a left back for the team because Cucurella has been absolutely disappointing so far.
Palace injury, by the way.
Players. We have to find someone, and I think either it's Juranovic or Kyle Walker-Peters. I think Kyle Walker-Peters could work better, or even a Tariq Lamptey. Like Lamptey's no more a starter for Brighton, and get him, man. At least
No,
get some
Lamptey, I
decent
don't
sign.
agree, man. Defensively, the guy is woeful, man. At least
But
back
we
four,
need
I
someone
don't
that
see
can
him.
attack. And I agree, but three at the back is protected. Like with three at the back, you can at least allow someone to attack. And Aspie, Ankit by Aspie right now is atrocious in both aspects, defensively and attackingly.
Yeah. No, I hear you. By the way, yes, John Terry in the house. Always great to see Terry, JT. But I'll ask for Liverpool. As in, tactically, I know that again, missing players, Michael. Lekin, for Liverpool, what do you think? As in terms of even like the fullbacks, as in, why aren't they working? Because at least they used to always create, have something like that. X factor used to be there. It seems like even they are not having that.
Yeah, I just don't think they have the legs anymore to make those overlapping runs like they used to. Every time Trent or Robbo, they would just make overlapping run overlapping run. But now I hardly see it. I hardly see it. So, and they have to defensively come back all the time because our midfield can't stop anything. We used to press teams all the way up high on the field. We try and still do it, but we can't do it. And we're just getting cut through like butter. It's so easy. Because the midfield cannot press that well, the forwards are the only ones pressing. But if your forwards are the only ones pressing and your midfield just leaves the gap in between, you're just going to have space for days. That's why I say Liverpool are the easiest team to play against, I would say, in Europe right now. All you need to do is, tactically, just say, go down the middle. That's it. And you'll find all the space in the world. Then all you need to do is just get, like Mitoma. Mitoma had probably 10 times he was 1-on-1 against Trent. It was disgusting to
Lewis
watch.
Hall is a nice friend, by the way. We win a corner. We are winning corners for fun. But yeah, Mitoma, I think, you know what? Brighton are almost like they're going to sell one very good player every window. And I know that they're anyway balling. They're almost like, I don't know, in a very strange way, it was like, remember Southampton days when you used to have, I think, when...
Yeah, they sold all their players to Liverpool.
And even before that, I'm saying, like when Gareth Bale was in Southampton, etc. By the way, Chukwuemeka was a shot, nothing happens. But yeah, before going to the point, I know Shrey has to leave. Shrey, thanks for joining us. By sublog, again, do not forget to check out Shrey FC. Shrey, before going, are you seeing a goal coming?
I think that's the most difficult thing to predict about Chelsea right now. I'm going with a 1-0 right now, but I'm not confident, to be honest, Ankit Bhai. And people do hit the like button and subscribe to the Ankit Bhai channel. Big up to Michael as well, and do subscribe to his channel. Thank you for having me on. Absolute pleasure, both of you. Thank you so much.
Always, bro. Chalo, see you on the Chelsea. Chalo, Michael, question for you, bro.
Michael, don't you think you guys should sign McAllister because competing with Real for Jude will be hard? He will be cheap and can defend and attack. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're getting Jude Bellingham. We're not going to get into a bidding war unless we get new owners. That's the only way I see we sign Jude Bellingham. If we get new owners, then we can start splitting the cash. If we keep the same owners in the summer, I don't think we're going to buy anybody good. And McAllister would be perfect for us. The guy can at least keep possession. And Thiago will be happy. He has another ball-playing midfielder. Ankit, do you know how much pissed off I am watching Henderson nowadays? All this guy does is just think he's an NFL kicker. Like, it's disgusting. It's so horrible.
In a very strange way, it reminds me of Bruno Fernandez say... 1 second, goal. Come on, man, Chelsea. How can you not score? I'm going to pull my hair out tonight. This is crazy. Kai Havertz on the, far post.
Oh, how did Lewis Hall not score there? He should have scored.
See, that's the thing. I just said it. Lewis Hall, he might be great potential, but he's not a starter in Chelsea Football Club. Yes, Cucurella is not a goal scorer, but he's a natural there. Lewis Hall is not a natural there. He's a central midfielder in the academy, man. As in, why are we going on playing him there?
He has to score from that angle. How do you not even put that at least on target? Did that go out for a goal kick, actually?
Even before that, I would actually argue Kai Havertz should have gone with his right foot. He should have actually just banged it into it because I think it was
that was a bit difficult for Kai Havertz. There's no excuse for Lewis Hall. It was a save, but I don't think that was going to go on target.
Yeah, Lewis Hall, as in it's not the first time that he's done it in the last 2 games. In fact, while I like the guy, I like his attitude, his brilliant attitude, and that's one of the reasons why Potter wants to pick him over his own guy, Cucurella. But again, he's not a winger, he's not a finisher, he is a central midfielder. Oh man, Mount with a bad tackle on him. Pretty sure if it was a Chelsea player, all the opposition players would have been running to the referee, asking for red. I know it's not a red. I'm not trying to suggest that, but what I'm saying is like, see, that is where there's that thing, gamesmanship, Michael. Do you see that missing this Chelsea team versus Chelsea team of the years? Where, as in, I know I'm not supporting that, but all the players just rush to the referee. Where are you on that?
Ankit trying to go from Mourinho Real Madrid tactics. Everybody just runs around the referee and says, "Hey, where's the call? Where's the call? Where's the red?" You gotta.
Even
I mean,
better,
you gotta bring
Simeone-
some. Yeah, you gotta bring some intimidation factor, but that wasn't such a bad tackle. He was late. I think that's just a normal footballing tackle,
man.
to be honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is it because Crystal Palace we are doing better? That's an interesting part because Crystal Palace actually haven't been as consistent. Obviously, almost as bad as Chelsea, you can say.
Yeah, Crystal Palace have not been good this season. I thought they would have improved, and they made a couple of good signings, but I just don't think they have a striker. They're playing Ayu. Come on.
Yeah, Ayu's playing today, but I think see again, just like we spoke about Fofana, I think Hudson-Odoi is a good player, but he's not like a starter in Premier League in my opinion. Mateta is also good, but he's more like an impact forward. So I think somewhere down the line I see why they're doing that. But very strangely, I think Pudin, आपके question में I reacted as though Crystal Palace are almost playing as bad as Chelsea. Imagine those are the days that we are in.
Yep.
And I know Michael will say the same thing about Liverpool. I'm pretty sure. So.
Like I told you, Ankit, we're both in the mud. Deep in the mud. We're sinking quickly.
Yeah, man. As in something needs to be done. Mount with an attempt to volley, but goes nowhere. Okay, Chaloba, let's it go for a corner. We are winning a lot of corners. And I think one of the reasons why I think Michael that Havertz is, just going on getting those starts is because he's one of the few tall forwards that we have. In fact, probably he's the only tall forward that we have, right? Technically speaking. So, and that I think that helps. But again, the chance that he had, he should have scored.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, can't miss that chance.
It should have been like 2-1. I think Kepa, he kind of first missed and then saved. That should have been a goal for Crystal Palace. Chelsea, Lewis Hall, and I think Havertz should have scored. We are missing Marcos Alonso, that's for sure. Imagine those are the days. Yeah. As we are going back to square one. I know. Is Thiago?
Yeah, he's back.
Is he out?
No. He's been playing.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he's already there.
He's been playing. He hasn't been playing that good though, but he's playing.
Yeah. And then Clifford, I hear you. By the way, big up to Clifford. Yeah, all the members in the chat, thanks for joining as always, and mods as well. By everyone, do not forget to again subscribe to the panel's channels. They are linked below, as well as like the stream, share the stream if possible. Members, I know that our next member stream is due, and that is something that we'll have to figure out. But that's the thing. It's been a crazy couple of months, the last couple of months, right? The schedule has been like up and down. But yeah, hopefully we are getting there. We are getting there. Don't worry. So our streams are starting on both the channels again regularly. What do you guys think that the Premier League title for City? I think Arpita, we discussed enough. I think Michael is saying Arsenal, right? That's what Michael said.
Yep.
I said it. If City loses yesterday's match, it would have been Arsenal. So now it's Arsenal for me. But yeah, I think if any team can go on a run, it's City. As we all know.
Oh yeah, but they have not looked good this season.
And Pep is trying to underplay. And here we are going to concede. I like Ayu, but just about Chaloba concedes the corner. Oh man, why are we so bad in transition? I have no idea. As in, we don't even learn. That's the worst part. Havertz is going for sure. Yeah, I think again, Tiger Beast. What I would like to see, I would still like to see in a 4-2-3-1 system, which Potter actually prefers when everyone is fit, for Havertz to play behind the striker. I think Felix is not going to play like every minute of every game. So I would still like to see that. But now I think it's more like it's going out than he's going to stay, in my personal opinion. But who's going to take him, Michael? He's like really expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. Who the heck's going to pay? Let's be honest. You paid 70 million.
Yeah.
Who's going to pay 40 million for him? No Bundesliga club is paying that.
Well, oh man, Kepa saves us again. People just about Kepa. I know that it was not a very, very difficult save, but I think it was like point blank. Oh man,
That's a good save.
We suck at set pieces while defending. We just suck totally. The ball is crossing. We don't know what to do. Our defenders don't know. Okay, Chukwuemeka wins the ball somehow. Ziyech, nice pass to Havertz, and Havertz doesn't know what to do. It's a story of the season for us. Oh my god. It takes like about a minute almost, and then finally, okay, at least keeps the ball for change. Nicely done by Havertz. Gallagher. Now come on! How can he not score in this game till now? Man, Ziyech with a brilliant chance. Man, this game is one to watch. It's a good game. as a neutral, I'm sure you guys are loving this game. I don't know.
What to
who's the
save
creator?
again? Oof.
I think both the goalkeepers have kept the teams in their.
Yeah, this is not
match.
a 0-0 so far. This is actually quite entertaining, I must say. I don't know if it's because both teams are not the greatest, but it's actually quite entertaining for once. Actually, when it comes to Chelsea,
Yeah, and for the change, I think Chukwuemeka and Havertz actually was in the gameplay, no? As in the move started from Chukwuemeka.
yeah, I've barely seen Mount in this match. Barely seen him.
I think first 5 minutes he was running. By the way, it's half time. Oh man, the clock is just kind of ran as though I don't know. It's half time already, man. It doesn't seem
that
like
was
a
quick.
million because there's been so many chances. But again, everyone watching, do not forget to like the stream. Big up to the mods and members, and of course, big up to Michael for coming. But Michael, quickly, if you have to recap the first half, like, are you seeing? As in, they're definitely positives, right? To take,
Yeah,
but
there's positives, I would say. I mean, good performances actually from Conor Gallagher. I haven't said that all season, to be honest. He's actually been very good down the right side. Him and Ziyech. Like, there's been nothing on the left side. Like, Chukwuemeka and Lewis Hall have no connection, so that's the problem. They have no connection. They have no chemistry with each other. Mount, barely seen him. And he's supposed to be your number 10 creator, everything. What is, like, this is my thing, Ankit, and to all Chelsea fans. What is Mount? What is he? Is he just a runner? I want to know.
He doesn't know.
And he doesn't know. And
Correct.
so, okay, the number 10 position is probably the most vital one in football. He is the interlink between the midfield, the defense, to the attack. And if he's not playing well, then there's no creation. That's why you see Conor Gallagher's actually playing a good game. And he's actually creating. So, this is why when João Felix came into the club, he was immediately showing impact. Yeah. Unlike Mount. So, I mean, Felix in this game would have made a huge difference. Him plus Conor Gallagher, and then you just need somebody on the left side to be that sort of third guy. Havertz needs to improve. There's no doubt about it. Havertz right now is just a guy out of confidence. He's out of confidence. His touch is terrible. Finishing is terrible. But, I mean, positive-wise, I would say that your midfield is playing a little bit better, but defensively you do look like any team can score against you. Especially the left side. And
left side. I think Badiashile Hall.
And like they've never played with each other. Badiashile is starting in his first Premier League game. So what do you expect? Like, it's not going to be like, oh my God, they're going to defend like prime Italy in the 90s and early 2000s. It's not going to be like that. They have to build chemistry, people. You can do all the training you want in training, but when it comes to the field, that's when the real tests come, when somebody's actually coming at you. And Olise, he's a very dangerous player on the right side for Crystal Palace, so Hall is going to have a tough game. It's just like, who can you bring off the bench to be that creator in the number 10? I don't think you have anybody on the bench to do that, right?
See, that's the problem. So the thing is, the only way is if Potter has had a chat with Aubameyang before the game that, bro, you're not playing for me. And then you turn up. If not, like what Potter, see that's the thing I don't like about Potter. He should have a strong statement. He should say, Aubameyang, you're not for me. You know, and then go with the reserves. I don't want you. He's not making a statement, but at the same time, he's playing on the bench. I'm not going to say that Aubameyang is a world-class striker and what he used to be, say 3 years ago. I'm not going to say that. But he's definitely better than Havertz. But problem is he's not playing for Chelsea. He's not wanting to play for Potter. It's very clear. So he's got to have a conversation and he's got to get him on. Maybe David Dato Fofana coming in with number 10. Maybe Havertz, just try him. I know Havertz, a lot of people will be, shouting at me saying that how can you defend Ankit even now? But the thing is, he's not a striker. He's been shit. Absolutely, I cannot defend that performance. I cannot defend his performances over the last few weeks. But if Mount is absolutely offering you nothing except for the first 5 minutes where he ran his socks off, so you rather use him as a midfielder. But he's not a midfielder. He's not what Lampard used to do. We kind of want to compare, but he's not that. Let's be honest.
Mason Mount is a Crystal Palace player.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Does everybody in the chat can say if he's a Crystal Palace player? That's, to me, judging by this season and last season, he's a Crystal Palace player.
Yeah. See, last season I wouldn't agree, but what I would say is he's more like a Chelsea squad player. But can we afford
Okay, so he cannot. Okay, so Mason Mount, and I don't want to just single him out here but he's playing in the most important position, so he has to be good.
No, I agree.
All right, he's not going to be in a Premier League winning team for Chelsea. I just don't see it. So where does he go? Okay, if he wants to start on the bench, go ahead. But he's the one who wants 250 to 300k a week.
He cannot get that. He
cannot get that.
How can he even demand that right now with these kind of performances?
Nah, you cannot. Look at there is levels in football. João Felix in 55 minutes showed Mason Mount levels all he put in a better performance than Mason Mount has all season long.
Yeah.
It just shows you. So it's unfortunate for Mason Mount because I know he's an academy player. He's done well for Chelsea in the past, but right now, if he's asking for that money, you cannot be giving it because he plays in the most important position, in my opinion, in football. Obviously, strikers, they get paid to score the goals, but Mason Mount is the guy who interlinks the play between the midfield and attack. Go ahead, Ankit.
No, what I was trying to say is like I'm just trying to suggest here, and I agree there. As a number 10, like basically Mason Mount is confused about what he needs to do. First 5 minutes, fine, because as in that was the starting momentum, the energy, that the buzz that we created in Stamford Bridge that went with him. He's that kind of a player, but then he lost his way. So for me, if he's not sure about that, you either kind of play like a 4-3-3 with him being one of the number 8, which is actually what his position is. I genuinely believe, like me and Shrey were discussing about the position where Havertz is the number 10, Mason Mount is the number 8. You don't expect these kind of players to be the main focus. You let him do the dirty work. He's not too bad in doing the dirty work. What, say, a Gallagher is kind of doing, he's neither doing that, not what he's supposed to do. So do that. Or I have a suggestion. Here, the fact is left side isn't working in defense. So why don't we move Hall, who's actually a midfielder in the academy, I know, but we actually move into midfield and actually have Kukurea come in. Just take off Mason Mount.
Yeah. Hey, might as well just try Chukwueze at 10 to see if it works. I mean, you have no, like, this season's a write-off, right? We know it for Chelsea, for Liverpool, so might as well just experiment. Doesn't hurt. Like, at least then the fans can say, Potter, you're trying, and we understand it. If maybe you might not get the results, but you can see that he's at least trying to do something different, because right now, nothing is working. You're playing better today, but maybe it's because Crystal Palace are not a good side.
Yeah, but anyway, let's talk about. I know that Arpita, as in we've been discussing about Havertz and Mount quite a lot, and we all agree that Havertz. See, again, yes, a lot of people might disagree. I still have to stick to the fact that I don't think Havertz has been tried as a number 10 enough. Yes, he's not done great in the few chances he's had, but just like I think last season, me and Michael discussed so much about Pulisic all the time. Tuchel used to play him right wing back. That's not his position. I think Havertz has to be tried at least in that position. I think the guy is just low on confidence. Karega. Like, what difference is here that positive, as in Ziyech, he's balling. Ziyech, Gallagher have been balling for me, and you can't even argue the ball that Ziyech put to Kai Havertz, as in how Kai Havertz even missed, even attempting to be on target, I have no idea. As in he was so late and realizing there's a ball coming. How Lewis Hall did not score, and that's the reason why I'm saying both are being played out of position. So you don't play people in this position where they're not confident, where they're already underconfident. It's unfair for us to expect from Lewis Hall. Same thing on transition. Bardeshile, it's his debut. So why kind of protect him with a Lewis Hall who's not a left back? It doesn't make sense. I know that you're expecting.
But Ankit, also look at who your CDM is.
Jorginho, exactly. See, that's the thing. And Gallagher, as much as he's doing well going forward, because of that reason, that gap is clear. And Jorginho, 2 times, I think he was trying to outmuscle Zaha, man. As in, what was that about?
No, because the one chance I think that Olise had, Botticelli has to step up because he has to go cover for Zaha. Jorginho's not tracking the run of Olise, and it just leaves a gap, and he's able to then go at your defense. So that's the problem. Your CDM is not good enough because he just doesn't have legs. He's very good in a possession team. When the team has 65% ball possession, Jorginho's fantastic. But in a game like this where, Crystal Palace, actually, what is the stats? Is how many possession does okay, you still have 69%, but it doesn't feel like it, It feels like you have 69% in your own half. You're not really getting into Crystal Palace's half and you're in and around their box all the time,
But at least, you know what, I'm actually still going to be positive because for me, like, we really were horrible, man, in the last few weeks.
Yeah. This is a much better performance I'm seeing from Chelsea, actually. Much better.
Yeah. And again, expected goals. I'm kind of surprised with that expected goals, to be honest. Both the goalkeepers have done very well. Kepa just about saved his ass. I know he himself made the mistake of not judging the corner, but I think the second save was brilliant from Kepa. But I think Guetta also, you can argue, made better saves. So I think these
with the Thiago Silva chance. I think that's been the best chance of the game. Actually, no, sorry. Kai Havertz was the best chance of the game, but on target.
Thiago Silva chance, exactly.
Yeah, that was the best chance on target.
I think we have to give Guetta kind of all the credit, absolutely.
Yep.
By the way, here I can see Rishabh again on the same thing. As in, come on, from the last 24 hours, I've been trying to explain myself, Rishabh. I think मैं भूल गया हूँ. लेकिन definitely आप देखिए, you cannot compare Werner and Mudryk, man. Come on, how can you compare a striker?
Mudryk is a much better dribbler of the ball than Werner.
Ah, he's direct. Werner couldn't dribble for anything, bro.
He couldn't dribble to save his life.
I remember I was on a live stream and literally clapped and asked everyone to clap. And I know
for what? For Werner? For
Yeah,
Werner.
he did it.
Oh,
I think the
dude.
Real Madrid, remember how good he was?
He was fun. Oh, that game at the Stamford Bridge. I mean, I'm sorry, at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Yeah.
I've never seen Werner play that good. He was amazing that day.
So that is something that Mudryk you'll see every second game. Again, I'm hoping I'm not proven wrong, but let's see. Hopefully, Kovacic needed second half. I think Rishabh,
Yep.
this is also a good point. Probably, yeah. When I said Lewis Hall can be moved to midfield, but if you have Kovacic on the bench, so why not get Kovacic directly? But I certainly believe that Lewis Hall. I know it's kind of unfair on the young guy, but yes, we are playing wing back at times, Michael. But I think Lewis Hall, as in we create a lot of chances on the wing still, right? As in it's not going through the
Yeah.
middle anyway. So we need someone who's a natural, and I think I will. If I'm being honest, yes, we don't have a winger, and that's why we're going for Mudryk because all our wingers are injured. But I don't know, Kukurea, where are you? Like we have to use him, man. 63 million.
He's been terrible. He's actually been terrible. I can't believe how bad Kukurea has been. He's such a good player in my opinion, but he's just been terrible. Just like Koulibaly. It just seems like maybe they need competitiveness in the competitive gene needs to come out of them. And right now, you're sitting on the bench. Maybe that would be a good kick up the ass that they need. Sometimes, players, they need to be benched to realize you're not that good. You're not that good. You're not this glorious player where you're
But he's
automatically
very young,
starting every
Michael.
game.
He's very young, as in
Who? Kukurea or Lewis Hall?
Kukurea as well. Even Kukurea is pretty young, right? As in
Let me see actually, how old is he? I think he might be like 24, 25? 24.
24. Yeah, as in just turned 24. I remember so.
But I honestly, if I was making any changes, if it's still 0-0 heading in the 60th minute, you got to just try Fofana. Give him a shot.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Correct. And now if you get on Aubameyang, he's anyway not going to play because he doesn't want to be like a super sub. Come on.
I'll be right back,
it doesn't make
Ankit.
sense. Pardon me?
I'll be right back.
Okay, perfect. I'll just take a few comments. भाई सब लोग again भाई like करना मत भूलिए. Likes बहुत कम हो रहे stream में. Hopefully भाई everyone has liked the stream, and again do not forget to check out the panel's channels as well, and of course our second channel. अभिषेक, I hear you, लेकिन भाई लुइस हॉल एटीट्यूड अच्छा है, बंदे अच्छे पोजीशन में आता है. प्रॉब्लम है दैट ही इज नॉट अ नेचुरल लेफ्ट फुटर. तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है एज अ फिनिशर Kukurea is not great, but I think he's still a little bit better. Or a defensive element भी I think he'll give a little bit more protection to Badiashile who's debuting. So ये only reason is what I would actually make. I would get on Kukurea for Lewis Hall, and I would get Mount के लिए I will get a Kovacic. That's what I would do because Jorginho needs some protection absolutely. A transition. How much just a Felix can change in his lineup? By I hope this happens very soon, but it'll take time. I know till mid-Feb we cannot see both together. That's how it is. Mudryk and Levi Colvin stands together. Wow, interesting. Bhai, that is interesting stuff. Absolutely. Or by the way, Mudryk is a Chelsea player. I believe so. It is done. Today Chelsea playing quick pass, but quality lacks. Nishchit, quality mein, I think who has been the man of the match? Bhai, sab log in the chat. Do let me know up until now. By the way, is anyone watching Newcastle wala game? Us game mein kya ho raha hai? Let me know in the chat. Newcastle Fulham mein, I think if I'm not wrong, it's a close game. Sorry, उसमें भी 4th versus 6th है. So इस गेम में क्या लगता है? Man of the match? मैं बोलूंगा Ziyech. I think Ziyech has stood out मेरे लिए. Gallagher has been balling maybe because of Crystal Palace, लेकिन I think Gallagher फिर भी एक दो मिस पासेस किया. I think Ziyech is really balling. I think मैं बोलूंगा Ziyech has really stood out. Thiago Silva, Kepa को भी बोल सकते हो आप. Absolutely. Kepa absolutely has made some brilliant saves. और neutrals will say Guetta. Guetta has actually kept three times जब चेल्सी को स्कोर करना चाहिए था. I think Thiago Silva, Wally, वहां पर Guetta को दे रहा हूँ all the credit. Then Howard's chance coming from Ziyech's cross. और एक और क्रॉस जहां पर आई थिंक इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग वाज इट गैलेगर क्रॉसिंग और हावर्ड्स ने राइट फुट की जगह लेफ्ट फुट के से गया. ही मिस्ड इट आउट. फार पोस्ट में लुइस हॉल वाज देयर. लुइस हॉल इंस्टेड ऑफ एमिंग एट द नियर पोस्ट एम्ड एट द फार पोस्ट और मिस्ड इट टोटली. और वो होता है. In my opinion, only one player can change the whole Chelsea future is Lukaku. Oh my God. नहीं भाई, Lukaku नहीं आने वाला. मुझे नहीं लगता आएगा. अब देखते हैं. मैं खुद बोला I don't want to see Lukaku again in the Chelsea jersey, but again things change. मैंने ये चीज बोला था that Fabregas I hope doesn't join Chelsea. He joined and I love Fabregas to the core because that's something जो हमने अभी तक replace नहीं किया. Cesc Fabregas has not been replaced in Chelsea lineup till now. Eden Hazard has not been replaced in Chelsea lineup till now. वो reality है. We have lost two absolutely great players in the last few years. People forget that a lot of times. Of course, in defense, John Terry तो we have not replaced at all. It's simple as that. तो भाई देखो, last 5 साल से इसलिए हम consistent नहीं कर रहे in the league especially, right? Ziyech will score 100% till the end. Tiger Beast, I would say कि it's a very good point. अगर हमारे पास कोई विंगर्स होते, राइट विंगर्स, आई थिंक जो फॉर्म दिखा रहे Ziyech, जो मोटिवेशन दिखा रहे Ziyech, आई थिंक इट वुड नॉट बीन अ वेरी बैड ऑप्शन टू मूव हिम एट कैंप पोजीशन और उसको आप रखो एट नंबर 10 पोजीशन और मेसन माउंट को आप सब्स्टिट्यूट करो. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पर हमारे बेंच में कोई है नहीं. एब्सोल्युटली Ziyech having no moment but still Thiago. Okay, I think I did mistake by taking Salah instead of Solly March. भाई पुदिन मेरे से सीखो यार. Solly March को लिया है लेकिन बेंच पर है. Talk about it. Fofana नहीं आएगा अभी. It's too early, Ansh. I think it's a bit too early. I think pretty sure Fofana is going to come on, but after the hour mark, I don't see him coming. By the way, second half starting people, do let me know. Second half predictions, everyone in the chat. Looking at the first half, it'll be difficult for me to see a clean sheet. मुझे दिख रहे हैं goals. Certainly changes होंगे, substitutions होंगे. That will probably change the game even more. Remember, Crystal Palace have a Mateta. उनके पास भी है एडवर्ड है. दे हैव अ 2 स्ट्राइक कॉम्बिनेशन जो वो ला सकते हैं. दे कैन गो टू अप टॉप एज वेल. और हमारे पास ऑब्वियसली है फफाना, ओबामियांग टेक्निकली ऑन पेपर, लेकिन कोवाचिच माइट कम ऑन. एज थिंग्स स्टैंड आई डोंट सी एनी चेंजेस दो. तो लुक्स लाइक चुकुमेका और हॉल के साथ कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड. बट ओके, माइकल इज बैक. सो ओके, लुक्स लाइक tactical. Yeah, tactically also we're not very different. It's the same thing. Ziyech kind of playing as a wing back when you're defending, but Chalobah has been fouled. I don't know what's that. Is he injured? I hope not. Fabregas and Hazard is replaceable for me. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's easy to say. I think Fabregas is almost like I would put him in the Thiago bracket.
Fabregas, kind of when he was at Chelsea, my God, man, he was. I remember that first game. It was, I think, away at Burnley. Oh, that pass to Andre Schürrle.
Andre Schürrle goal, yeah.
Oh, that was it was sexy. Awesome. Did you guys win that season?
Yeah, we won the league.
Yeah.
Fabregas was linked to FC Goa, but because of high wages, demand deal nahi hai. Oh my God, he would have come to India, man. Fabregas is magic. In fact, even in his Arsenal days, man, the guy was.
Like, at Arsenal, he was.
The goals that he scored, man.
That was the best we saw of Fabregas when he was at Arsenal. But still at Chelsea, he was still showing quality. Just the passing ability he had was insane, out of this world.
And we thought that we would replace him with Jorginho, man. And then come on, with all due respect to Jorginho, is not even half the player.
Well, the only reason why, with Ankit, we know why Chelsea bought Jorginho. It's because of Sarri. That's it.
Yeah, and that's a fact. For once, we did some easy business in Napoli because of Sarri. But Tiger B saying 2-1, Prithvi saying 1-0. So you're still optimistic. Michael, what are you calling second half?
0-0.
No, okay. I can see goals coming, man. As in, come on. They have
but who's going to score for both teams? There's just no clinical players on either team, really.
Yeah, I think there was a suggestion in the chat that Ziyech moving centrally and probably scoring. But that's the thing. We don't have wingers, do we?
Yeah, you just don't have the wingers. That's the problem. I actually haven't seen much of Zaha in this game either. You have actually dealt with him very well.
I think the first few minutes where I think Mount and Jorginho kind of, were very physical. I think that's where probably he took a back step. After that, probably he's not come back. But Zaha actually could really, bully us if he wants to. It's just that I think we, as a team, we have defended well.
Yeah.
I think Zaha's tendency is to kind of be leftish, right? So I think you have to give credit there to Gallagher. Gallagher's done a lot of work.
Yeah, I also haven't seen much of Eze, and that guy's a brilliant player too. Haven't seen much of him.
Yeah. In fact, it's been Chelsea. They've been playing on counter, right? Crystal Palace. So
yeah, they've only played in counter.
Okay.
Surprised they haven't. I'm honestly surprised they haven't taken the game more to you guys, because they could cause trouble if they wanted to. But I just think maybe Patrick Vieira is just a little bit worried with his defense nowadays, because they've been leaking a lot of goals.
Mudryk number 15. Okay. People now say Mudryk doing a Drogba. Come on. But
ain't gonna be no Drogba.
No, Oba, the problem is the body language. I don't think and that's the shocking part. Like the guy never even went for the World Cup. Obviously, you don't expect, with all due respect to Gabon, yeah, but he didn't go there, and it's very surprising for him to kind of not be that motivated. Is it just because of Tuchel wanting him, and then he saw Tuchel go? But I thought he had a decent start in Chelsea. And then I don't know what happened, man. As in, what do you think would have
I
been?
think it's just Tuchel going, and he's just like, all right, I came here for the manager. Manager's gone. All right, I'm just gonna keep my money and
yellow for Georgie.
and just show up. That's it. I think that's the problem with the Ankit. With Aubameyang. I was gonna say Ankit. Ankit's only doing this for the money. His attitude's horrible.
One thing is for sure, I might not be 1% of Aubameyang. I'll give more on the pitch. That you can take it from me. Pretty sure. But
Aubameyang, I just think he's there for the money now, and you have to get rid of him. I think he's an MLS player nowadays.
Hakim Ziyech to Barcelona. While if you sell Rafinha, but why do you think Rafinha hasn't worked, man? In Barca, isn't like Xavi
I just don't think he's the player that people thought he was. I think there was too much hype for him.
I think Rafinha has a lot of times played on the left-hand side, right? As in
that's not his position. He's a right winger. What he wants to do is cut inside. That's all he wants to do. He wants to cut inside most of the time. So if you're playing him left wing, all he can do is, because he doesn't really have a right foot, it's just then cross.
Yep. Interesting. Gehi conceding a free kick. You know what? Gehi could have been a Chelsea starter, man.
Yep.
In hindsight, that Chelsea Musiala.
Tomori could have been a Chelsea starter too.
Tomori, did you see Milan defending yesterday?
Yeah, but he's always been very vulnerable in like aerial duels. He's been very vulnerable in those situations. Yeah, abysmal.
The first 60 minutes, I was like, it's going to be like a cricket score, man.
He's very good in a possession-based team. That's the best you see of Tomori. But when you have to defend deep, he's a bit vulnerable in those situations than Tomori is. So I still rate him as a defender, though.
As in, for me, Tomori is more like, I consider him more like a 3 at the back, perfect left center back. Yeah, that's the way I see it.
That's a perfect example of him.
Zedar is like, because I said that Zaha is going to bully us, Burley is like going to throw the check at Zaha as well.
Yes. Oh, Jesus.
By the way, Todd Burley comes to a chat. A lot of days since I haven't seen Todd Burley in a chat. Where's Todd? Mr. Todd Burley, come on. There's a Todd Burley in the subscribers, I know. But anyway.
Hey, he'll probably be in every chat just to see who the hot prospect of any team is, and then he'll take that player. That's what the Todd Burley's strategy is right now. Whoever's trending on Twitter, he's gonna go for them.
Yep.
My strategy is I'm gonna put hashtag get Henderson to the bridge. I'm gonna see if it works. Get Jordan Henderson to Stamford Bridge.
No way. I talking about midfielders from other teams, I would bite at a Gundogan somehow if you can get him.
Yep, that would be a good.
That's like the perfect midfielder that we need, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the combination, By the way, nice run by Thiago Silva. It's a yellow for Crystal Palace. Mudryk having his coffee.
He's enjoying life. He's like, wow, I could really help this team. I think that's what he's thinking. He's like, just give me to the pitch immediately.
Did you all see the reels? Everyone chat Michael about Felix. The reason why he got a red card is like, oh my god, come on.
He probably saw it. I'm playing with Aspilicueta and Mount. I'm out of here. Let me go see the London Bridge, London Eye, Big Ben. Let me enjoy London. That's probably what John Felix was thinking.
Okay,
and
one thing that I noticed.
Oh, go ahead.
Quickly, Bardeshile, So the thing that I know that he's the decent ball player, etc. But with all criticism to Koulibaly tries those long diagonal passes. I know half of them don't come off, but he tries them a lot. So what's happening now is with Bardeshile being there, I think we are taking instead of 3 passes, we are taking 6 passes. So that's happening, and by the time Crystal Palace are closing us down.
Oh, nicely done by Bardeshile. There you go. See, that's the best you want to see of him.
Yeah, and then he gets involved in the gameplay is decent, I know, but that's the thing, right? In the back four, I still have my questions in the Premier League, not like otherwise. Just
let's see. Yeah, but it's gonna take time. Overhead pass by Mount.
Yeah, Pudin, shout out to Pudin. Pudin actually shared that with me in the members group that Caicedo is actually following all the Chelsea players. He just looks up to Jorginho, man. Come on.
Yeah. He definitely looks up to Jorginho. Yeah. I mean, I think he actually follows most of Liverpool players too. So yeah, he's probably following Jordan Henderson. He's like, damn, I can start for Liverpool immediately.
I think the example can be like when João Felix gave an interview, he said like a few months ago he'd come to London and Reece James, he was with
Yep.
Reece James, and as in these are top footballers, they kind of are friends, man. As in, they're all
Yeah,
in Premier
exactly.
League, so.
Yeah, everybody just follows everybody. I don't think you can take too much into it. I mean, look, Mudryk was watching every Arsenal game, and now he's a Chelsea player. So
with these kind of things,
yeah, he
his
has the
story-
eyes and everything. So you can't take anything serious nowadays when it comes to social media and players.
Gallagher wins the throw in. Gallagher, Ziyech are balling. It's just that they need someone to run in behind, in front of them, so that they
Yep.
can get a finisher. Which Havertz
That's the
isn't.
thing, Chelsea. I mean, for Ankit, like Chelsea have no pace in their team. You have no pace whatsoever. And most teams, look at Arsenal, the top team in the Premier League. They have so much pace in behind. So
Oh my God, Gallagher with the suicidal ball, a back pass which didn't reach Badiashile, and I think Olise got a good pass in. Oh my God, saved by Kepa near
wow,
post.
that is atrocious from Gallagher.
Heart attack
Oh,
FC.
what is he thinking there?
Romero is
Wow.
actually a good shot. Arpita has got a, as in, why do you think? I know it's Daniel Levy. What happens with Napoli all those years? Daniel Levy is the version of Napoli. Basically in Tottenham. But
Basically, yeah.
see, Loris, Romero, you can even argue to some extent. I would say Højbjerg is actually like he used to play for Bayern, remember? Technically. So a lot of players, Kane, of course, so on. Is like, what will it take for them to come out? As in, I'm very shocked that they're still in Spurs come 2023.
For them not to be in the Champions League, that's the only reason why they're there still. They're still in the Champions League. They've been actually, to be fair to Spurs, they've been consistently in the top four for many seasons. I don't think they were last season, but like the season before that. But they're consistently in top four. It's just
Nice.
they'll
Havertz and
never win
Hall.
the Premier League. That's the thing. It's Spurs. It's the history of the Tottenham Hotspur, as Chiellini said.
Yeah, thanks to Hazard, it almost would have come otherwise. Havertz again a chance, difficult one this time I must say. Glancing header, he should have got a better header in, but nice cross for a change from the left hand side from Chelsea. Graham Potter in the house, people. Graham Potter, OP, everyone, come on for a change. I have been Michael. I don't know if you know, like I've been inclined towards Potter out. So, but having seen this game, if he can continue this against the bigger sides where he kind of goes in the shell, I don't mind. But Graham Potter saying I will still sign Modric, Kroos, De Jong, Pedri, KDB to stable midfield, and we'll try to get number 6 in table. Come on. That's a bit too much of an insult to Graham Potter. I know that there's a pun intended. Chelsea, Liverpool, man. Like Michael said, 4-4, right? That's his early prediction.
Let's go with it. Somehow Mudryk will get a hat trick. No, actually, you know what? Mudryk is gonna perform like Arshavin, and he'll score 4 goals at the Anfield.
But
the
what
same
about
as
Gakpo? Gakpo isn't played rightly even till now. to be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean, Gakpo hasn't been good, but I don't blame him whatsoever. I mean, the team around him is just terrible. I feel bad. There was
Nice
no
to
service to
Ziyech.
attackers yesterday.
Havertz on the run. What's he going to do? He did shit. That's all he did. What's he even attempting that shot for?
Well, let's
Come
see
on,
here.
it's definitely
let's
not
see.
going to be a goal
What does he
from
do
that
here? I mean, it's a decent shot by Kai Havertz. There's nothing he can do in that. It was a
But
pretty
he
difficult
could have
angle.
just waited for Mason Mount run into the box.
Nah, not really. There was nobody in the box. Mount, yeah, maybe Mount, but that was actually a good decision by Kai Havertz.
Okay,
for
nice
once.
pressing by Mount for the change. It's again, remember, it's the first few minutes of the half, so again, Mount running around like a headless chicken, but at least he's done something for the team there. Just giving the ball back. Chukwuemeka playing cam position. I think, Ashish, from what I see, Chukwuemeka is more on the left-hand side, but Mount, because of the fact that Mount has been running around, Chukwuemeka is occupying that space a lot. So that's the reason we don't have a proper cam in this particular match, I would say. Again, Chukwuemeka, honestly, he's a number 8. He's not a number 10. He's a number 8.
Yeah,
He's not
he's
a number
number
6 either. Mount is the same. And that's the reason I don't know, Michael, I remember we discussed a lot about this. Mykhailo, who was supposed to be coming here, but big up to Mykhailo, he's unwell. So if he feels better, he'll come on. But we've been discussing that for me, even under Tuchel, as in we had so many number 8s in the squad, I think we should have just tried that a little bit more. Lampard, remember? He actually got best out of the team playing 4-3-3.
Yep. But you guys were leaking way too many goals with Lampard.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because with Thiago Silva, I know that he showed with Brazil he can play back 4, but in the 4-3-3 system, he's not as well protected. We don't have a DM. That's the main problem. Jorginho isn't like a single pivot man.
By the way, how has Everton not sacked Lampard yet? I'm shocked. How have they not sacked him? They're 19th. They're 19th. Everton Football Club.
Did you see that reel? Yeri Minat,
Yeah. He was talking to the fans. Yeah, that's at least nice to see.
Yeah, man. As in, that takes guts, by the way. I must say.
Yeah, it takes massive guts.
Scary,
yeah, most players just hide. They go hoodie mode like this and just hide from the fans.
No, I agree with you. Lampard should be sacked. Like, he's not that kind of a manager, who's just going to be saving your team from relegation.
No, Ankit, I'm sorry. He's just not a good manager. It's just simple as that. He's not a good manager for me.
Not in the Premier League, but I think that for me, attacking wise, he has abilities, just that he doesn't have players at Everton, does he?
I just don't think he's good. I really don't. He's just like Gerrard. I don't think they're good managers. They have a good spell. They'll have a good spell for a season or two, but after that, I just don't think you can have sustained success with these managers. I really don't.
Okay, why is even Chalobah trying to beat a man? But luckily Ziyech won the free kick. Mykhailo, man, 100 years. Bhai Mykhailo, what's up? Kya haal hai? How are you, Mykhailo? I hope you're better. I think Mykhailo is still trying to figure out. Mykhailo, your internet is kind of on and off, I believe. Is it me or Mykhailo? Probably Mykhailo.
It's Mykhailo, yeah.
Yeah, but no worries. Until Mykhailo figures it out.
Oh, sorry,
You're back.
Sorry, guys.
Mykhailo, bro.
Bit under the weather today. Joining late.
Yeah. Big up to you for joining, of course. Mykhailo, a lot of things to be discussed. We've been discussing. Performance has been decent, I must say. Positive.
Yeah, it's we're looking better today. I'll give you that. But hey, Michael. So let's see. The thing is, like you guys were talking, I was listening in. The best chance probably came to Havertz with the header that went over. Should have been able to do better. But we've been moving the ball up a little better, playing out from the back a little better. I agree that Lewis Hall's a little out of his depth at left back, but he's looked better when he's in the progressing with the ball. So it's not been all bad necessarily. Like you're saying, he's being played out of position. Have they changed anybody after halftime?
No, not yet. But as we speak, Aubameyang is apparently
I saw Kovacic warming up too.
So I think Aubameyang will come on, and it's a no-brainer. I think, let's be honest, either of Mount or Havertz has to be taken off because Mount isn't working like in terms of creative force. Either you move Havertz to 10 and take off Mount, or just take off Havertz and swap with Aubameyang. But Michael looking like Guardiola. Yeah, actually, now that Putin you've said it, yeah.
Just so I know, what's your clock? Sorry.
61-39, 61-40, 61-41, 61-42.
About 25 seconds behind you.
Not bad. Not as bad.
I'm catching up. By the end of the season, I hopefully will be on par with Ankit's stream.
Oh, Chukwuemeka coming off. I'm surprised. I know he didn't offer much in terms of the width, but yeah, I can see why. Maybe Michael 90 minutes, young guy. Maybe that's the only reason. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. But now, what the heck is going to happen? What's if he puts Kai Havertz out wide? Jesus.
No, the Mount I think plays leftish. What Chukwuemeka is not really a winger, but more like a left attacking midfielder. And then you have Havertz playing in behind Aubameyang is what I'm assuming. Yeah, seems like that.
Wherever he was involved, I thought he played okay. He wasn't too involved. That's the only criticism, I guess.
Havertz or Mount?
Chukwuemeka,
yeah, I thought he did pretty well. It's just that if you're expecting him to do what a winger does, it's unfair on him, right? But yeah, as in Anup asking for Cruz, man. As in, I'll bite a hand off here. Cruz, come on. As in, even today, like the passes that he makes, that's exactly what Chelsea needs. And he has legs still, I would say. Not as much as Modric, nowhere close, but yeah, he still has. What is this? FIFA 23 roasting Cristiano? No idea. मैंने FIFA 23 we need to get that. FIFA 23, we need to get that.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, Ankit. Maybe you can. After watching Felix play that first 60 minutes, I'm expecting better runs from everybody now.
Okay, another corner.
Standards have changed suddenly. I'm like, okay, well, we can expect a little more maybe.
Aubameyang, it'll be interesting to see Aubameyang's commitment. That's something that I will watch out for. But Aubameyang has now Mount on the left-hand side, so hopefully Mount can make those runs. And Aubameyang can be in the box.
Corner.
Come on, go! Yes, man! Finally, it's Kai Havertz who scores, man. My man scores. Yes, I know it's been shit, absolutely, but I don't care right now. It is Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0. No matter what happens,
I'm guessing it's on the corner because I just saw a corner being given.
Yeah, one by Mount, and all the Mount and Havertz haters. Yes, I agree, and I hear why you all are hating them. But Mount got the corner, Havertz scored the goal. Just saying.
Nice.
But is it a coincidence, Michael? The confidence part about Kai Havertz knowing that he's not a striker anymore doesn't make a difference.
Well, we'll see. That was a nice header, actually. Well, was it Lewis Hall who put in the cross? That was a good cross by Lewis Hall, too. Yeah, but no, it was Ziyech. Of course it was Ziyech.
Ziyech.
Oh,
What's
a cross.
What's
a cross.
Absolutely brilliant.
Best player on the pitch today, by far.
Yeah, I agree. He's been involved with whatever's been good in the first half as well.
Okay, so basically Havertz is saying, Mudryk, come on. Felix, come on. Now I'm being played at number 10. I can score goals too. Mykhailo, I know I'm going overboard. But it's been a while since... When did Chelsea score last, Mykhailo? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we don't track goals anymore. No, that's an excellent header. And, that's the kind of header I expect to see from somebody that's as tall as Havertz is. So good on him. I think he needs to do more, he needs to do this more. I'm kind of just tapping into what you're saying. I'm kind of intrigued to see how everybody else ups their game if we have Mudryk and Felix part of the attack in coming games.
Positive competition that always works in a squad, more or less.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if these are the kind of changes we're going to make for the longer term, I don't know how long Felix is there for. Obviously, he's probably going to go back in the summer, but the idea that we're having a down season or an off season, it might be worth it if we're retooling to be better for the future, for the next season, etc. Right? So just kind of take it in that context, and the we must suffer part of the process is what we're going through right now, I guess.
Yeah.
But we've looked okay. This game we've looked okay. I don't know if that's to us more than it's. I don't know. Maybe Crystal Palace hasn't challenged or asked the right questions, but so far Chelsea's probably been the better team on the pitch on the day.
Yeah, as in Michael pointed out, right? Michael, you were saying about as in Zaha, for example, not really being himself. Midfield, they haven't really challenged Jorginho as much he could have been after the first few minutes, right? So, Crystal Palace, I don't know what would you actually, if you're Crystal Palace, would you just get both the strikers on, and we know we suck at crosses? Maybe that's the way what Mykhailo is suggesting. Michael, what are the options? But okay, I think Mateta can come on.
Edouard, Mateta, yeah, I think you got, because Ayew has offered absolutely nothing in this game. So yeah. you gotta change something. Ayew's been terrible. Zaha's been quiet.
Eze is on a yellow as well, as even he's not offered much. So for me,
yeah, but he's sort of the creative midfielder for this team, so they kind of need to keep Eze on the field. Okay. So I would probably take off Ayew and bring one of Edouard, and then switch. Obviously, Olise is right winger, Zaha's left wingers.
Havertz with the yellow. Is it the yellow? No.
No, I don't think so. Is it? Okay, I missed that. I think Mykhailo, internet is kind of going on and off. I don't know if it's me, but
I wouldn't have been surprised if it was.
See, that's the thing. Nishchit is saying that we have gone into the shell again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's slightly better now.
Oh,
so Mykhailo,
must be the Wi-Fi.
68 minutes. Chelsea, if they get on save, as Michael suggested. Okay, I think it's lagging, right? Mykhailo is lagging. That's what I'm guessing.
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but I think it's a bit behind your stream. You might want to just refresh it once and come back, maybe.
All right, I'm going to jump out again.
Okay, they're
Yeah,
making the
it's
change.
lagging for him.
Ayu's going off.
Yeah, his I think it was his internet. It wasn't ours.
Yeah, it's okay. They make 3 changes, man. Okay, Edward is definitely coming on.
Yep. As he should.
Okay, Schlupp goes off. Okay, that's interesting. I thought they'll have left footed in there. Yeah, Mikhail. Hi again. What's up?
Any better?
Yeah, I think it's much better now.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. So they're making changes. I can see, and that's the thing. I still feel there's goals in this game. I don't have confidence in us seeing out a 1-0 necessarily from this so deep.
I think we need to shore up our midfield, man, because now that they have like another striker on the pitch, I'm sure that that's something that we might.
That's the part of Quarter that I'm still waiting to see. Right, he doesn't make those decisions on pitch as much as one would like to see them have to close out games and.
Exactly. So 70 minutes. Okay. We are 1-0, and I know that we have played better football, but now that they have like an extra forward body in the pitch, we have Jorginho, and I can still see Gallagher in the final third. What is the reason not to get a Kovacic or even say a Ruben Loftus-Cheek? I know who doesn't performing, but at least he's a physical body there compared to say Jorginho. So I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even know he's back. I thought he was injured, but Kovacic at least should on. And yeah, we probably should get an extra body in the midfield just to try to see the result out. But that's the part where I'm kind of not convinced Potter as yet, because see how the result comes out. I mean, if we win, he's brilliant. If we don't, then we can.
Oh, Aubameyang, man!
But I'm kind of waiting to see.
Scored. Oh, come on! Come on, man! How are Chelsea missing these chances? I think it's going to bite backside. What a ball from Jorginho! I know Crystal Palace should have defended better, but
he should have scored there. By far, he should have scored there.
On. Time and again, the same thing we got. I know it's harsh on Aubameyang in this instance because the guy's hardly played football, and then I'm expecting. But that's the thing. He's Aubameyang.
He slipped before taking the shot.
Yeah.
Ankit, I have to go. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks,
have a good one, guys.
Man.
Nice to see you.
And all the best. All the best. We both need it.
We both need it next Saturday. All right. In a bit, guys.
Take care. See you.
Big
up to Michael.
Hopefully we can see you there.
People.
Thanks.
Yeah. Mykhailo अभी भी थोड़ा बहुत lag तो हो रहा है, लेकिन it's better for sure. निश्चित पूछ रहे हैं Mykhailo, आप बोलिए. Ideal midfield. If everyone is fit, Mykhailo, like मैंने एक टीम बनाई थी. I don't know if you would agree with this. Right now, if everyone is fit and form को लेकर, motivation को लेकर, this is the team that I had made along with yesterday's panel. I think Fahim was in the house, and I think I had Chirag in the house. So what change would you make if everyone is fit?
I would honestly, and you'll probably cringe, I'd probably put Havertz up top, but the rest of it I agree with.
Yeah, because the reason I put it is
I've never been convinced by Sterling. I've never been convinced by Sterling. Like Sterling, from back in his Liverpool days, not even Man City, I was never convinced by Sterling.
I would see the chance. No, man.
So for me, I would like to see maybe still a Havertz. I know Havertz kind of flatters to deceive more than not, but so does Sterling, in my opinion. I'm not saying Sterling's not good enough to play. He probably can too, but is he going to be as much of a pain in the opposition's centre backs as Havertz can be? Probably not. It's a good run, but I think there was a foul.
See, the way I see Mykhailo, हम Sterling से कैसे best निकाल सकते ना? In my personal opinion, I think Sterling plays well when you have like a couple other forwards also kind of near him. He's not that जो by the scruff of the neck लेता and goes on the run and beats people. He's not that kind of a guy. But he is like one among the forwards. So for me, if you're playing 4-2-3-1, मैं देखता हूँ Sterling को to play on one of the wings. But I hear you. Like, striker is an issue. And Lewis Hall giving the ball away as a gift. This is definitely a yellow card from Thiago Silva, but no, luckily he did not get. I agree that Lewis Hall is having a great potential and has a right attitude, Mykhailo. How surprised are you that Kukurea has not come on still?
I am honestly very surprised by Cucurella not even starting, because he's better than Lewis Hall in the right back position.
Yeah, defensively, man. As in,
Left back
when
position.
you want to kind of save the season, which is what Chelsea's.
Plus he's the next Potter player anyway. So what kind of message is that Potter sending to him? उनका क्या आपस में कोई
I
लड़ाई
think
चल रहा है
they've
उनका,
had
क्या
a
चक्कर
rift
है?
or something like that. I personally feel something like that. I don't know.
So the assumption is कि वो क्योंकि they used to work together, they have a good relationship. Maybe that's why he left Brighton. Maybe they did not have a good relationship. I don't know.
नहीं एक Aubameyang getting a nice ball. Aubameyang with another chance and well done यहाँ पर I think by Mykhailo. Definitely it's a corner, pretty sure, but Mykhailo concedes a corner. I think brilliant ball. I must say that Gallagher has played really well. Lewis Hall in this instance actually got the ball, not Gallagher. Okay, so Lewis Hall doing a good job in that occasion. Lekin Aubameyang, is it harsh? Should he have done better? I think he probably should have taken a touch on his right hand side. Lewis Hall getting injured. Seems like he'll probably get subbed. Arpita, interesting comment that. That's all I'll mention about that. Any good movements of Zaha in Man United? Well, when Zaha was in Man United, Putin, is that what you're asking? I think he had a potential dikh raha tha, lekin again, he was not a player. Okay, Ryan Bertrand is in Stamford Bridge, people. For people out there who are mentioning that, I don't know, John Terry is in Stamford Bridge. Ryan Bertrand, yeah, our Champions League winner, Mykhailo.
Yeah, man,
Injured
good
रहता है
memories. कल टाइकॉन एक गेम खेला, लेकिन चैंपियंस लीग जीता, क्या कह सकते हैं?
नहीं एक्चुअली वो याद है बेनिटेज वाले सीजन में रायन बटलर ने किया था अच्छा वो यूरोपा लीग में जब उसको ब्रेक एक्चुअली
अरे
मिला था
मड्रिक बैठा
प्रॉपर
हुआ है पीछे भाई, मड्रिक पहुंच गया है चेल्सी।
हाँ मड्रिक
उसके
तो पहुंच गया
पीछे,
ना
बर्टन के पीछे
काफी
मड्रिक
प्लेयर है
बैठा
भाई
हुआ है।
आराम से बैठकर ही इज अ चेल्सी प्लेयर
मड्रिक बर्टन के पीछे मड्रिक बैठा हुआ है। सो इट्स नॉट ऑल फ्लफ एंड my skepticism of this app coming true was probably misplaced, क्योंकि he's sitting in Stamford Bridge. Arsenal in the Mudryk.
आर्सेनल इन द बेड भाई आई नो मी एंड मैकल हैवंट डिस्कस बाद में बात करेंगे डिटेल में लेकिन आशीष बोल रहे हैं स्टर्लिंग एक ऐसा प्लेयर है जो विंगर हुआ करता था अब उसको अटैक पे जाना है तो नीड्स एग्जैक्टली सो स्टर्लिंग इज लाइक he's not that kind of guy who will create and score मतलब he's not that kind of a winger element जो Mudryk actually has that ability I'm not trying to say Mudryk is that player already Mudryk is a different he's a player जो lockdown Pulisic था ना Mudryk is that kind of a player Sterling is that kind of a player जो on your second balls he'll kind of win he'll have a nice shot he can score compared to other players not that he's a
My
great
hope
finisher
is that he is just a little more resilient in terms of his fitness. क्योंकि पुलिसिक का एक ही क्रिटिसिज्म रहा है कि he is good enough, but is he fit enough? He's never available. He's
okay
very easily
shocking substitution Mykhailo Koulibaly in for Hall. Does that mean Bardishil is going left back? I know he has a left foot, but I haven't seen him play left back, to be honest.
Chalo, at least he's addressing the Lewis Hall question mark, right? Lewis Hall has been kind of struggling. We know that. So, ठीक है. He's at least trying to fix that
I don't think
situation.
he's injured. वो ऐसे ही मतलब वो थक गया था basically.
What's your take on Benoit Bardishali? कैसा खेला आज?
मतलब he has been Koulibaly but without the diagonal passes. So if I'm being really harsh and honest, he's been as bad as Koulibaly, if not worse. सच में बोलूँ तो. But he's a better ball player in terms of short passes. Like Koulibaly जो इधर rash decisions करता है ना, वहाँ पर is better. So maybe in terms of Potter ball, he definitely seems like already fitting in better in the future.
और से young भी है, पहली गेम है मेरे ख्याल पे, so
harsh तो definitely हो रहा हूँ मैं. But
वो
है मतलब left footed. I think we needed left footed center half. God knows from when यार याद है मतलब we were linked with like so many umpteen even from the Conte days. Gary Cahill used to be left center back in the back three. Remember?
Yeah, we were linked with this fantastic center back in the day. His name was Khalidou Koulibaly. Used to be like 25 years old.
Yeah, मतलब 2012 हमने जीता था चैंपियंस लीग मुझे याद है उसके बाद में he came off like that young center half.
तब से अब तक हम ढूंढ ही रहे हैं. वो गैरी केल बीच में actually became a stopgap. He was in terms of return on investment, Gary Cahill was a good investment. कि वो because he wasn't necessarily at the level of some of the greats, but he had his own strengths and his own
11 million or something, if I remember right. Not even 11 million.
It was either single digits in the millions or just over, right? So it was one of the better returns on investment for sure in Chelsea's past 20 years.
बिल्कुल. I think Gaurav is right.
हालांकि वो भी I was never convinced by Gary Cahill, लेकिन उसकी अपनी एक थी उसका he had self belief.
Play for the badge or वो last ditch tackles, that wins fans over यार, whatever we say.
नहीं, definitely उसका work ethic था एक. I think he was limited in his capability, but work ethic you could not question. So उसके बाद फिर वो एक जिस तरह Azpilicueta became a bit of a bandit over the years. जिस पोजीशन में हमें जरूरत होती थी Azpilicueta को डाल देते थे, and he would learn the position, right, whether it was left back, right center back, like he's kind of been that kind of player too. I think Gary Cahill and Azpilicueta are kind of similar in their legacy.
Mounted the cross goal. Come on man, Kai Havertz man, how can he miss that? Mykhailo, आप देखकर गाली दोगे. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, how could he miss? Kai Havertz should have had a hat trick in this game. I know it was a very fierce kind of a cross, lekin you expect to bury that chance. We should have been the score should have been something like 4-2 to Chelsea in this game. I don't know how is it 1-0 और इसीलिए हम अभी तक मैं बोल रहा हूँ we are vulnerable at the back transition में. अभी भी मैं बोलूँगा
ऊंचा था. It wasn't an easy cross यार, ऊंचा था. अभी मैंने first take लिया, I just saw it live or quote unquote live. So just give me a second to see it again.
एक सेकंड, गोल होने वाला है. I think Crystal Palace का बचा लिया थियागो सिल्वा ने. This is like heart attack.
It was high. It was high. ऊपर से थोड़ा सा offside था, so he was trying to just check his run as well.
Kyle, see that is the thing. When the cross is coming, why I don't see him like a natural striker, just go for that header like proper. But वो लग ही नहीं रहा. Body language doesn't look like that.
बाज आजा अंकित, बाज आजा यार, एक ही तो हमारा प्लेयर है जो गोल किया जिसने आज. नहीं ठीक है. It was a chance. I just in the situation the way it developed, I think everybody was trying to get back onside, and then Mount cross comes in so fast and so high that I think I'm not going to be too critical of him missing that chance. It was a good chance, but I think he was.
Honestly, like Mykhailo, वही chat knows it. I've been supporting Havertz like anything because मुझे लग रहा है अभी भी मैं बोलूँगा कि Havertz का best position is behind the striker. What he's actually playing in the second half after Aubameyang came.
I agree with this comment. I don't know where he is.
वही है क्योंकि Aubameyang is already there. We are 1-0 up. तो अभी I think Potter is not wanting to play second striker.
Fofana को दे दो 10-15 minutes to play. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, 2 up front. Why not? Go 4-4-2. Anyway, you're playing with 4 center halves.
Yeah. So let's see. The last 10-15 minutes, we have to see this result out if we don't score a goal. It's going to be nervous times.
पता नहीं यार, मैंने draw predict किया था. I hope my prediction does not come right. By Howard, Gallagher been taken down like anything, bro. See, Crystal Palace. By the way, Vieira got a yellow card, so I think Vieira has not been happy with the decisions. But I actually feel here, has there been a decision which has been outright not, as in right decision on the pitch? मुझे लगता है
I think one two fouls the referee did not give, so I can understand why Vieira is a little upset.
Yeah, यार, मतलब comments on this, Mykhailo. Mudryk, जैसे Arsenal say we got one over Arsenal. Chelsea, the admin made sure that Mudryk is, welcomed the way the Chelsea
that was well played. That was well played. I did not. I think that's what the club working together can do. That was good vibes, good energy, and the way they kind of played that. I liked it too. Props to the Chelsea admin. Social media. I don't know.
As in, see, these kind of produces the vibes, don't you think so? Stamford Bridge.
I think we as a club we need a little bit of this right now, right? हमारा क्योंकि ownership change हुआ है, team का भी overall चल रहा है, तो we need some sort of club vibe.
अरे यार, गैलेगर जबरदस्ती का येलो कार्ड ले लिया गैलेगर, कोई नहीं। थियागो सिल्वा ब्रो, आई थिंक ही टुडे इज बैक, क्योंकि लास्ट मैच में मैंने काफी निंदा की थी फॉर अ चेंज ऑफ थियागो सिल्वा, लेकिन आई थिंक टुडे थियागो सिल्वा हैज डन वेरी वेल। इनफैक्ट थियागो सिल्वा शुड हैव हैड अ गोल, गुएटा ने बहुत ही बढ़िया सेव किया था फर्स्ट हाफ में।
That was rash, man. He didn't need to do that.
नहीं, और अपुदिन येलो ही था दोनों केसेस में इन माय ओपिनियन। ये पैलेस वाले पूरी चेल्सी टीम को इंजर्ड करने पे तुले हैं, मतलब इट इज अ डर्बी आफ्टर ऑल, वी फॉरगेट दैट।
But I'm liking. I like the fact that Chelsea is also playing physical. You know, I'm not going to complain unless the referee is a little too card happy, and you know, we have to kind of gauge the mood of the referee as well when you're playing like that.
बट मिकाइल, एक चीज से तो आप खुश होंगे बहुत यार, मतलब वी हैव बीन कॉलिंग इट फ्रॉम द टाइम दिस गाय वाज साइंड। आई थिंक आर्ग्यूबली मैं बोलूंगा एटलीस्ट फॉर द लास्ट 6 मंथ्स ये जिएश का बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस रहा है। लाइक जिएश, द फैक्ट दैट ही हैज बीन गिवन इन अ 4 एट द बैक सिस्टम, यू नो, ही हैज बीन गिवन दैट चांस फाइनली। क्या लगता है, विल ही स्टे और यू थिंक ही इज प्लेइंग फॉर अ मूव?
Yeah, honestly speaking, I think he should move because I just feel like he's not.
What a save! World class save by Kepa. Kepa has kept us in the game quite easily. The man of the match, मैं बोलूंगा भाई, after the save. What a strike! I know it was not one of those that you don't expect your goalkeeper to at least make a save, but I think you have to give Kepa the number of saves that he made. Oh my god! I know Mykhailo मैं आगे हूँ थोड़े, लेकिन भाई
I'm trying to catch up.
we are trying our level best to concede, man. It looks like all
worldly. That was a 35-yard shot, 30-yard shot.
Yeah, it was almost like remember lockdown में जहा ने एक गोल मारा था against केपा ही है, जहां तक मुझे याद है।
Yeah, no, good save, good
या
save.
जहां स्कोर करेगा लगता है। बचा लिया भाई चालोबा ने, चालोबा नाइस डिफेंडिंग ब्रो, नाइस डिफेंडिंग बाय चालोबा भाई। वो राइट बैक से चला नहीं है, लेकिन डिफेंसिवली द फैक्ट दैट इज अ सेंटर बैक हेल्प्स इन दिस सिचुएशन। काफी पॉजिटिव है निश्चित। we'll definitely sum up when the game gets over as well. केपा मैन ऑफ द मैच बोल रहे पुदिन। हाँ, लेकिन वही है, क्रॉसेस में अभी भी मैं क्वेश्चन मार्क करूंगा। गैलेगर इंजर्ड यार, लुक्स लाइक। डोंट टेल मी वी हैव वन मोर इंजरी, कम ऑन। और इज इट जस्ट गेम्समैनशिप फॉर अ चेंज? मिकाइल आप सीख गए क्या थोड़ा?
कर रहा है क्योंकि उसका फाउल नहीं दिया उन्होंने, ठीक है। they should have given some, well, it was debatable. I think
एक सेकंड भाई, ये क्रिस्टल पैलेस बहुत धक्का मुक्की कर रहे भाई। माग ही उसका दोस्त है भाई। आई नो अभी तो ऑपोजिशन कैप्टन है, लेकिन माग ही गैलेगर को पुश कर रहा है। इतना जरूरी नहीं था माग ही द्वारा।
वो टाइम वेस्टिंग कर रहा है ना, तो ठीक है करेगा, लेकिन कॉर्नर है, वी हैव टू फोकस।
नहीं, वो क्या बोल रहा है ना कि द फैक्ट दैट ही वेंट डाउन, ही हैज टू गो आउट फॉर अ फ्यू सेकंड्स।
जहा ने उसको कैच के ऊपर उठा दिया, वो नीचे बैठे ही किसको येलो कार्ड मिला?
यही माग ही, बिकॉज ऑफ पुशिंग गैलेगर, आई एम अज्यूमिंग। बट कॉर्नर फॉर क्रिस्टल पैलेस मैन, you know what, in this moment
फोकस जो है ना वो कॉर्नर पे होना चाहिए, इट शुड नॉट बी ऑन दिस थिंग राइट नाउ।
in this moment हाँ फोकस आई होप कि वहीं है। नहीं यार नहीं है, लेकिन नकीली वो दे हेड अप। अरे भाई वी आर प्लेइंग वेरी रिस्की, आई स्वेयर।
बोल तो नहीं हुआ।
ओके, सब्स्टिट्यूशंस कमिंग फाइनली 88 मिनट में। what does it take Potter is, I used to think यार Potter बहुत ही flexible है, fluid and all those things. As much as we are winning, I know we should be praising और हम करेंगे, लेकिन he literally waits till the last minutes यार for the third set of substitutions. Conte used to be so careful, I remember.
टाइम वेस्टिंग कर रहा है।
Yeah, अभी तो टाइम वेस्टिंग है, लेकिन Ziyech man, what a performance. Ziyech going off, Azpilicueta coming on. I was going to say that Azpilicueta probably, you know, in this moment in time we need some experience, so it hopefully
ये कोवाचिच को क्या he's resting for upcoming games, क्या चक्कर है?
नहीं, वो नहीं खेला यार। मैं याद है हम बात भी किए थे, कोवाचिच अभी भी उसका मन वर्ल्ड कप में ही है। मतलब इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक द गाय इज फिजिकली और मेंटली नॉट देयर।
ठीक है, थोड़ा फटीग भी होगा ना, अब इतना ट्रैवलिंग किया है।
बोल सकते हैं आप, मेंटल फटीग बोल रहे हो, फिजिकल फटीग बोल रहे हो, बोथ। हावर्ड्स गोइंग ऑफ।
I don't I don't think Kovacic, you can question his work ethic. लेकिन होता है कभी-कभी players are overplayed, fatigued, whatever. थोड़ा सा rest is not the worst thing. अगर आप एकदम जिस तरह आप कह रहे थे, for players like Koulibaly even, if you bench them as well, but if you bench Cucurella, if you bench, so that gives them a chance to kind of just assess their performances as well.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think he's playing a little risky with Duas Hall at left back. I'm surprised वो अभी तक exploit नहीं हुआ ज़्यादा.
Mount could have played Oba in, but offside. चालोबा is just a centre back निश्चित. It's just that वो जब था ना, कहाँ था, लोरियन में था क्या, फ्रांस में था, तो वहाँ डीएम और राइट बैक खेला हुआ है, तो that is why we kind of are using him as a third choice right now.
जब से वो from the David Luiz days, I don't like centre backs playing midfield. Positioning sense जो है ना get completely cross-wired.
Yeah, I remember the other way around होता है, मतलब for example a lot of players like Nathan Ake, I remember early on जब Chelsea career में था, he was a CDM but then he turned into a centre back.
वैसे Nathan Ake is a little bit of an enigma. अगर वो आज भी होता ना Chelsea में, I think he would have been on the bench. लेकिन वो Pep gives him a lot of faith.
I remember having like a disagreement on Twitter with you जब Nathan Ake लिंक हुआ था Chelsea से समर में.
नहीं चाहिए मुझे भाई, वो उसका हैमस्ट्रिंग प्रोन है वो,
लेकिन उसका सीजन बहुत अच्छा गया है. He's the first choice center back as things stand right now on form.
अब अगर उसका you have to protect him, right? तो वो Pep protects him in the role that he gives him.
अरे Jorginho giving an unnecessary free kick यार, come on.
ना करो यार, ना करना इस वक्त चाहते मुझे
भाई. इतनी हाइट है क्रिस्टल पैलेस की, डर लगता है यार. 7 minutes of stoppage time. Talk about basically derbies and drama.
ये गलत पोजीशन होती है पिच पे. यहाँ पे फाउल क्यों लेते हैं? ये पिछले मैच में भी हमने यहाँ पे फाउल दिया था इसी स्टेज पे गेम.
I have a bad feeling, Mykhailo.
ना बोली. Good vibes only.
Olise with the left footer. Come on, Kepa. अरे भाई घटिया फ्री किक. चलो बाहर चलेगी बॉल, कुछ हुआ नहीं. और भाई सब लोग गिर जाओ, जिनको भी येलो कार्ड नहीं, सब लोग गिर जाओ नीचे. ठीक है. 7 मिनट स्टॉपेज टाइम दिया है भाई. जॉर्जिनो को तो येलो कार्ड है, फिर भी नीचे गिर गया. ये क्या हो गया? टाइम वेस्ट नहीं कर रहा ना. जॉर्जिनो को येलो कार्ड है भाई, थोड़ा बच के चांस मत ले. कोई नहीं. वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है यार, वर्ल्ड कप की याद दिला दिया यार. जॉर्जिनो तो प्रीटी मच श्योर ही इज जस्ट गेम्समैनशिप कर रहा है. अरे जाओ फिलिक्स नेक्स्ट टू जॉन टेरी. जोडी मॉरिस भी है वहीं कहीं. आपको ये भी दिखेंगे मुद्रिक और बर्ट्रेंड. न्यूकासल गोल. अरे भाई दैट इज नॉट ग्रेट न्यूज. न्यूकासल गोल मैन. दिस इज आइजैक स्कोरिंग इन द 89th minute पीपल. भाई मिकाइल क्या लग रहा है यार? मैन यूनाइटेड बीटिंग मैन सिटी, न्यूकासल डूइंग वेल. आर वी सीइंग वन ऑफ दोस क्रेजी सीजंस रियली?
अरे वाकई में भाई यार, we are so far away from that part of the table. I don't know.
मतलब अभी तो टॉप 6.
मेरा फोकस सर अपनी टीम पे होता है. I don't care about the rest of the league honestly. I know some EPL fans हैं यहाँ पे, लेकिन
Aspi with a beautiful ball to Oba, लेकिन Oba giving it directly to goalkeeper. भाई एटलीस्ट शॉट नहीं मारता अच्छा तो टाइम वेस्ट ही कर लेता. बट हाँ प्लीज मिकाइल, सॉरी कंटिन्यू. टॉप 4 की बात कर रही थी अपनी.
नहीं, it's kind of weird to see Arsenal and Man United in the top 4 discussions
again after it's been 2 decades.
After many years. Yeah. So and we are sitting in mid-table. So वो अजीब सा एक feeling है just about the whole season. So I don't know. Let's see. ठीक है. As long as the thing is कि ownership जो है वो पैसे तो खर्च रहे हैं. They are trying to buy their way out of this, whatever this funk is right now, right? और ठीक है, थोड़ा सा character भी दिखा रहे हैं by sticking with their managerial choice. I just hope कि Potter turns out to be the worth the faith that the owners have shown in him.
Yeah,
again, like at least they're not doing knee-jerk reactions. Arteta at Arsenal could have been fired. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? It
नहीं
paid for
बेसिकली
them in the
मिकाइल
end
में
too.
मुझे कैसे
I'm
दिखता
not
है ना,
saying
देखो
I
अगर
want to compare Arteta with Potter.
हाँ नहीं मैं क्या बोल रहा था, देखो
अगर वो
पॉटर
टुकल
को
के साथ
अगर
persist करते, अगर वो टुकल के साथ persist करते, I would have called that a more astute, more mature decision.
actually नहीं, see that's the thing, in hindsight they are like Potter and the entire Brighton team which has come over to Chelsea, sacking them and spending the same amount, they are like नहीं, जाकर हम better players ला देते for Potter to give him a better chance, and of course कहीं ना कहीं ये भी आ जाता है that you have just kind of hired up manager 4 months back.
हाँ नहीं थी, वो
तो
थोड़ा सा majority in that sense ownership दिखा रही है by sticking with them. और आई एम श्योर थोड़ा सा फाइनेंशियल डिसइंसेंटिव भी है फॉर देम टू टेक एक्शन, क्योंकि उसका लंबा चौड़ा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है मेरे ख्याल में, और वो उसको अभी निकाल दिया तो दैट विल बी
ओके
वेरी कॉस्टली.
भाई, ओली से विद क्रॉस नहीं बचा ले भाई, तियागो सिल्वा बचा लिया, 2 मिनट अभी भी बाकी, 2.5 मिनट अभी भी बाकी है बाय द वे. जाहा विद रन, एस्पिलिक्वेटा पेनल्टी मत दे देना मेरे भाई, मत देना पेनल्टी मत देना भाई. एस्पिलिक्वेटा ऑलमोस्ट पुल बैक जाहा, ऑलमोस्ट जस्ट अबाउट कंट्रोल्ड हिमसेल्फ. थ्रो इन लिया क्रिस्टल पैलेस ने, अभी भी 2 मिनट बाकी है. एंड क्रॉस, क्रिस्टल पैलेस का क्रॉसिंग फॉर फन भाई, क्लोज डाउन करो यार क्रॉस, क्यों एक तो क्रॉस टाइम एंड अगेन वी डोंट लर्न, व्हाई डू वी अलाउ दोस क्रॉसेस टू कम इन, जस्ट क्लोज देम डाउन, दैट शुड बी द मंत्रा भाई. बहुत डर लग रहा है यार अब तो, मतलब क्रेजी मैन, कम ऑन, कैन वी गेट 3 पॉइंट्स प्लीज. हो गया, कॉर्नर दिया शायद हमने, नो यार 1.5 मिनट बाकी है, एक और कॉर्नर कंसीडर्ड, हडसन एडवर्ड विनिंग अ कॉर्नर. ओ माय गॉड, थियागो सिल्वा बचा ले यार इस कॉर्नर में,
इतना
बहुत अच्छा
सस्पेंस तो
कॉर्नर,
चेल्सी गेम में
वेल
रिसेंटली
डन
देखा मैंने कि
थियागो सिल्वा. लेकिन अभी भी आई थिंक 1 मिनट और बाकी है, तो यू दे माइट गेट वन मोर. भैया ऑली से, व्हाट अ प्लेयर मैन, ही इज, वी आर गोइंग फॉर
मुझे
दिस
तो
यंग गाय
लगता था कि
Madueke.
ऑनेस्टली वी विल ट्राई टू बाय हिम, बट डिडंट हैपन. आई थिंक क्रिस्टल पैलेस डोंट वांट टू
Yeah,
सेल.
I remember. Correct. Because we are going for this Madueke, another Englishman. Okay, बचा लिया भाई इस बार बाडियाशिले ने. अरे मैन, आई डोंट नो व्हाट यू आर डूइंग. ओबामयांग रख भाई, बॉल रख तू, इस मोमेंट के लिए तो आया चेल्सी में नहीं, एंड ओबामयांग ने हक दिया. I can't believe it. Aubameyang being such a senior striker, I can't believe he had no sense in keeping
क्या
the
हुआ,
ball.
गोल तो नहीं हुआ.
नहीं, लेकिन he lost the ball and he could have easily kept the ball, Mykhailo. He could have just kept the ball. That's all he had to do. Ball was with him. भाई गैलेगर ने बचा लिया. These are like last seconds. Heart Attack FC is back, people. भाई जॉर्जिनियो पैर डाल यार. नो माउंट पेनल्टी मत देना, माउंट वेल डन. नहीं, माउंट गेट्स, oh my god, Aubameyang, no, and again a second time Aubameyang just kicks the ball away. I can't believe it. Aubameyang, I am shocked. I know people might be behind me that मैं हमेशा Aubameyang को टारगेट करता हूँ भाई, लेकिन really if you're this experienced, basic sense you don't have. ये हमें स्कूल में सिखाया जाता था भाई, लास्ट मिनट में आपको एज अ स्ट्राइकर मिल रहा है बॉल, तो क्या करना चाहिए आपको जब आप लीड में हो.
माउंट क्या कर रहा था यार.
माउंट
Aubameyang
भी यार,
clears
ही
the
वाज ट्राइंग टू,
ball, but
एग्जैक्टली वो क्लियर क्यों नहीं किया उस मोमेंट में. गोल हो गया, आई थिंक गोल इस बार. बचा लिया
नहीं
यार
यार.
चालोबा ने.
अरे यार,
एडसन एडवर्ड, ओ माय गॉड, चालोबा ने जस्ट अबाउट बचा लिया. दिस इज क्रेजी स्टफ, दिस इज डेस्परेशन स्टफ. इट शुडंट बी हैपनिंग. हमने ये गेम जीतना था 4-1, 4-2, 4-3 एटलीस्ट, बट इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी सिंपल ब्रो कमिंग वीक्स में. दिस काइंड ऑफ डिफेंस इज टू शेकी यार मिकाइल. थियागो सिल्वा मेकिंग श्योर कि वो लेस को खोले और लेस को बांध दे वापस से.
गेम क्लॉक गेम क्लॉक क्या 99 मिनट्स पे चल रहा है इस वक्त?
99th मिनट,
कितना ओवरटाइम से
चेल्सी है ना, चेल्सी है भाई. 99th मिनट
क्या
में पहुंच
चल रहा
गया.
है यार?
9 मिनट स्टॉपेज टाइम. हाँ कोई नहीं, अभी हो जाएगा इस बार, अगर नहीं किया ना रेफरी, क्या है तो बोलूं मैं भाई. चालोबा, बाडियाशिले और थियागो सिल्वा ने बचाया है हमें यार, लिटरली एक एक बार लास्ट 3 मिनट में.
एंड हाँ वो अलग है, ऊपर से केपा ने भी सेव किया उससे पहले, so
हाँ केपा तो भाई
I
मैं तो
hope we
बोलता हूँ
can
मैन ऑफ द
see
मैच
it.
भाई. Finally, man, 3 points. How does it feel, Mikhail? Bhai, long time no see 3 points. How are you? Finally up the chairs and
कभी
yes, flying high up in the
भूल गए
sky.
तीन. I have
Oh
forgotten
my
what 3 points
God.
felt like.
Relief.
Wow,
That is a
and to
relief, Mikhail.
see a 1-0 scoreline out from like किस मिनट में गोल हुआ था, 60 something में. So
Yeah.
that's something we haven't done a lot in recent
Hmm.
times. See out a low scoring lead from that.
Yeah, this is
That
Newcastle Fulham, by
lead
the way,
again.
going on 1-0 है उनका भी. लेकिन again people in the chat भाई, again do not forget to hit that like button और again check करिए, all the links of the panel is below. लेकिन
Bhai, are we in the top half now or not?
yeah, no, not yet. We are still far off. लेकिन नहीं, top half तो definitely है. लेकिन
Top half में होना चाहिए. Single digits में आए हैं कि नहीं आए?
अभी the good part is at least यार we are not comparing with Crystal Palace. इतना बोल सकता हूँ मैं. Because अगर Crystal Palace जीतती है
क्रिस्टल
game, I
पैलेस
think
से
they would
आगे
have
है ना,
gone.
बस ठीक
Let
है.
me
फिर
just show the
फिर
table.
लंदन इज ब्लू. देन लंदन इज ब्लू.
लंदन. नहीं अभी भी
कैसे
यार चार. मिकाइल 4 लंदन क्लब्स चेल्सी के ऊपर है अभी भी.
हाँ नहीं, वो अलग बात है.
आर्सेनल.
मैं वैसे आज की बात है, डार्बी की
हाँ
बात कर
लंदन
रहा
इज
हूँ. मैं
ब्लू यार,
डार्बी में
ऑब्वियसली यार,
लंदन.
कम ऑन, वो तो है ही. लेकिन भाई 10th व्हेन लिवरपूल चेल्सी भाई विद 1 गेम टू कम, तो लिवरपूल को हम बीट कर सकते हैं. वी कैन गो ओवर दैट. आई नो आई हैव बीन सेइंग दैट फॉर मंथ्स टुगेदर, बट व्हाई नॉट. अगेन ब्रेंटफोर्ड के साथ साथ है हम, ब्रेंटफोर्ड, लिवरपूल, चेल्सी, तो यू कैन से दैट टॉप 7 इज नॉट टू फार ऑफ टेक्निकली यूरोप. बट जस्ट सेइंग एवरीवन भाई, सब लोग बोलिए. चालोबा पुदिन बोल रहे ब्रिलियंट. दिस चेल्सी
So
टीम
here's what I'm
डेफिनेटली.
seeing. Here's what I'm seeing. Um, हम 28 पे हैं and Fulham is on 31 points in 6th position. So 3 point का difference है सिर्फ, right? So
या
so we and then they're 2 points behind Tottenham in 5th. So if we can put together 2-3 results, we can start pushing back up into Europa League spots at least. If not, just behind the lead, the top 4.
राइट
तो है,
स्टिल 10
there's
बट कोई
chance
नहीं.
to recover our position. अगली गेम्स हमारी लेकिन लिवरपूल के साथ है मेरे ख्याल में. So that's going
See,
to be
that's
a
the
tough
thing,
one.
right? As in, see, that is the thing. Anyway, I'll add Prasanna in the house. Prasanna, big up, yaar. कैसे हो? Up the chairs, bro. Quickly
Hey,
here.
Prasanna, long
Yo,
time,
man.
long time, buddy.
Let me see the fixtures.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so people in the chat, bye. We'll go one by one. As in, if you have to summarize quickly, if I have to say, like, honestly, Potter, Potter ball, still jury's out for me, very honestly speaking. But the positive part is, Mikhail, in the first half, in the first 1 hour at least, we did a lot in terms of, like free flowing football tha with Ziyech, with Gallagher on the right hand side, despite not having a right back, jo Chaloba nahi hai. So at times, Ziyech was playing like a wing back. But the fact is, with Havertz not being able to finish what he missed chances today, but finally जब उन्होंने score किया तब किया when Aubameyang came on the pitch. And I know Aubameyang towards the end I myself criticized, but Mikhail, where are you on this? Does it mean that now Aubameyang is like finally he's okay to play for Potter and vice versa, and you would like to see this continue and Havertz to play like a number 10?
Yeah. The thing is, overall, let's take a step back and for once, this was a decent performance by Chelsea compared to the disaster classes of previous few games. I think we moved the ball a little better. We played out a little faster. We progressed the ball a little better up the pitch. To me, who you put up top is inconsequential if those other things are not working together properly, right? So today we felt the need for more clinicality up front because we were getting the ball into dangerous areas more often, right? So for me, that's positive. I'm still not sure if that's a credit to Potter and his planning, or did Vieira's Crystal Palace not ask us the right questions? But we'll see. We'll see if we can carry this forward through 1 or 2 more games and play a little more positively. Then Oba, I have no issues with Oba as long as we have give him some consistency, some game time. We can't just throw him on and expect him to be 100% after not playing
बिल्कुल.
for a few minutes at least in the game. So I think like if we have him on the bench, we need to use him. Agar he's being sold off now or in summer, might as well use him. He does have experience. He does bring something to the game. And the other thing is that the Datro Fofana is sitting there. He needs to see what Oba can offer him in terms of mentorship and whatnot. So those synergies will come. I don't think Havertz that necessarily can be a mentor, quote unquote. Havertz is a young player himself, but Oba, you can probably hope that he can show the young guys a few tricks before he moves out of the club.
बिल्कुल. I'll take a few comments before going to Prasanna. Give Thiago 1 year contract. It will help the transition of a team defense. RP is saying, and again, like Tiger Beast is saying, and I can see Sagnik saying, by like kar dijiye stream sab log ko. Or of course, definitely check out the panels channels as well as the links. Darren, thanks for super chat. Language, bro, much love to you. Lekin I hear you. The passion is real, Darren. I know, but Thiago Silva is God and Kepa, man. Again, I would say that without Kepa, arguably, Thiago Silva wouldn't have even been in the position to make those last kind of ditch headers. I think Kepa probably kept us in the lead, really speaking, and that has to be the difference maker for me. But again, as in positively for me, Ziyech. I think the best positive aspect that I take personally, Prasanna, is Ziyech out of the match. As much as Gallagher, yes, it's against Crystal Palace, so I would still say he's a young guy. He's not a starter, but he did well for what was asked from him, considering Mason Mount is not in form, and of course he's not doing that well for 90 minutes. So, Prasanna, over to you. Like, if you have to sum up the game, what are the positives and negatives for you?
Positives, 3 points after God knows how long. I mean, finally we win, and at least. Good thing going into Liverpool next week, because we saw Liverpool yesterday. I mean, this is probably a good time to play them. I mean, both of us, I think we're in probably the same positions. We're in the same points, I think, same games as well. Only thing is goal difference. So we were screaming out I was actually screaming for Ziyech to start, because people are saying sell Ziyech. I mean, we're not even giving him game time. Today he started and he was absolutely brilliant. And Gallagher ran his socks off. Towards the end, you could see he got tired. I mean, he ran his socks off. Thiago Silva is Thiago Silva. I mean, how is he our best defender despite being 38 years old? That's another thing for another day. But Badiashile, I thought he started a bit shaky, but I think he grew into the game. And towards the end, we saw his crucial headers.
Very crucial on towards the end.
He was brilliant today. And at a point, we actually had 4 centre backs playing, if you noticed. I mean, Chalobah makeshift right back. I think Koulibaly makes it left back.
So basically, we became Stoke. We became Stoke for those few minutes, and Stoke was actually good in the prime Stoke everything.
Koulibaly still was very shaky. He was getting beaten. I mean, he was. I'm still jury out on him. So good to win finally, but we still have a lot to improve on. Havertz, people will say, "Oh, he scored." Yeah, he only needed 15 chances to score one, though.
Yeah, see, as in again, I know Mykhailo also told me, like, today, for instance, for a change he scored. So we got to be praising. I know RP is also kind of putting that point. मैं agree करता हूँ आप लोग से, लेकिन देखिए Havertz का ऐसा है ना, देखिए for me the guy is already low on confidence. उसको इतना basically hate मिल रहा है, and if you actually saw, yes, I know it doesn't mean anything, but the guy actually came out social media में आकर एक post डाला है especially, and I think Chelsea has highlighted that. So for me, the guy is going through a lot, maybe I'm assuming, and that's the reason why you're not seeing Havertz जो हमें देखते हैं. He's a big game player, yes, but इतना off रहता है in games. And today I don't think I can defend him missing those chances. Mykhailo वो miss तो किया था, मतलब he should have had a hat trick. I understand the last chance, लेकिन apart from that also
we can make a comedy show. वो नहीं होता blooper show. Out of here is a ball, here is a goal. Now watch Chelsea not put the ball in the goal. Like any chance you give them, any chance you give Chelsea, they will figure out how not to put it in the goal.
How not?
It's sad. It's sad. It's like tragic comedy, right? It's so वो एक चला गया, that वो मुझे समझ नहीं कैसे हुआ, लेकिन वो एक हो गया. चलो, कभी हो जाता है, I guess. लेकिन somebody commented Twitter पे भी बहुत लोग comment कर रहे थे कि whatever shots we do take, they're straight at the goalie. So why are we surprised कि हम score नहीं करते?
बिल्कुल. और देखो, again, Havertz is the number. Exactly. Abhishek, thanks for putting that. I know, Abhishek भाई, हमने बहुत बात किया about Havertz as well. मेरा यही है कि यार Havertz को आप देखो, it was not a coincidence. I think, yes, आप बोल सकते हो coincidence, but the fact is, Prasanna, the moment Aubameyang came on and we scored, Like for me, yeah, it can be the fact that Havertz, it was a corner, it was really a set piece, and Ziyech put in a great cross. But the fact is, in somewhere in the mind, you know that when you are a striker for Chelsea Football Club, you have that pressure on you. Like, are we like being unfair? Yes, Havertz has missed so many chances, and he should be doing better. Let's not have any excuses there. But at the same time, are we saying that, come on, as in we expect out of you what we're expecting of Aubameyang? Is it like not unfair for Prasanna somewhere down the line?
I mean, he plays in that position. I mean, he's not a quote unquote a number 9. He's more a better as a 10 behind the striker in a 4-2-3-1. We can see many people say that, but still, the only thing I had on Havertz is, at least these days, compared to the shit show the strikers have performed, he at least gets in decent positions. His position awareness is something is there. But sometimes he takes too long to pass the ball. He takes too long, and by the time defenders get in position, attack
the decision making is slow as well as the finishing. I think these are the two aspects.
Yeah, exactly. But give him his dues. He scored today, so not going to get too much on him. Although he did miss a lot of chances, but you said pressure. I mean, if you're wearing this shirt, pressure automatically comes, irrespective of whether the fans put you under pressure or not.
Right.
You are under pressure, irrespective of whatever happens. Credit to him, he scored. I think he will definitely start Liverpool given this one. But what do you make? Would you change this lineup for Liverpool, or would you keep the same?
See, again, if I'm putting the lineup, by the way, everyone, again, I'm seeing people joining it. Do not forget to hit that like button, yeah. Mods, help me out there. But again, do not. Mykhailo, yeah, please.
No, I was gonna just say that if it's Salah versus Lewis Hall, I don't care what kind of form Salah is, and he's probably gonna go score 5 goals.
See, let's be honest. I think Mykhailo and me agree. We have spoken enough for that. Lewis Hall is not a fullback. Okay, even as a wing back, I have my question marks. His attitude is great. I know he put one great ball to Aubameyang, which Aubameyang should have done better. Aubameyang should have done better. But I think Gaurav was asking about lineup again. For me, if I'm being honest, like Mykhailo suggested, I think there's no two ways about it. Like Aubameyang has come back into the squad, I think it's time that Cucurella kind of starts, because we're not having benchable anytime soon. So Cucurella needs to start. He's a Potter man, and yes, he's not been doing anywhere close to good, but defensively he's still better than Hall. I genuinely believe that. Yes, attacking wise, but we're taking एक proper weapon हम ले रहे हैं जब Hall नहीं रहेंगे और Cucurella रहेंगे. But remember, we are having Mudryk. Mudryk is coming on, people. Yes, next game we're probably going to have Mudryk, so he's going to be the winger. So width हमें मिलेगी, so we can have Cucurella there as a back four. But in terms of finishing the game, we just spoke about Aubameyang. 1 second, Prasanna. There was a moment, and I know people यहाँ पर मुझे hate मिलने वाला है. Let me put my hand up. But the thing is, I expect that from my experienced striker. Yes, he's hardly been playing, but the guy comes on. Firstly, he misses chances that I would give him the benefit of doubt, because he's not had that game time and that match sharpness that one needs. But I would not question his commitment today. I'll at least give him thumbs up for the commitment. Okay, which I've been questioning. Exactly. I know people have given me a lot of hate for that, but honestly, I believe that he wasn't committed to the cause. Now, today, I see that at least there was a slight commitment, which I can give him the thumbs up for. Problem, what I saw is, with his experience, in the last 2 minutes, he had 2 chances where the ball was, kicked to him. He got the ball, and he was still trying to clear the ball up front. He was still trying to basically, get the better of the defender. And is it like, I learned that in 5th standard, bro. When you're a striker, you're in a lead 1-0, you kind of just keep the ball, run the channel.
Waste time.
Exactly. What was Aubameyang trying? So, for you, as in, have you seen enough today? As much as we have praised you, Aubameyang Aya or Havertz, number 10 role khele, and it kind of helped in the mind of Havertz, and Ziyech, has someone to target, 2 people to target rather than 1. Lekin, is Aubameyang done enough for you, Prasanna, for you to say, nahi, it's time to play Havertz as the number 10 and play Aubameyang number 9 in the big game against Liverpool?
In last few games, he's not even started, right? I mean, he did come on, and as much as you did criticize him in the Man City game, I feel that he was not found many times enough. There were many times I noticed, but he was making him, and Havertz and Mount didn't even make the attempt to find him. Is it totally his fault? I would say partially yes, but I won't say totally it's his fault. But I still think we can accommodate both of them, to be honest. If we decide to play 4-2-3-1, we can accommodate them, to be honest. But
Yeah, like how last few minutes में लग भी रहा था technically speaking,
Yeah,
right?
so we can
Because
do that.
for
But
Liverpool game, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I think Liverpool game के लिए Felix is out as well, right? It's the third game
yeah,
of
he's out
suspension.
till like I think he's only back for the West Ham game. I think.
Yeah, 11th of February he's back basically.
Yeah,
Number
so
11, 11 million. Yeah, Mikhail wants to say something. Mikhail, please.
Just picking on something Prasanna just mentioned. Havertz and Mount weren't even trying to find him. This is a theme that really annoys me because
Yeah.
I've seen this too. I've seen Mount can be really selfish at times. Felix was open a few times. Mount didn't even look towards him. He's like, no, I'm going to try. That is what makes or breaks your attack sometimes, right? It's the synergies. It's the willingness to play in somebody else. तो थोड़ा सा मुझे I get the question mark कि थोड़ी कैंपबाजी तो नहीं चल रही in the dressing room के अच्छा ये नया आया होगा अपने घर में होगा जो भी है. I'm not gonna pass to you every time or this time or whatever. So I think that is where the team dynamic. That's where the coach needs to sit them down and have that discussion because I don't care if it's Mount doing it, if it's Havertz doing it, if it's Ziyech doing it. I don't care who's doing it, but that really puts me off when people are open and other players who you expect to feed them in choose to be selfish or choose to just to turn around and back pass or whatever. What is this? Do you guys feel this way about this situation as well? Yeah, am I overreacting?
No, I hear you what you're saying in terms of basically as in I think it's a we have a lot of times discussed about it now, Mikhail. I think it's a comfortable position to be in. Remember under Tuchel, a lot of times that the way we went forward in games is like basically keep a structure and he built on that. So a lot of times you play a little bit more safe than not. So I think that is the way that team has been playing for a good while. Plus, on that, Mount is. I'm not trying to defend, but that's a fact. Like he's going through this contract talks and whatnot. He's still a young chap. So at some point, I think he's like just wanting to be there for the sake of it, and then he's wanting to do things which is basically safer than usual because otherwise, उसको मालूम है कि crowd उसके पीछे आ जाएगी. But that's what he needs to realize. Everyone in the team needs to be told that Potter wants to play ball. As in, that's the reason why I believe one of the reasons why Potter प्रशंसा किया गया था in the Premier League. So for me, that through ball that you're talking about is something that will come, but only if, say, for example, people are knowing the positions. Like for example, अभी अगर मुझसे पूछे ना, I don't think Mount knows his position. Mount has been roaming around literally. Sometimes he plays on right, sometimes he plays on left, sometimes in the middle. Havertz the same, sometimes number 10, sometimes striker. So if you know Manchester United and Arsenal right now, I can tell you, Mikhail, that what is going to be the starting 11, what is going to be the tactics in and out of the match in most matches. In Chelsea, we cannot. So somewhere down the line, it's a bit of both. I don't know, Prasthana, if you'd like to add to that. I think I would blame the player as well as the coach here. Somewhere down the line, I think the players are not as clear as what to do. Somewhere communication has to be key, right?
Exactly. And for people like Mount or Havertz, I mean, sometimes you kind of feel entitled if you're starting every single game, irrespective of how shit you are. I mean, if I start you, for example, if I start you every single game, despite you not pulling the strings, you will not have kind of the incentive or motivation. You will kind of be thinking in your mind saying, well, I'm starting every game despite me not playing well. And the players know if they drop stinkers. Let's make no bones about it. They will know if they drop shit performances. So if in the back of your mind, you will be like, okay, why do I need to play? I'm still getting picked every week. And that is the thing. And yes, it is Potter as well. And
that's the point. Like, that I would have dropped him. Prasanna, I would have dropped him.
Or at least put him in a bench to give him something to say that, okay, he needs to work harder next game. Because if you're in a comfort zone, there is no motivation to play.
Certain behaviors. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. It's just the fact that if you're being selfish on the pitch, then the manager can fix that with one quick move of benching one player, even if it's a Mount, for that reason, and say, if you try that again, I'm going to yank you again. So behave yourself when you're out there. There is a pass that needs to be made. Your job is to make the pass. वो आपकी बात सही है, player power है थोड़ी सी कि play it safe. But if he's taking the shot himself, as opposed to playing in somebody who's in a better position, then I get really worked up because that's something the manager can fix then. And if he's playing the very next game, then I don't know what the lesson to take away becomes then. If basically, the manager is giving him the message कि हाँ ठीक कर रहा है जो भी कर रहा है.
नहीं, आई थिंक
I don't like
मिकाइल
that.
थोड़ा सा मैं यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा अलग सोचता हूँ. द रीजन बीइंग दैट एग्जांपल बीइंग कोवाचिच. लाइक देखो कोवाचिच आज इफ यू सी एवरीवन भाई ही वाज ड्रॉप्ड. आई नो दैट यू कैन आर्ग्यू दैट देयर वाज फैटिग, बट एक्चुअली जैसे हम क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं मेसन माउंट, हैवर्ट्स क्वाइट रेगुलरली ऑन से एटलीस्ट फॉर दिस मंथ along with Aubameyang, I think I would almost say Kovacic is in that bracket, probably worse than Mount and Howard, because I think Kovacic ka ability, his commitment, I think that is something that stands out in him. Or wo is something which has not come. Or Potter, I think he did the right thing today to drop him and actually get Chukwuemeka. I know Chukwuemeka did not give width and he's not like आपके dribbler नहीं है जो Kovacic at times can do, having that lower center of gravity. But Chukwuemeka at least has that physicality which helped in against Crystal Palace. So कहीं ना कहीं I think as much as I'm still jury's out for Potter वाला चीज 100%, लेकिन I feel that the circumstances were such, Mikhail, कि आज के दिन में what was the option that Potter had? Like if for instance अगर Mount और Havertz अगर drop होते तो you're saying that maybe आप Aubameyang को bench में खिला रहे तो why not from the start? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not saying. I'm not trying to force the point के इसको drop कर दो या उसको drop कर दो. What I'm trying to comment is कि from a managerial perspective, you're supposed to encourage the correct behaviors. तो अगर आपको लग रहा है, मुझे लगा कि लास्ट मैच में माउंट वाज प्लेइंग अ लिटिल सेल्फिश, जहाँ पे चांसेस बन रहे थे एंड ही वाज काइंड ऑफ होल्डिंग द पास एंड टर्निंग अराउंड एंड नॉट इवन लुकिंग एट फीलिक्स हु इज वाइड ओपन, इस तरह खड़ा हुआ था कि भाई दे दो मुझे. तो मुझे थोड़ा सा वहां पे फील हुआ कि ये थोड़ा सा ना ही इज प्लेइंग दैट पार्टीबाजी कर रहा है थोड़ी सी, कि ठीक है तू होगा, चाहे फीलिक्स होगा, लेकिन मैं भी माउंट हूँ तो मैं करूंगा जो मैं चाहता हूँ. तो आई डोंट नो, मुझे इस तरह की फील है कि द मैनेजर नीड्स टू सेट द टोन ऑन द पिच. और अगर उसको लगा कि कोई प्लेयर इज, अब उसको हो सकता ना लगा हो, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट प्रॉब्लम. द अदर थिंग इज मे बी ही डजंट वांट टू डिस्टर्ब द ड्रेसिंग रूम. बट मुझे ये लगता है कि द ओनर्स द मैनेजर टू करेक्ट दोस सिचुएशंस. और एंड आई वुड बी लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड इन द कमिंग गेम्स टू सी are we moving away from that kind of football, because I don't want to see कि जनाब वो पुलिस को पास नहीं दे रहे या वो फिलिस को पास नहीं दे रहे. अब मुड्रिक आ रहा है, मुड्रिक has no loyalties to anybody, right? So the kind of player he is, उसकी indiscriminate firing होगी, like he's just going to give the ball, right? Runs and crosses. From what I can tell from watching his highlights on video. So again, this is what happened to Salah. Salah, when Salah came. So just to tie this point up and land on it, when Salah back in the day used to play at Chelsea, he used to be the fastest runner on the pitch. Uske crosses aate the and the rest of the team would not be anywhere close to reaching them. What did we do? Correct. Instead of trying to anticipate कि वो run मारेगा, and what we did was we just got rid of him. उसको कह दिया यार तू दूर नहीं चल रहा यहाँ पे. If Salah is not good enough for Chelsea. Right, because nobody was able to match the speed and be available to meet the cross. यही problem चल रही थी with Ziyech for a long time, कि Ziyech का cross आता था, nobody's there. Right, so अब when we are changing our personnel, that's a dynamic that I want to see. I don't want to be playing to the capabilities of Havertz or Mount. I want for the team to push their capability, and for these guys then to make sure that they are making those runs to meet the balls. अगर मुड्रिक आ रहा है और आप मुड्रिक को आपने रिवर्स गियर लगा के उसको from fourth you put him into second, कि नहीं चेल्सी स्लो खेलती है भाई तू भी स्लो हो जा. What's the point then? That's like Sterling. When Sterling came and we could tell कि he's used to a faster pace of game. Right, yeah. And we were joking कि इसको 2-4 मैच लगेंगे to slow down to Chelsea level, और वही हुआ कि
he's not your back to goal वाला player anyway, so that's something that.
So this is back to goal. आपने बात कर दी, right? So this is the thing. Okay, with these new pieces coming in, I don't want them regressing to what Chelsea is used to doing, because these are bad habits. We want to actually bring in the new blood and try to push everybody to start playing, towards goal, not back to goal. So that's the only point I was trying to make, and sorry for taking a long way to say.
It makes sense. In fact, just to add there, I know Mudryk, come on Abhishek, इतना naughty नहीं हो भाई मेरे, लेकिन हाँ देखिए मुड्रिक का एक चीज मैं बोलूंगा, एक बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट बोला मिकाइल ने. जस्ट टू ऐड देयर, आई थिंक जियेश का एग्जांपल जो लिया ना, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल लाइक यू हैड साला डेज एंड नाउ जियेश फॉर एग्जांपल, Ziyech had a fantabulous game in my opinion, like superb. Like the balls he put, he was looking for someone, लेकिन हमारी विड थी नहीं, तो वहां पर you didn't have anyone. Similarly, अगर Pulisic fit है, he could do that. Werner in the past has done that to some extent in Champions League matches. Problem यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा मैं देखूंगा, as much as मैं excited हूँ Mudryk के लिए in terms of the player he is, and of course we are overpaying and paying double. एक चीज जरूर बोलूंगा, Mudryk is not the kind of player who will get in behind. Mudryk is the kind of player who is almost like not say Werner. He's more like a Pulisic, where he takes on people. He's that kind of player. So he's, I would say, somewhere in between a lockdown Pulisic and a Grealish, if I can just explain. तो मुझे लगता है again a Ziyech और a Mudryk साथ में शायद नहीं खेले, तो I can see in that particular role it might be the other way around, where Mudryk might be the person who's supplying and Sterling might be on the other end. I don't know. What do you think about that, Prasanna?
Spoiled for choice, right? I mean, we have to see when Sterling comes back. We have to see when Pulisic comes back. See, Ziyech today he played well, but he needs to continue. So he has given a case that I cannot be dropped for the next game because he was superb today. For the Liverpool game.
Yeah, this is if everyone is fit, right? I just made a.
If everyone is fit, okay.
Currently, until Nkunku comes back and takes Sterling's position.
Bhai, Reece James or Chilwell are back. Yeah, zabardast.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
By the way, Reece James is supposed to be back. He might be back by 1st of February.
आएगा फिर जाएगा.
Yeah, 1 or 2 games and then back on the.
Yeah. I mean, I say it not for being. I love Reece James, but we have to, as a team, manage a team. वो नहीं होता जैसे कारोबार कर रहे हो तो you have to run a कारोबार, right? So ये वो वाला हिसाब है कि आपको पता है किसने फिर इंजर होना है. What are you doing to mitigate? वही लुइस हॉल को खिलाओगे लेफ्ट बैक पे और चलोबा को खिलाओगे राइट बैक में, कब तक चलेगा? When you know, ठीक है 1-2 मैचेस के लिए आपने कर लिया, लेकिन that cannot be your solution going forward.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
The only thing I would say,
I'll catch you over later, guys. Thank you.
No problem. Prasanna, big up PB Talks. People do check it out.
Take care, Prasanna.
And just 11 short of 750 as I speak.
Okay, people, everyone, remember, PB Talks. It's link below. Come on.
Yeah, man. See you all. Thank you.
Perfect.
Ankit,
please continue.
To go back to your team selection, sorry. When you say that Mudryk would service Sterling, दोनों left-sided player हैं. How do you see that playing out?
नहीं तो that's the thing, right? Right-sided player हमारे पास Ziyech है, लेकिन the thing is
Ziyech wants to be the supplier. But Ziyech is a left footer, so you have to cut back in all the time, so it doesn't work either.
Exactly. और हमारे पास right side में ऐसे, to be very honest, ऐसा player है ही नहीं who gets in behind. I don't think we have that player, do we? So Sterling is the only option. Nkunku can do that once he comes there, लेकिन हमारे पास स्ट्राइकर नहीं रहेगा. समर की बात है, वो तो दूर है अभी, खैर. लेकिन अगेन मैं ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा that we need a right winger. Don't get me wrong, people. I don't mean that. लेकिन मैं बोलने की कोशिश करता हूँ कि यार I think with Mudryk being the main guy, I think it's मतलब जहां तक मैं देखता हूँ, as much as Ziyech has been doing wonderfully, I want him to do wonderfully. I can see Ziyech still not being in that starting 11 regularly. I might be wrong, लेकिन that's what I see. Maybe Joao Felix, हाँ ये हो सकता है. Joao Felix right side भी खेला है in few minutes when it comes to Atletico or I think first game में
then you need somebody up front that's a target man and is playing the ball down for Felix to run onto it.
Exactly. And that is where I think we're lacking. Coming back to the same point, is Aubameyang that guy? Aubameyang, you don't associate him with keeping the ball, do you? I don't think so.
No.
So
no, we saw it today.
So
I don't think
that's the way he plays. Even Marcus Thuram is not that guy. हाँ, तो मार्कस तुराम भी नहीं है, तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है we are coming back to the same problems, but only let's hope कि यार जैसे for example Ziyech was supplying very well, लेकिन end में कोई नहीं था. With Mudryk we are able to find a solution. Just hoping for that. Let's hope for the best. Maybe Pulisic, I don't know, he can be once he comes back, but even वो भी बाहर है. कितना 1.5 महीने के लिए बाहर है ना Pulisic भी, 1.5-2 महीने के लिए at least. तो वहां भी डिफिकल्ट है
भाई, वो बात ज्यादा अंदर करना है, मैं क्या कहूं.
आगे थरस गई
ये पूछ लिया करो वो इनके टीम के लिए.
हाँ, लेकिन आई थिंक यहाँ पर जैक ने पूछा था बाडिशेले पर यार एक टिप्पणी हो जाए यार क्या लगता है बाडिशेले ही लुक्स लाइक मोर लाइक अ बैक 4 प्लेयर और बैक 3 प्लेयर इफ आई हैव टू आस्क यू
यार ये अच्छा सवाल है, लेकिन आई डिडंट सी इनफ ऑफ हिम सो आई कैंट रियली कमेंट। वो स्क्रैम्बल्स थे जिसमें आई सॉ हिम, के अलावा ठीक
बिकॉज
था।
आई
लाइक
थिंक
I didn't see any warning signs. I think we need to be patient and let him get some game time to understand the personalities around him. एक साइड लुइस हॉल है, दूसरे साइड पे चालोबा है, कभी तो त्यागो सिल्वा कैनॉट कमेंट, बट look at the cast around him, right? वो बाकी सारे everybody is a makeshift kind of position right now. So I'm not going to be hypercritical for Badiashile right now, because you have to get him settled. जो आपकी जो back defense की pairing होती है ना, this is more about getting familiar with the people on your left and right. कि आपको without looking you know कि वो कहाँ पे होगा, तो उसका टाइम लगता है to get, और if Lewis Hall is playing that position, तो फिर तो even if Cucurella, it's not easy, because Cucurella can sometimes move a little too far up the field too quickly, lose position, and he's running towards his own goal. वो भी एक problem हो जाती है. So anyways, long story short है बस, but Lewis Hall is not working defensively. Offensively ठीक है, वो अच्छा है, he has something to him there, but they were leaving him at will defensively. They were just prancing past him. तो वो I काफी disheartening था वो मुझे देख के भी. I was like ये इसके साथ ज्यादती कर रहा है मैनेजर. He's ठीक है, you want him on the pitch, that's one thing, but उस position में it's not working.
या अच्छा, बाय द वे यहाँ पर देख रहा हूँ भाई मेंबर्स और मॉड्स को बिग अप है, और सब लोग जो जुड़े उनको भी है यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ भाई. कुछ यहाँ पे आ रहे स्ट्रॉन्ग कमेंट्स मैं देख रहा हूँ. एज ऑलवेज आई कैन सी, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, आई फॉरगेट द नेम, बट ओवरलॉर्ड, आई एम सीइंग अ लॉट ऑफ कमेंट. मैं हाईलाइट नहीं किया आपको फॉर अ रीजन. जीके भाई, डेफिनेटली ऑलमाइटी फैन मेंबर. ऑनेस्टली भाई जीके, it is not a shit game. I don't think it's anywhere close to shit. We have played far worse in the season. I think there are, for me, the way I see it, Mikhail, I see more positives than negatives. Honestly, I haven't been this positive for a while, to be very honest. 3 points is bottom line, but even apart from that, first 60 minutes, mein, the flow of football, again, people tend to forget. Like, Badiashile was making his debut. Lewis Hall is literally what a teenager he was like a couple of years back. Come on, yaar. मतलब ऐसे लोग शुरू किए थे. Yes, you can complain कि हमने finish नहीं किया. Same old problems are continuing. लेकिन हमने फाइनली जो बंदे ने किया वही मिस किया था. हैवर्ट्स ने किया फिनिश, and we finally finished. Yes, Lewis Hall should have scored. Yes, Kai Havertz should have scored a hat trick. ये भी मैं अग्री करता हूँ 100%. लेकिन भाई केपा, आई थिंक इज अ ह्यूज पॉजिटिव. केपा लास्ट 2 हफ्तों में मिकाइल वापस से लगने लगा था. इज केपा गेटिंग बैक टू द ओल्ड दैट मैन सिटी गोल, रिमेंबर, जहां पर क्रॉस था कि नहीं था? टुडे केपा वाज फार मोर डिसाइसिव, राइट?
It was a game from Kepa 100%. वो I think a lot of the saves that he was forced to make were reaction saves, and this tends to be a theme. When you give a footballer too much time to think about something, now that's when the mistakes happen. If you go by instinct, right? So usually the instinct is usually the correct one. So his saves were, I think he kept us in the game. Like some of their shots should have been goals by comparison to what we tried. Their shots were more dangerous looking. So he had some world class saves in there today, and that kept us in the game. And honestly, that's why we have 3 points right now. So hats off to everybody defensively. Like, I think Kepa for sure today redeems himself in terms of recent form.
Yeah, and again one more positive. As much as मैं काफी हेट दे रहा हूँ टू ओबामेयांग, मुझे काफी हेट मिल रही फॉर गिविंग हेट टू ओबामेयांग. आई थिंक इट्स अ ह्यूज पॉजिटिव दैट द फैक्ट इज ही केम ऑन. आई नो उसने बॉल नहीं रखी अपने पास, ही शुड हैव प्रोबब्ली आल्सो फिनिश्ड वन एटलीस्ट. लेकिन रियलिटी बीइंग दैट आई एटलीस्ट सॉ एन एफर्ट फ्रॉम ओबामेयांग. मिकाइल, वुड आई बी राइट इन सेइंग दैट यू सॉ एफर्ट फ्रॉम ओबामेयांग? ऐसे नहीं लग रहा था कि यार ही इज जस्ट देयर फॉर द सेक ऑफ इट आज.
पता नहीं यार, आई डोंट नो कि सिचुएशन क्या जा रही है उसके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में, या has there been something going on behind the scenes. लेकिन thing is कि you put him on at the last minute to defend a lead or to try to score another goal. तो जो आपने बात की ना कि वो आपका जो स्क्रिप्ट होता है, that's standard script कि you're going to waste the ball, time on the ball and try to nick a goal, right? तो वो waste time on the ball he failed. Right, he was not able to
Even
hold
the
on to the
scorist
ball
he
and keep
failed.
the ball. right? So that's the question mark. Okay, maybe he's rusty, maybe his head's not in the game right now, maybe he doesn't have that motivation to see out a result. I was surprised we got 3 points today. So it's just the commentary on the way things are with Chelsea these days. Okay, we don't even expect 3 points
गौरव
anymore.
पुट इट राइट मिकाइल. गौरव का कमेंट देखिए, आज जीतने के बाद लगाने वाले मीम याद आ रहे हैं. हम जीत गए हैं. That's a crazy kind of a situation, but that's what it was the movie, right? But
That's where we're at right now. Okay, 3 points are so hard to come by for us. And Crystal Palace can be a tough opponent. So we kind of held our own. I still am a question mark. Okay, did we look better than we should look? Just because Crystal Palace did not ask us the right questions. I'm still asking that question. So how will we answer that question? Is when we're playing somebody like a Liverpool, and can we play the same level of game that we tried to play today? Hopefully with better results as well.
Probably, yeah, that's true. But by the way, yes, I know that the North London derby, which has just begun, and it's still 0-0, and that's crazy. For people asking that we are doing that watch along as well, unfortunately not. I will not be able to do that watch along because I'm yet to have dinner. But of course, Mykhailo himself is not well, so big up to Mykhailo. Yeah, Mykhailo, great to always see you. Again, there are negative people. Yes, we didn't finish well. हमने काफी लुइस हॉल को क्वेश्चन मार्क है कि अभी कैसे पॉटर उस पर इतना निर्भर कर रहे हैं लेफ्ट बैक में. चालोबा इज राइट बैक, डजंट वर्क, बट चालोबा आल्सो सेव्ड अस टुवर्ड्स द एंड. सो somewhere down the line, I think they will take confidence out of the game, that the fact that they've kept a clean sheet 3 points away, but it can only improve from here with Mudryk coming. He was there in the stadium, remember, with Felix hopefully coming after 2 games. I know it's not immediately, but I think these two, and hopefully, I don't know, Mykhailo, I hope that Reece James really is back, and I hope he doesn't go back. Like in central midfielder, I don't know. Malab, you are one of those who's saying he's.
Sorry.
No, I'm saying like central midfielder. Like, would you just play like 3 in central midfielder in Liverpool, or you're like, nee, we need to sign on central midfielder and probably need to deregister Ruben Loftus-Cheek controversially.
This is a controversial question, but it's again वो वाली बात है कि कारोबार चलाना है या नहीं चलाना. So for the betterment of the team, we need to make some hard choices. I'm more interested in first learning if we're to deregister somebody like a Loftus-Cheek, who are we replacing? Who are we bringing in? Because Zakaria also got injured, so I don't know what our backup is. Kovacic, Zakaria, Jorginho. It's looking pretty shaky in the midfield for me. So
Gallagher can play there, but वो ideal position नहीं है Gallagher वाली, right? We have spoken about that.
We need a no nonsense type of player in central midfield. अब वो कौन है? Market में apparently the Enzo deal has fallen apart. अब वो Amrabat है, I don't know if that's going to happen. Caicedo है, Caicedo है, whatever the name is. These are a few names. But I don't see the management moving towards them. This time Mudryk ki deal hui hai, they flew all over the world to make sure they signed it, right? So I don't see them doing necessarily the same to sign somebody in the midfield. Now maybe the lack of action is maybe because there is behind the scenes a deal already worked out with Rice, and they're just waiting for him to kind of run his contract out and then come. But maybe that's what it is. That would put what we're seeing right now into context. It would explain it. Okay, the lack of effort to try to sign somebody in those positions in midfield. So let's see. अभी वो कांटे आ रहा है, वो भी इंजर्ड बेचारा आएगा, वो भी आएगा, 2 गेम खेलेगा फिर इंजर हो जाएगा. Same for James, unfortunately. Same for Chilwell. ये सारे these are recurring injuries. ये नहीं. What you need to do is get equally good players in so that they can share game time. It shouldn't necessarily be about competing. Obviously, competition for places comes in, but it should just be about managing game time. You cannot play Reece James for 30-40 games a season, given the fact that he's made of glass. And the same is true with Chilwell. Chilwell could be, unfortunately, his second major injury in his career as well. Reece James, this is his 3rd major injury, I think. Third time. Second.
Yeah.
But again, like these type of injuries will keep happening because ये जिस position में खेलते हैं, they're gonna keep doing that to themselves because that's the nature of the game on the wings. Whether you're a right back or a left back or a wing back. So अब ये चलेगा. So are we? Do you think we're signing a right back? Do you think we're signing a left back? Do you think we're signing a midfielder?
Mykhailo, take it from me. We are not signing a right back. I have already announced on my channel 3 times. अभी नहीं होने वाला क्योंकि मुझे दिख रहा है. क्योंकि the reason is not just the links. The fact is, time and again, I think Reece James का the way they are speaking optimistically, plus Chalobah को, despite Aspilicueta being in the squad, I'm not going to say that Aspilicueta is a primary starter right back, nowhere close आज के दिन में. लेकिन Chalobah starting over Aspilicueta as a right back, क्योंकि remember in attack we were 4 at the back. एक सेकंड, यहाँ पे आर्सेनल का गोल बचते बचते हो गया, लेकिन कोई नहीं हुआ. बट हाँ, तो चालोबा आई फियर दैट पॉटर सोच रहे हैं कि चालोबा कैन बी अ थर्ड चॉइस राइट बैक. Aspilicueta will be a second choice right back once Reece James is back. That's what I am seeing, although I don't agree with that.
Aspilicueta, if you ask me, tactically can only be played as a wing back because in a back four he will get exposed.
Yeah, he's a right centre back in a back three, in very honest opinion.
Okay, so then you have to play Chalobah as the right wing back, right, or somebody else, I guess. But that's what I'm trying to say is कि back four में वो as a right back वो he's going to get exposed. So we have to play a back three if we're playing an Aspilicueta, and that's fine by me. कोई मसला नहीं है मुझे उसमें, right? But then वो जो आपने जो attacking lineup बनाया है ना, अगर if you play a 3-4-3 and उसमें जो आपके जो front three है, if that can be a Mudryk, a Felix, and maybe a Noba, maybe a Havertz, maybe a Sterling, like there's a lot of choices there. Mount. So I think we can still be effective. The problem is that obviously wingbacks, if they're not bombing forward, then we get limited in terms of production. So the question mark is what will we do? I like the fact that today we played a back four and we were able to play the ball out over and over again. So that was encouraging. And we were quick on the transitions. We were getting the ball, moving the ball upfield.
But Mykhailo, why was that? I think Ziyech was a big difference maker. क्योंकि Ziyech का देखो एक pass से we kind of transition attackingly as well because of Ziyech. So I think कहीं ना कहीं I think Ziyech was key. आज तो वही है, Ziyech can मतलब while defending he went like a wing back at times. जब Lewis Hall was up front on the other side. So I think Ziyech can help there. But again, as in it'll be interesting to see whether we can.
Yeah, prediction. Are we backing Tottenham to beat Arsenal today?
नहीं वही मैं बता रहा था यहाँ पर. I think I'll go with draw with a lot of red cards. Ideal.
Oh man, point blank chance Arsenal missed. Point blank, goalie straight at the goalie.
Yeah. Anyway, कोई नहीं.
Wow.
But anyway, thanks Mykhailo for being here.
I'm not in the best of health. A lot of congestion, and I apologize. I was out of time.
Take care.
But as always, thank you for having me. 3 points today. London is blue today. At least for our part of the derby. We're watching the North London derby now. Let's see what happens there. Big up the Chelsea.
चलो उसी बात पर चल मिलते हैं. और यस बाय द वे आई वाज ट्राइंग टू डू एल क्लासिको वॉच अलोंग, लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से टीवी पर आ नहीं रहा है इंडिया में, तो आई डोंट थिंक आई विल बी एबल टू डू दैट. हमने रिव्यू करना है, तो भाई सब लोग याद रखना टू चेक आउट आवर वीडियो टुमारो, दैट विल बी ऑन एल क्लासिको. ऑल द बेस्ट टू रियल मैड्रिड एंड बार्सा फैंस, बट कम ऑन अप द चेल्स. सी यू गाइस, बाय. लाइक कर देना, लाइक कर दो. और यस देखते हैं आर्सेनल वेदर दे गेट बीटन और नॉट. अभी तक तो बेटर कर रही है, बट let's watch that game and we'll review that as well tomorrow. Take care, bye.